Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
What are you writing down there, Richard?
I'm writing podcast in the day.
Oh, good that.
So good.
That is good.
Look at him. Organised little cherub that he is.
Yeah.
Pen from out.
Oh, man.
This close. Like Kurt Angle kicking out at 2.99.
Who has a green pen?
Who has a green pen,
Who has a
Richard Tubman
green
asks off camera. If you have a green pen, let us know down below in the comments section.
You weirdo. You probably already subscribed to this channel.
Do you want to do your little song?
Do the intro.
I'm giving out enough time so they can edit all that out.
No,
No, it's staying in. We need to know who's got a green
Little
pen.
window behind, little peek behind the camera, the curtain. Peek. Can you do the intro, please?
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, join our cult. Hello and welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. You're listening to the dulcet tones of Maffew, Jack from Bish.
Yeah. We'll get on to that.
We'll get onto that. And Ross on Wrestling.
Hello, Maffew of Botchamania.
That's right, that works.
Also Cultaholic.
And also Cultaholic, the show that we're watching
Greg's.
now. And Greg's hoodies.
Oh,
That's right.
I've only just noticed that.
That's right. The sensation sweeping the nation. Mm-hmm. Even better than war news is the fact that,
Yeah.
Greg's and Primark teaming up.
That is one. That's our
Like
news.
the mega powers of the Northeast.
Yeah.
It was shocking to read on many Facebook comment sections just how many people are like avidly against the Greg's and Primark merger
Why?
because they don't like fun and other people just having a bit of fun. I queued up at the Metro Centre.
Did you?
Opening time. I was there for the shutters going up on the Saturday morning. And at the Metro Centre stall, right, one little piddly stand. That had the hoodies there, that had the tracky bees. I got myself a bucket hat and I got myself a pair of socks.
You got the hat and socks?
Oh, yes, I did. I've got a pair of socks on now.
Have you?
Whoa-pow!
Ooh.
Look at the height of that
Just
leg.
keep it there.
Whoa.
All right, I'll put it down.
My
and we'll go
hamstring.
back up.
My
okay,
hamstring.
no.
But I wanted a pair of trainers for me WrestleMania drip, right? But they had none. So
I wanted them.
bugger to the Metro Centre store.
You wear the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the one in Newcastle, they had these. They had the leggings. They had the crap one that says sausage roll, iconic.
The
I'm
lack
like,
of imagination there was shocking.
that's for people who couldn't get the other ones, I guess. And I went, sell the one that looks like a giant pasty wrapper. And that's what I am, a cuddly toasty pasty, I guess.
Maffew's on
Sounds
Tinder
real.
now.
That's right, yes.
I'm a cuddly
toasty
toasty pie.
Can I bake your steak? And the hats, the socks, and the trainers were all gone long before we got there. And we got there at 8:20. And I said, what are you on about? A lovely woman who's just trying to do her job on a Saturday morning and go, there was a queue of 40 people outside. And we went, yeah, that sounds about right for this area.
That's why I went to the Metro Centre, because I was thinking it's harder to get to, so there'll be less people there. And the Evening Chronicle won't be there filming it.
Yep.
Which they were also on Tuesday morning when the second wave, the second drop of gear came in. So I was going to go, but then I heard the rain and the wind outside, and I was like, I can't be arsed.
Yeah.
Went back to sleep for a bit.
Sensible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nice.
Imagine getting filmed in the queue and that being on the Chronicle website. How embarrassing, eh?
Yeah.
But apart from that, what's happening in your life? We'll start off with you, Jack, because we know what's happening in your life. And we want to know why were you in Bishop Auckland?
Yeah.
It's my place.
So that's where you're from, yeah.
That's right.
And before I explain why, I sent Matthew a picture of me in Bishop Auckland, and he replied, "Get out." So that was good. For over lockdown, like the first one, like the proper first one, I got really into walking out of sheer boredom. And I started going on quite long ones, and I thought, I'm going to do a little adventure for myself and see if I can do a multi-day walk. And I did. I walked from Bishop Auckland back to Newcastle, and I'm very sore. But it was worth it. It was good. It was good. My Hall of Fame nomination's tied into it, so I'll leave it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, not to come. And how are you doing, Ross?
Well, I was doing
Apart
all right until
from-
he's mentioned the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, apart from that.
Oh, more on that a bit later on. I'm good. I've had a good working week, me. Straight to Hell will return on the channel on Sunday with Chris Bay. And then last night, I interviewed, is it my second former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Richard?
The second one was...
My first one was David Arquette. And my second one, I cannot say... Well, I'll say it, but I can't release it until the weekend of March the 13th because of embargo reasons. It's Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh.
Had a full hour. A full hour, me and DDP. We did the old bang bit at the end. Had a great time. Bang! But that's not coming up to the 13th.
That's exciting, though. That's a
It
big
is,
one.
yeah.
That's nice. DDP and David Arquette got a little timeline going there.
And there's a bit of synergy between the episodes, which is quite juicy. Quite juicy.
Next, it's got to be Russo or Jarrett.
I don't want to interview Russo. I'd love to interview Jarrett.
Yeah, Jarrett would be
He's
good.
on my list, yeah. Just sit there for an hour watching him go off on tangents. Be lovely. But it's been a good working week. How are you?
That's lovely. I am disappointed, though, because I swear, maybe it's because I'm just used to you hearing it, but I swore you said WCPW champion.
Did I?
No, I think you said WCW.
But no, maybe
my
you
brain,
said
but my brain also
No,
went,
I think
yeah.
you said WCW, and my brain went WCPW, because why else would we talk about WCW?
Hey, I was doing a bit of a clear out over the weekend there last weekend, and I came across every issue of the WCPW program and every issue of that old magazine we used to do where we had features in, and also a few signed posters, and I don't want them, so I might sell them. But I looked on eBay.
I'd have one of those just
Would
for a
you?
keepsake, I think. Yeah, probably.
I looked on eBay for WCPW stuff, and there's multiple, Richard, I don't know if you want to show this on camera, but there's multiple hardcore titles for sale on eBay, which I find astonishing. Where have they come from? There was only ever one title made, as far as I was aware.
Oh,
A hardcore title from WCPW.
yeah, there was only ever one.
There you go,
What,
just
they're being
search
sold
that, Richard. Just search WCPW. Oh, he's going all the way. He's going all the way.
Yeah, I think there was only one.
There you go. Oh, there was tag titles as well.
Oh, that's a replica.
Who makes replica hardcore titles, though? 162
Replica.
bats.
There was.
Can I just say they're unofficial, by the way,
Yeah.
because they were never made replicas.
There was
properly.
the hardcore one. There was only one copy of each one, apart from the main world one, because we made it bigger because the first one was too small, and when the first champion was Big Damo, the fella just looked way too. It was like the opposite of when Riho won the. No, that was small anyway. That fit her. But there was that. The tag belts were my favorite. They were lovely white color, and it went well with the red and.
And the orange tans.
Yes. Made the wrestlers look like they're on holiday.
It did.
And the internet belt held by Cody Rhodes at one point.
Who?
I know, yeah.
Oh, the obscure
What's his
wrestler gets
name?
discussed about.
What's
right,
his
right.
name?
What's his name?
isn't it?
Yeah.
What's his name? Yes, that's what they called him one. That's a good way of getting around that.
Yeah. I didn't think they would do that.
I think maybe
They
Jericho
were
was
in
trying
a
to be
rock
funny.
and a hard place because if they said his name and then spent any time on it, they'd probably be like, "Hey, Cody." It's like, no, don't.
I don't know if there would be, because there was not a single chant on last week's episode where you would have expected there to be lots. For all the Cody fans out there.
Cody's made an odd. I can't think of an odder decision in recent wrestling history. We'll see how it pans out.
I can't wait. We're all talking about him.
Drew, we are. That is true. He knows what he's. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Even else we're going to talk about the news, which is some stuff that's going to be relevant after we get to Elimination Chamber. So the big news that just dropped last night, and I forget the YouTube channel that dropped this, but Jeff Hardy was nonchalantly asked at some fan signing, "Hey, what's next for Jeff?" And he went, "I'm going to AEW." That's how it was dropped.
Yeah.
Do we know the YouTube channel? Or?
Beyond Cultaholic.com if Richard wants to have a quick look in the background while we're speaking about it. But yeah, it was just some sort of a meet and greet, and a YouTuber goes, "Hey, Jeff, can I have a quick interview with you?" He's like, "Yeah, buddy." And then they did the little thing. There it is there, the first one. And he got the huge scope.
Yeah.
He did.
That's the
Interview
second WCPW
with-
reference of the podcast.
Well done. Interview with Jared Myers,
Right.
post wrestling, later confirming the story.
Oh, they later confirmed it, but it was on a very small. Fair play to that person for getting the scoop.
Go on, Jared.
So it's like, how do we get the news out of him? It's like, I'll just go up and ask him.
Yeah,
Where you going? AEW.
What a fringe he's got. Look at that.
he's better.
Oh, mate.
I'll tell you what. This
Where
lad,
are they?
In the kitchen.
I'll tell you what. This lad is better than me at my job, because
Yeah.
I interviewed the Hardy Boys the night before they came back at WrestleMania 33.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I was like, "What's next for you then?" And they didn't go, "We're at WrestleMania tomorrow night, Jack. See you there, buddy." They just kept it vague and did the whole deletion and all that. Didn't give me the scoops.
Surprised didn't go, well, either Wendy's or Popeyes.
Yeah.
You know, depending on how we're feeling.
They just finished their ladder war with the Young Bucks, and in my head I was thinking they can't be doing anything else this weekend. They want to go to bed straight away and did another bloody ladder match. Crazy. But he's done well. He's done really well.
Well done,
Not
lad.
sure about whether Jeff's done very well there, But we'll see.
We'll see, yes.
You'll still get a pop when he arrives.
Of course you will.
But he's teasing a big announcement again, isn't he, Tony? I think.
He loves
Every
these big
week is a
announcements,
tease.
I know it is. But there's another one coming. And could it be Jeffrey Hardy? Or could it be someone else who was backstage at AEW last night, reportedly? Is that in your news notes today?
Not by
I sure
that.
hope so.
It's not. I can't wait for you to... We'll say the name at the same time.
1, 2, 3.
Tony
Jonathan
Khan.
Say Swerve
Gresham.
Scott.
Oh, wow. We didn't even plan that.
I really thought you were talking about Swerve.
He was there as well, wasn't he? Jonathan Gresham was the other
Was
name.
he?
Oh, Gresham.
Oh. And you said Tony Khan.
I'm right.
yeah.
Huge if true.
I didn't
But
know-
No,
I
I mean,
didn't know he was
well, yeah, those are two guys that are almost obvious. It's like, yeah, why wouldn't you sign these if you had an unlimited budget?
Yeah, very good at the wrestling.
Yeah,
The rest of Hit Row have been announced for the Culture over WrestleMania weekend, the GCW show, but not Swerve Scott. So I wonder if that's part of the reason why. Maybe I don't know.
Get top dollar in AEW, I say.
Yeah, just top dollar.
Just top dollar. Not a shanty, not B-Fab. Just top dollar.
You're a top dollar man.
Send him right to the top of that face of the Revolution ladder match.
We
Because
need-
no wrestler has fit that description more than top dollar.
I guess we'll talk about it more in the AEW bit, but that Face the Revolution ladder match has got some big boys in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one slightly less big.
One small
who's going
boy.
to take all the bumps from the other ones.
I think he might win. Maybe.
He might.
Though. Anyway, we'll get on
we'll go on to that. But another contract news. Drake Maverick has re-signed with WWE.
What? I genuinely missed this.
Yeah, the former 24/7 champion is now believed to be working backstage as part of Raw's creative team with PW Insider. I always get that wrong because it's PW Big Eye, then Little Insider. Reporting that Maverick rejoined the WWE around 3 to 4 weeks back. So he's just working on the writing team, not as a on-screen talent yet. But I can see if they need a little cameo or, something thrilling to happen in the 24/7
Who can
segments on Raw.
stop Reggie?
Yeah.
Come.
He's a very creative guy, so it makes
is.
sense. It's one of those ones where I think, that makes sense.
It's good he's got a job and all that malarkey, but, being on the creative teams, what's the point? What is the point in the creative teams? Like we've seen over the past many years, decades, there's just no point in the creative teams, is there? So
Reggie, what's just my script for the week? Yeah, you're going to wet yourself.
shut up! This is what I want. It's 5 minutes before the show starts.
You're going to put your foot in the toilet. Say, what? Well, I'm to me. I end up all right. WWE has been teasing the return of Cody Rhodes on Raw by putting things in little Twitter spoilers like, oh, wow, it's going to be very dashing tonight, eh?
Yeah.
What a smoky, mirror-filled episode of Raw we have. They're getting less subtle.
They said adrenaline as well, didn't they?
Oh,
One of them?
adrenaline is something that'll be fueling Raw tonight.
I can't wait to hear the what they called the new music people. It's not CFO $sign anymore.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Death Row.
Death Row.
Yeah, there we go. Death Row Records.
Suge Knight and the lads coming along.
That's Snoop Dogg now, isn't it?
Snoop Dogg's in charge of Death Row.
Yeah, that's what I got
Oh,
told.
fair play. Good for
Oh,
Snoop.
wow.
Good for Snoop D, double chisel.
Keeping the seat warm for when Top Dollar takes over.
So,
But
this theme song's going to just eat.
I cannot wait to hear the modern day Dury version of Adrenaline. Just because they all sound the same, don't they, these days? All the modern themes.
Do you think they'll just keep the downstate one?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
Huh.
they don't own it, do they? So
That's what cover it. They'll do lots of like dirty guitars over it, like when they got Goldberg over. Doom, adrenaline up my butt. All the other lyrics.
But does the lyrics don't really fit anymore?
I know.
It's all about leaving and doing your own thing and
If they,
your
how good
kingdom.
is it if they're going to leave that like wrestling has more than one royal family?
we should
Wrestling
leave that in.
as one royal family. Just cut out the bit.
I was wrong all these years.
just Vince McMahon's voice instead of the downstage singers. Just
Do we release a trailer for Corey Graves and Carmella?
oh my
Really?
god!
Oh, no.
Here, there's one scene right where their sex bag, right, and
Yeah.
on that their sex bag
Yeah.
gets emptied on the floor, and I swear to the high heavens, there's a cheese grater in there. There's a cheese grater.
didn't see
Richard,
that.
if you wouldn't mind in the background getting the trailer up, it's about 3/4 of the way through. Corey and Carmella, it'll come up there, the trailer. But yeah, this is the new YouTube reality series. I guess you've got to start somewhere.
God.
The main theme of their relationship appears to be, obviously they're engaged, I think, at this point. There it is! What's that on the bottom right?
That's a calculator.
It's a bloody cheese grater. I zoomed in multiple times when you get past the dildo and the fluffy handcuffs and the spanky thing and whatever the other stuff is. That's a bloody cheese grater, I swear. If anyone knows what that is at home, let us know.
The whole point of the trailer
Sex.
is that they have sex. Well, I, for one, am shocked at that.
Yeah,
Scandalous.
that's what I was about to say. This engaged couple have sex, not just in bed, right? In the shower.
No.
The shower thing. The shower, the joke about, we're about to have that in the shower, that happens like 3 separate times in the trailer. And each time it's as if it's the first time. So it's like, why didn't you get in the shower? And then 20 seconds later, it's like, the shower's pretty big. We could do. And then the third time, it's like, Carmella's like, get out of here, guys. We're about to have sex in the shower. I'm like, I get it.
That's how much sex they're having.
Yeah, but then they're in the gym, right? In a public setting this time. And they're doing that thing where you push the thing along the floor, and I'm sure Corey sat on it.
Like
and
the
Carmella's
sleigh
pushing
thing.
the big sleigh thing. And he's like, oh, there's something happening between my legs. They think every wrestling fan is a virgin, and they'll get something out of this. That's the message I took from this. Because I am both shocked and appalled that a engaged couple would have intercourse like they do.
It's ridiculous.
Scandalous.
Every old comedian has said as soon as you get married, you're not supposed to have sex anymore in this country. It's a time-honored tradition. But yeah.
It looks rubbish. It looks really bad.
I mean, it's going to get a bit older now after episode 1, called Sex. Episode 2, called Shagging.
Yeah.
Episode 3, Boink. Episode 4, Cavorkering. I don't know.
They chilled on Sunday.
Hey. Yeah. It's weird though. I had no idea they were together. Corey Graves has been so professional in commentary never she's been around. I had no inkling. Did you guys know about this?
Well, he says about every other lass on the show, doesn't he? Just about.
He used to.
Yeah, he hasn't got the energy now, apparently.
He used to always go, the goddess, Alexa Bliss. He always used to be Bliss. And he hated Sasha. Whether she was face or heel, he'd be like, oh, Sasha bangs.
You need a restraining order on Mandy. Mandy
Yeah, Mandy as well,
name,
Mandy.
Yeah.
It went
Bad-
like
bad
Bliss,
Mandy.
and then it came out that he was with Carmella, and he just sort of transferred it all.
That's
on
right.
to
So
Carmella.
every time when his commentary was just replaced with grunts. That's right. I think that's when we first knew something was happening.
God, I can't wait to see them shagging. It's going to be good, isn't it?
Saxon,
Just on YouTube.
Saxon in the corner.
Is that how Cody's going to make his return at WWE? He's going to like, hey, Corey, how you doing? Shut the door. Oh, sorry.
There's going to be a lot of that. I never thought about that with Byron. Just like outside alone. Might do a bit of pigeoning here and there. Ask your parents if you don't know what pigeoning is, kids.
I see like, hey, I just got this 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Do you want to go? No. What are you guys going to do instead? Come on. Yeah.
There was that bit on one of the ride-alongs, wasn't there, where Byron rings up Nia Jax
Yes.
and tries to woo her with his mother's apple pie. It'll make your toes curl or something.
She rings him to prove that he's weird. They're in the back of a car somewhere, and they're like, does Byron still really flirt with you all the time? She's like, oh, yeah, watch. And she rings him, and he just immediately starts flirting with her, but in a weird way.
So, speaking of rubbish
very
reality
like-
shows that we used to put out,
Go on.
Ride Along.
Oh, right. I liked Ride Along.
Ride-along wasn't
No,
chill, lad.
they get a bit where they talk about wrestling and be like just actual stories, and then it'd be interspersed with, oh, no, are you sure we're going the right way, buddy lad? Of course I'm sure, Pac. I said, wah, wah, map completely going off the
It
course.
was on that, wasn't it, when Pac's in the quew at some sort of fast food drive-thru and Bailey gets out the car and is like, whoa, it's WWE superstar Neville.
Yeah.
He's like, leave us alone. Just puts his window
That
up.
Not in the
really-
mood.
That really humanized them for me. They're just bored on the road, aren't we all?
Yeah.
But, you know, don't gag, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, AJ Styles signs a new big money WWE deal
Yeah.
for another 3 years. Apparently, he's just below the really big lads like Roman Reigns in terms of who's getting paid.
Fair
I
enough.
saw somewhere $3 million per year.
million.
I think that was
That's
Fightful's
Dolph
report.
Ziggler money. Remember that, Papa?
But if
Yeah.
that's just under what Reigns and that are getting, bloody hell.
Makes sense though, because I mean, I know he's 44 or so, but I think it was 44 in the report, but he's not slowing down and they can use him anywhere. They can put him in he's like a multi-tool for them. So I'm not surprised, but I'm a little bit sad because AJ was like the main guy in Impact, or like the best one in Impact. Then he went to Japan and he was class there. Then he went to WWE and he was class there. And I'm like, what's next? And it's just more WWE.
Yeah.
I'm like, fair enough then.
But I mean, he's had
But he's
all
got a
the-
family in that, and he's
got back catalogue. He's like, yeah.
He wants the dream match, doesn't he? That's
What's
why he's
his dream
back on.
What's his
Edge.
dream match?
Cody?
Oh,
That's why he stayed.
okay.
Of course, yes.
My sources tell me.
Your sources are.
Yeah, yeah.
DDP said
What,
that.
daddy's
DDP did not say that.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
He
sorry.
does speak about Cody's contract
Does he?
situation, which I hope isn't out of date by the time it goes live. But there we
Okay.
go. Aye. It's surprising.
Ooh.
I'm not even being an arsehole clickbaity man about that. It is surprising. When you know what Cody and DDP's relationship is.
Yeah.
Sees him as an uncle, so he does,
Aw.
Cody. Aye. He was always there for the wrestling tournaments and that when he was young.
Yeah.
Next to Dusty.
Yep.
Dusty and Diamond.
DDP is so old and doesn't seem it. He's been around for so long. It's crazy.
Yeah. What a guy.
He'd just been doing a workout with Jake the Snake, actually, and he just said Jake the Snake's getting back into his DDP wine.
Yeah.
Because he had the oxygen malarkey taken off last week, so it's good to hear Jake the Snake's doing well.
Yeah.
Good, man. Good.
Aye.
That's good news, that DDP. I can't wait for it to come out.
Aye.
You know what else I can't wait for?
The fake enthusiasm.
It's really good. I can't wait for that to come out. Maffew actually plugged mine and Owen's stream the other day. It was nice of him. Yeah.
Whoa.
I know.
What did you do to him?
Well, he was. There was like, I'm
Let's
going
just say
to
they
the cinema, so
approve
I'm
me.
not on Twitch tonight. So watch Jack and Owen instead. I was like, thank you. It was nice.
Yeah. Something else I can't wait for, though. Rob Conway back at the WWE Performance Center.
What?
Why?
He's been teaching recruits how to do things not the right way, not the wrong way, but the Conway.
Yes.
Current report from PW Insider, veteran performer and former WWE star Rob Conway was there, recommended by Randy Orton. Conway was helping train him way back when.
Yeah, fair enough.
They would have been in the OVW together, wouldn't they?
That's right.
Aye, I'm just imagining Nick Khan now you've said that catchphrase. Just him saying that to Vince McMahon.
Go on.
We're not going to do things the right way. Or the wrong way. The Khan way. Release them all.
Oh, right, yeah.
The Khan way.
Khan.
Yeah, the Khan way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let that one linger. But good for him. Don't know what else we can say there.
Oh, you dropped the Graves there. Machine Gun Kelly to be a playable character in WWE 2K22, which means we can all beat him up, just like in Jackass Forever. The musician joins the likes of Fred Durst and Arnold Schwarzenegger as a celebrity playable character in a WWE video game. It's
about
a King of
time.
Trios team there.
Yeah.
When was the last one? Would it have been Arnie?
Would be nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Well, good for Machine Gun Kelly, I guess.
All right.
I don't know anything about Machine Gun Kelly.
He's,
apart from the fact he got power bombed
Right.
and then drank his wife's blood. Or
Yeah,
something.
he's with Megan Fox now.
It's the same night.
So he used to be a rapper. Now he's somehow the face of like the new punk movement because he became friends with Travis Barker, who did all the drums on his songs. And now every punk song sounds like Machine Gun Kelly. It's made me very sad.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're changing it, rap to punk.
Yeah. He's got quite a good voice for it, but the songs are just not for me. Yeah. Watch me take a good thing. Yeah.
Rap is crap.
Yeah.
Good old boys. Anyway, and then the big news was Dax Harwood detailing Shawn Michaels making fun of him at Raw 25. We all remember Raw 25, right?
It was great. Especially if you paid all the money to go to the Van Ham Centre.
That was great because it was all the like, hey, it's us, the famous fans. I'm like, oh, you paid more to go to this show, didn't you? Yeah, we got it up close and personal. They got a rubbish show. It was like, it was so great. It wasn't good for the lads in the revival. Quote, as a kid, I chose Brett over Shawn. NXT, Shawn came on board. He was a teacher. Big fan of me and Cash. We got injured. Cash broke his jaw when Kenta gave him the go to sleep. Maybe 2 weeks later, I give Sheamus a lift and I tore my bicep. So lots of bad luck there. Being down, I'm not going to do the entire thing, but he said, went up to Shawn, talked about stuff, and said it was during a really dark period. I thought I was going to quit. Thankfully, I have the greatest wife in the world, and she supported me. And talked to Shawn and said, like, oh, that's awesome, you guys. You and your partner are way too talented to be doing what you're doing tonight, and way too talented to stay at this point. Just keep your nose to the ground and keep grinding, and you're going to get over. Oh, man, Shawn, thank you so much. That was a lovely bonding moment. And then as soon as he was in front of his mates, X-Pac, Hunter, Billy, Road Dogg, and Scott Hall, they were making fun of him in his situation and what happened with his bicep. And he said, wow, I just poured my heart out to you. And as soon as we got in front of your friends, as we're going over them, beating the poo out of us, you decided to take all that stuff and make fun about it. I never, ever forgot about it. As soon as we were done with the business of Raw, only one person said thank you in that team, and that was Sean Waltman. Yeah.
When I read that sentence, I was like, who the hell is this going to be? And when it was X-Pac, I was like, get it.
Yeah. And, just absolute dog poo situation and match moment for wrestling fans and the wrestlers, as it turns out.
So I think it's like I described it on the news as like a school reunion, isn't it? Where everyone just falls back into their own horrible ways. Because I imagine that Michaels was probably trying to be genuine But then he sees the Click lads and he gets excited again. He's like, whoa. And it's just like, come on.
Look at this loser. He's throwing his bicep.
Well, just grow up a bit, you know what I mean? But, I mean, fair play to Harwood for talking about it. And opening up about a lot of mental health stuff on that episode, apparently. I've not listened to it, but apparently
Yeah,
it was very
really
good.
good. Like stuff about his wife having a miscarriage and then the repercussions of all that. It's on Renee Young's podcast. Well worth a listen. About an hour in total. But a leopard never changed its spots, does it? Shawn Michaels.
I found God, remember? Because no one else wanted to hang out with him.
The amount of shoot interviews on those, the old Shawn, what's his face? Shawn Oliver.
All
the people going like, oh God, Rob
was
Van
a
Dam.
quote, dripping with insincerity.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really nice when they do the Rumble and, they have the people who don't really... That's too much for Brett, so I can't do a Shawn. Hi, I'm Shawn. It's nice when they do the Rumbles and get-togethers of people who used to be here in the business. Like letting Rob Van Dam know that you're not part of WWE. You never will be, despite the fact that you were here for years.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah.
That's all he did in that interview about Shawn Michaels. Moving on.
I was gonna say, like, I'll not say who said it, but I genuinely can't remember who told me. But apparently, someone said, like, AJ Styles is fine on his own, Samoa Joe is fine on his own, blah blah. Daniels I don't think was mentioned, but like those TNA lads are fine on their own, but together, they're just impossible to like get on with. And it just sounds like a similar sort of situation. I don't think it was Daniels. I think it was AJ and Joe possibly, but I mean, Daniels was like one of the nicest wrestlers I've ever met. Actually, he was a lovely man. Yeah, very polite. Like
very down to earth.
Like formally, like that formal American politeness. Like called me sir and stuff, and I was like, "Hello, I like your moonsault."
Thank you, sir. That's nice. You know what else is nice? The rest of this podcast. Let's get to the best bit.
Oh God.
Yes.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
Now it's time for someone's favorite segment, the Hall of Fame. In condescending order from last week, Jack's little Ocean's 11 Brad Pitt fact. Oh, is that how we went with for that one? 10%.
That's okay.
That's what Richard sent me on Slack, and I just
No,
copied
that
it
is
over.
what I
like that. Makes it sound way more interesting. I think that's add more words. In a hotly contested in the Patreon comments discussion, second place, the People's Princess, Princess Diana, 34%.
She didn't even win.
After all she... Well, now, to be fair...
After
all she did, yeah. After all she went through. She's been slapped in the face once
all
again.
those Rolls Royces and being posh.
What did she lose to, Maffew?
She lost to people celebrating the birthdays of potholes around the world, 55%.
Oh no! Is this the most contentious result in the history of the Hall of Fame?
Well,
It's contentious. Well, isn't that a word you use for saying that it's a...
Like kind of like controversial thing.
Yeah. Is it controversial?
It is quite controversial.
Oh.
A birthday pothole be Princess
People's
Diana.
Princess.
You forget, not everybody who watches this podcast is from this area of
Her
the world.
influence is global.
Yeah.
She was
not that global.
she was a global brand ambassador. But there was a lot of comments on the Patreon poll on the Patreon this week at patreon.com/cultaholic.
Thank you.
First and foremost, calling me a knobhead for daring them to vote against the People's Princess. I concede that might have been a mistake, stoking the old fire in that malarkey. And I got messages from about 3 or 4 different people sending the same video, which was the People's Princess taking part in Prince Harry's school day 50-yard dash, 100 meters, whatever it is. She's wearing this long skirt and she goes hell for leather and she wins it for Harry and the people of the world, right? And it's been, I should have maybe brought that up last week and it might have tipped the scales in my favour, but I
she
didn't
won a
do that.
race.
Yeah, she's a humble princess, you know.
Gets involved on sports day.
One of the everyday men sort of thing, you know what I mean? The working man, Princess Diana.
Blue collar Princess
Blue
Diana.
collar. Should have dungarees on from painting Buckingham Palace's walls.
Stakes and weights.
The hard times promo.
Trying to put out a cigarette before doing the race.
But I'll live with that, and it's just it's sad, but I'll live with it. It's okay.
Okay.
She died a long time ago, and obviously our viewership is probably on the younger side of things. So I imagine not too many people in the Patreon were alive when Princess Diana was at a pump in a prime. But we live in there.
She was more like Attitude Era, sort of.
Yeah.
Not like New Generation Era, even. Princess Diana.
She's alive today. She'll be appearing at this year's WrestleMania, that's for sure.
You know, I'm going to take spreading the message of the People's Princess as a victory in the Hall of Fame this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was her message?
To be nice.
Yeah.
Be nice. And then be sassy when your partner cheats on you for many years.
Yeah, he could have picked a better time to vote a royal in for anything popular right now with current scandals being what
She
they're
would
being.
have. I'll be careful what I say here. She would have slapped Andrew in the face. Slapped him. Or something more severe.
Hurricane Rana. Shoot Hurricane Rana.
She certainly wouldn't have bailed him out like some other woman did.
I genuinely thought you were going to say people sent me this video of Princess Diana at some sports day doing a 50-yard dash and then falling into a pothole. Face first into a birthday cake saying happy second birthday pothole.
Someone's put the meme text on it, like Ross is on Diana and then Maffew is on
Yeah, there we go. There's just a DVD copy of Ocean's 11 at the back.
That's the kid in last.
Yeah. People celebrating the birthdays of pothole. A universal trait, as it looks like. More celebrated than, the monarchy. Probably should have been abolished a while ago. So thank you very much for celebrating
Just
that.
slips that in there. That's probably pointless.
Which means at some point, I mean me, I guess, we'll have to go find a pothole and get Diddler the Caterpillar out and just make up a date and go, happy first birthday, you just pretend.
Scotswood Road's the place to be. There's thousands of potholes down that road.
Because they're not going to go, no, Maffew, this is incorrect, unless we've got the big database of potholes.
The database of potholes.
Well, exactly. How's this going to work? The foreman's there going, no, mate. I'd turn around, it's actually Princess Diana. Anyway, so I'll go first this week. Yes, that's right. And what used to be a nice, friendly, this is a bit funny and getting people together, Hall of Fame segment is now getting a bit tense, isn't it, Ross?
The streak's turned into a different animal. That's what's happened.
I think what's happened is we're approaching like you remember that period of NXT when every takeover was like full of matches that were hotly contested? That's this part. The Hall of Fame's reached this age now. And then we'll get Hall of Fame 2.0 in about a year's time and it'll be bad.
There we go. Don't rubbish again. But I'm happy we're at this point now where we're doing and experiencing things because during lockdown it was pretty much, I nominated me oven last week, so I guess the microwaves get it in this week.
Yeah.
Signed by, of course, famous boxer.
Yep.
But this week, sent in by numerous other people, so I'm already thinking to yourself, yes, he's going to do it. We've had previously in the past the lovely, lovely animal entries like Wee Fat Dog, Rani, the smallest cow in the world, press F, Candle in the Wind.wav for
Long
Rani.
Boy.
Long Boy the
Long Boy was
Duck.
good.
And possibly another funny animal I can't quite remember off the top of my head. And I did think, great, this is like our Avengers team right here. But who would they take on? They can't just get together and solve crimes, I guess. This week,
Oh, God.
I believe it was Florida. Let me get the news article up there. While our lovely Dick Tubman, with a giant grin on his face, gets us loaded up.
Massive bear named Hank the Tank on the run from California police.
That's right, Ross. A massive black bear named Hank the Tank
Look at the size of
is wanted by California police for breaking into dozens of homes in their Lake Tahoe neighborhood.
Dozens?
Look at the size of it.
How on earth is Hank the Tank ended up looking like that?
Well,
All the
bear
dozens of homes he's been breaking into.
it says the bear burglar weighs 500 pounds. Every time he burgled a house, he ate a Skittle. That's why it's the size he is. 500 pounds, much more than the average bear. Yogi Bear used to say, fatter than the average bear.
Well,
And appears to have skipped hibernation in winter due to a constant food supply. He goes, look, this freeze grand, why would I fall asleep?
Who's messing with Hank?
Authorities say euthanasia may be necessary because the wild animal has grown so comfortable around humans.
oh God.
I like to think and add on, it doesn't actually say this, but it might not work on Hank the Tank.
It worked on the Big Show.
Wildlife groups are calling for him to be relocated to a sanctuary, which I imagine at his point is just like a macro description. It's learned to use its size and strength to force its way into homes, as California Department of Fish and Wildlife spokesman Peter Terra. It'll barge through garage doors. It'll barge through front doors. It'll go through windows.
This is like a B-movie trailer.
Nothing could stop
Yeah.
the tank. Also crowned King Henry in the press. Oh, got one of them. He's still not as fat as Henry VIII. Hank is readily identifiable. Yes, quote, due to his exceptionally large size and dark coat with a lighter muzzle. So I guess we'll see a giant bear coming and everyone has to go, oh no, it's Hank the Tank. Normal non-lethal methods of bear hazing, such as beanbag munitions, sirens, and dry firing police tasers, which make a clacky clack noise that the bears hate, have not been successful in driving Hank away.
No! No way. I can't believe
Clicky,
that.
clacky, clack.
I can't believe that 500-pound bear doesn't run away when someone goes clicky.
He's not substituting. Oh, sorry, subsisting, I should
This
say, on a
segment
diet
is like
of ants and
this
berries.
is like Joe Rogan's wet dream. Have you seen how excited Joe Rogan gets when someone talks about an animal? Oh, it would just maul your face off.
It's when he starts speaking, he goes, my dog Marshall, who's this beautiful golden retriever.
Yeah,
He goes,
yeah.
if that dog wanted to, it could kill me. It could kill me in an instant. Not even think about it. See me off straight away.
He answers a question once, like, what if there was as many chimpanzees as people? He was like, oh, you couldn't go to the store. They'd eat your face off. He's like, does the noises and stuff as well.
Well, this is the last bit on it. He's not subsisting on a diet of ants and berries like a lot of wild bears do, as Tara said. In Tahoe, there's year-round access to high-caloric food, whether that being leftover pizza or ice cream or just trash. It's easier to find that food than to work for hours to remove grubs from a dead log.
Yeah.
Officials have received more than 150 calls about Hank. I assume 30 of them were from Tony Khan.
I have to ask, why has no one done anything about Hank yet? But it just sounds like they're letting him, and they're like going, well, this is bad, but we're not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
Why don't they
Well,
move
because
it?
they don't have anything strong enough. That's why the forces of
It's
the meme
2022.
animals
No,
must be
this
brought
isn't
in
the
to stop
Wild
them.
West. No. How has Hank not been stopped yet?
We fat dog stops in front of him and goes, how about taking some on your own
so you want like
side?
a Justice League of these.
Yeah.
Okay, right. And you found a villain for them.
That's right.
That's excellent.
The tank's like, you can't stop me.
Yeah.
And he goes, I bet we can. And he goes like, leftover pizza.
He does look a bit like the Juggernaut from X-Men. Is it X-Men or Fantastic Four? Who's Juggernaut?
X-Men.
X-Men. He looks a bit like that.
Yeah. And nothing can stop the Juggernaut. Nothing can stop Hank the Tank.
That is class.
And that in Lake Tahoe, he's unstoppable. Let's see if he's unstoppable in the Hall of Fame this week.
There's a rhyme about what to do when a
Oh,
bear
that's right.
attacks you. Yeah, so if it's
Yeah,
black,
yeah.
fight back. I'm not fighting back
Black, fight
against
back.
Hank. If it's brown, lie down.
Hank would be out
And
of
it-
breath if you fought Hank. I need to sit down. That's too much physical exercise. Pass the pizza.
I reckon when he does sit down, he does the old man. He does so.
If it's brown, lie down. If it's white, good night.
Yeah. Because if you see a polar bear and you're out in the wild, that's it.
That makes it sound like black bears are the least dangerous. But Hank's like,
If you Captain Birdseye, you got to worry out for him.
God, he's like the boss of the black bears.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I like that, Henry.
Like
I like
Thanos
the
is going to
article.
take 50% of the food.
I like how ridiculous the article was, saying
Oh.
things like, it's easier to eat leftover pizza than search for hours for grubs on a log.
You can hear like one of those dramatic voiceovers doing it over clips of his best moments.
His best moment.
He's no longer interested in
Yeah.
grubs from
He's
the log.
tired.
He once ate salmon.
No
He
more.
wants a Parmo, and he ain't going to take no for an answer.
This unsuspecting housewife takes the trash out to the bins. Little does she know that in the distance is Hank the Tank. Dun dun dun.
New metal riff playing as Hank the Tank makes his way out.
Hide your children from Hank.
Okay, the bar's high this week. I'm not gonna lie. So Ross has been hyping this up beforehand that he's going to have to try really hard because he needs the streak to end.
I've not won one this year.
You're on a bit of a Gilbert streak.
I'm on a drought, some might
Yeah.
call it. So I'm going to go for world peace.
God. It's very shameless. It's very, very shameless. Tubman's dying in the background now.
It seems timely to do it. It's terrifying out there at the minute.
Legitimately, yes. it is.
Legitimately
Yeah.
terrifying. I'm worried.
I'm
what's gonna
worried.
happen
Look,
here.
I'm worried as well, but after that, I'm not in the mood to be all somber and serious. So
Yeah.
you just talk, I'll just. Be
I
quiet.
don't need to say much more, do I? World peace. We all want it. We all crave it. Apart from one man.
Hank that's not.
Apart from one man and one bear. Putin and Hank the Tank.
Yeah. You've gone for world peace.
I've
there.
gone for world peace
yeah,
for the Hall
Greg's
of Fame.
hoodie.
It's all right.
You got some green on you? Is that what that was?
Maybe.
Well, world
Oh,
peace is my
God.
nomination. I don't need to say much more.
Also, I was wondering whether to say this or not. Now seems a good time to say it. If I hadn't thought of anything for this week, there was that little devil on the shoulder to say, all right, if Dana hasn't won, he should nominate the car crash.
What?
Just to see, because to see if the audience put it to them, like, do you like this?
No.
I don't think that's why they didn't. I think they voted in because they don't want me to win.
They nominated potholes over here, Ross. I think there's an anti-Diana sentiment. And then next week it'd be hilarious going, yeah, all right, her being dead we like.
I don't think that
I don't know what to react to that.
I don't think it was to stop Ross from. I might be wrong, but I just thought that people found the potholes thing funny and charming and twee that they were celebrating potholes' birthdays. And that.
No, I think people just like Rhodes being bad.
And
so I think combine the two things there and that's something good.
And obviously, Diana was in the 90s when she died. So.
There was a lot of people saying, well, not a lot, a few comments on the Patreon poll saying that how dare I dare them not to vote for Princess Diana.
And they didn't.
So that's my fault.
How dare you? You didn't.
You've escalated it now.
That's my fault. But I'm going to go for world peace. You can vote for world peace if you want to, or you can vote against world peace. It's up to you. The ball's in your court. I'm not going to try and influence you in any way.
The bear is in your court.
I just want to win a Hall of Fame in the year of 2022. That's all I want.
Okay, Jack. World peace and a big fat bear.
Well, mine's not on this level. Mine's not going to win, but I'm nominating small village pubs because I went on this big walk that I talked about at the start of the podcast, right? And you'll know the places that I went because you're from there. So the first day I went from Bishop Auckland to Meadowell.
All right.
That's where I stayed on night one. Then Meadowell to Chesley Street, then Chesley Street to Newcastle. It took 3 days.
So you just walk there then?
I got the bus to Bishop Auckland.
Oh yeah, but then from there,
yeah, it was all a
places.
big walk. That was the point of the point of the. Yeah.
What did you think you did?
I know.
There's a lot of forest and.
Oh, like you thought I was like exploring around.
I thought you'd go to Bishop to look around the area.
Oh no! This was just the starting point of my big walk.
Oh, okay, cool.
But on the first day, that was the hardest by far. I put a picture on my Twitter of like it was raining a lot, and there's
you picked a lovely time. You're doing a bleak long nature walk,
and it's quite hilly around there. So I went north out of Bishop Auckland, and I got Wellington, and the road into Wellington's like that, and that whole road was flooded. So I had to wade through that, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is."
Do you want me to pull pictures of what you're
Oh, go on then, yeah, go on then, Richard.
This is just the
Get off the screen, Hank.
I can get to Bishop Auckland as well.
You might have to scroll back a bit because there's pictures from the other 2 days as well now on the like the Angel of the North and that. Yeah, that one.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, I tried to go around it as well. There was like a park next to it, but that was flooded too. And yeah, it was just.
They
bad.
wrote a song about you at school, didn't they? You tried to go round it.
Yes.
What was that song?
We're going on a bear.
I thought that was deliberate. I thought you were doing it on
No idea what it was called.
Yeah, we'll have to go through it. And then splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. Can you show and then the aftermath of me in the hotel looking sad, just for effect?
where's it?
It's on that same post. Yeah, not a happy
Oh,
boy,
yeah. People were very happy to see the top of your head.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's not like that scene in Hannibal.
You doing the Corey Graves scene?
Yeah.
Getting ready for the show?
But so that was hard. So after that bit, there was like still sort of 2 miles to go, but I thought I need to stop for a drink because I'm just sad and tired about all this situation. So I stopped in Wellington and went to a pub there. I can't remember what it was called, but it was clear that I was the only person in there who didn't know anyone. Like it was like a film. I walked in and it was like, so they could smell the sea air on me. They were like, he's not from the countryside. So then I went to the bar and I should have just asked for a pint, but I didn't. I asked for a spiced rum and Diet Coke, and it took her a long time to find the spirits because she'd never asked to serve them.
Yeah.
And this old bloke next to me was like asking me about what I was doing there and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going on a big walk back to Newcastle," and he went, "Oh, right, why? What for?" I was like, "Okay." He was like, "You should." I told him about the flood and that, and how I was like, my shoes and socks were so wet, and he was like, "Oh, you." He said, "Where are you staying tonight?" I said, "Meadowell." And in that lovely, he had like a Pitman accent. Yeah. So all the vowels were just he went like, "Oh, I Meadowell." I was like, "Oh yeah, cool." Yeah, that's how that's said. And he was like, "You want to get yourself by that log fire over there to warm up?" And I looked over at the log fire, and it was surrounded by the men of Wellington watching the football. And I thought, I'm not going to stand in front of them watching the football to dry my socks and shoes. So just for how out of place I felt and how I enjoyed my interaction with the older man, I'm nominating just small village pubs.
Yeah.
But it's not. I'm not aiming. I'm not going for the gold this week, guys. I'm not trying to win. I know that it's going to come third, but I just thought small village pubs. It was quite charming.
That was just
the reverse psychology's on
It's
the go.
not.
here.
It's not.
Oh, don't nominate me.
I also
Man of the people, Jack.
I also didn't want to sit with him, so I pretended to get a phone call and sat outside, which was cowardly.
You're almost doing great, Jack.
Which was cowardly, but well, there was some younger men with him as well, and he obviously knew them somehow. I don't know if they were related or just because they all lived in this village. And then one of them was like, "Who's he like?" And I heard him go like, "Oh, he's going on a big walk and that." And one of them looked at him and went, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Yeah." And he just kept looking, and I was like, "I don't know what to do." So I just went outside, had my drink outside.
Mate, that was just like one long ASMR for me because I'm like, yeah, been in that position.
I've never really subscribed to the stereotype of being like a city boy. I've never felt more like a city boy in my life.
Yeah.
In the wild, it felt like Deliverance.
Yeah.
Oh dear, but yeah, it was fun. Enjoyed it.
Nah, that's nice, that. Because, yeah, you're right. And it was lots of flashback memories. And it is the thing, I forget, there's little towns. I'm not sure if it translates to other countries or whatever, but if you're just like, all right, what are you doing here? I'm doing this. And if it's anything other than, get up, eat, watch football, go to work, drink, it's like, why are you doing that? I literally don't understand. It's like we get used to saying stuff like, on YouTube, there's this YouTube channel and he talks about, earthquakes or Sunderland signing news. And people go, oh, yeah, we've got an idea of it. But you go there, it's like, what? Who's Tube?
You know how there's pubs have there'll be like Sunderland pubs or Newcastle pubs.
Yeah.
I could tell I was in the backwoods because there was a framed like Bobby Robson and Newcastle strips and stuff next to it, all Sunderland as well. So I was like, oh, I'm in unconfirmed territory here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it was strange.
That was lovely for me. Hopefully other people like it as well.
I don't mind.
It's cool.
share the story.
You appear to have a bloody lovely time during
was
a
nice.
really bad time for weather. So good on you for
I
making
went
the
after
best
Storm
of it.
Eunice, didn't realize there was more bad weather incoming.
Right.
Yeah, but I managed to. I avoided like the very worst of it. I wasn't in danger. So yeah, went through Durham as well. That was nice and stuff. So it was good.
Yeah, and it is nice when you have to go, yeah, can I have this drink? And they go, what?
She looked for ages. bless her. She
bless her. Anyway, those are definitely 3 picks. Well, it's become an exciting part of the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast experience, as I'm sure you'll agree. Just to recap, you can go to patreon.com/cultaholic and place your votes and leave a lovely comment as well. Ross is loving those. Hank the Tank. That's right. That's all I need to say. Hank the Tank, the big bear himself, said like, the big dog. It's a bear. Number 2, world peace.
That's world peace.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yes, world peace.
Up the world.
Come on.
Which, look, we only have really once Hank the Tank has been kept in a big cage somewhere for Paul to play with.
We do.
And number
small
3,
village pubs.
small village pubs. Like the King's Head,
Should I find what
or
the
the
pub was
Queen's
called?
Head.
See if
Definitely not
you've
the
been-
Princess's Head. We know that
Will
much.
you have been to this pub possibly or not?
No.
Oh, never mind then. I won't find what it was called.
Thank you.
It's all right.
I can't wait to see who votes for what. But that's going to be decided by you, the lovely people listening and watching this. Have fun with that, all right?
Careful, man.
Patreon.com/cultaholic.
This is This Week in the Wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
This week in wrestling, SmackDown. This one before the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, yeah, we
obviously.
can rattle through SmackDown.
The show opens with a contract signing for Ronda and Naomi versus Charlotte and Sonya. Sonya reveals, though, that there's a new stipulation. Are you ready? Ronda will have to wrestle with one arm tied behind her back, presumably so she can't tweet anymore. Ronda agrees and throws the contract at Charlotte. Naomi kicks Sonya and Ronda, helps her flip the table. The bad guys bravely run away because it's WWE and they always bloody do that.
And you can tell this segment was written by the old men who write WWE, because women bicker, don't they? These bloody women.
Oh, God, there was a
Never
lot
stop
of
yapping,
talking
do
over
they?
each other.
These women.
Bloody
told
can't
you
live
that
with them.
pothole
Can't
thing.
live with them.
Ball and chain. But there's a couple of good lines, though.
We are not lads. Like, we're not.
Ronda said to Sonya, I thought was a highlight. Did you forget how to spell your name? It's BITC.
Hey! Because they always have to do that.
Bitch!
Women have to be calling other women the B word.
Yeah.
So instead of mic drop, it's bitch drop.
And also the thing to watch out for that week was the old head bounce off the table. They edited around that quite well, I thought. Because it looked like IRL. Thanks
It
to
looked
that
very bad.
That fan cam footage.
Thank
but
you, fan cam.
Now it's time for Fight Night.
Yeah. Ricochet beats Sheamus after a failed distraction from Ridge Holland. Sheamus shoves Ridge afterwards. So, of course, it's SmackDown, so they're going to do a repeat of a repeat of a repeat. Ricochet's lost to Sheamus and Ridge a dozen times already, so naturally he has to get his victory back. However, without sounding cynical, though, God, they've got good chemistry together.
Yeah.
Sheamus taking a Spanish fly off the top rope or middle rope, whatever it was. You don't expect to see that.
Yep.
Ricochet is still fantastic at promos. His promo before this match was the following: Sheamus has been calling me a pest. He's going to need a much bigger exterminator to get rid of me.
Is that his cocky, I'm a hero? I can stop Hank the Tank.
But he's beaten Ridge and Sheamus now, hasn't he? Trev, so he must be on a bit of a push up the card.
If you can beat the mic, you'll be swinging. Ivar beat Jey Uso after Jimmy interferes for the DQ, just as he's probably about to get the victory on the pinfall. The Raiders chase the Usos away and get their helmets back. A lot of chasing people away.
Yeah.
It was sad,
This will have to be resolved at Elimination Chamber.
Oh, it definitely will be.
I thought it was quite sad, how they couldn't have one of the Vikings beating Uso clean on TV.
Yeah.
Part of the bloodline.
Yeah, I don't care.
I understand that the Usos are meant to be one of the best tag teams, so that I can buy them beating the Vikings in a tag team match with tactics and synergy and all that. But in a singles match, Ross is right. These are massive Viking lads.
Yeah, and especially the week prior, we saw Eric get beat after what? I forgot what his name was.
That was good save. Good
Eric
save.
was beaten off one super kick and one splash, and that was
Yeah.
it from Jey Uso. Or was it Jimmy? Jimmy. Yes, this was Jey this week, and now we've seen this here. I don't know what can't you see in the big Viking men?
Yeah.
They're massive Viking men who can do things their body shouldn't be able to do, especially that there Ivar, the sexy bastard. Remember those days?
No, please.
All
no.
the women want them, right?
No.
Yet Vince McMahon's denying them.
God, I forgot some of the worst segments I've ever seen.
What was the line they kept saying in all those segments? I can't remember.
How cute he was.
How cute he was. That was.
He is cute, you know? He's got his little face surrounded by the beard. Aye. I can see it.
Yeah.
But it was crap.
He
Yeah,
loves
it
that.
was really bad,
It's
this.
funny because they'll think he's attractive, but he's not. Because if you're slightly overweight and you've got a beard, you're disgusting, according to Vince.
Aww.
The bowling alley.
Oh, stop it, you.
The bowling alley one was the worst, in my opinion. Or the one on the pay-per-view where they had the fight in the lorry.
They were all tied for first worst.
Yeah. Well, we didn't mention, by the way, Sheamus appears to have disowned Ridge. Could that be a WrestleMania match?
Could
No, it's just trouble in paradise. It'll be all right.
be. I saw a few.
Where is Paradise? It's the pub he went to.
I was about to say I saw Ridge Holland in that.
That's it, we'll
put that game on.
All the men look like Ridge Holland in that pub.
Do you reckon on a Saturday night, or that Saturday night, they would have been all gathered around the same TV the football was on watching Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
Turn
yeah.
that bloody match off. Ridge Holland wrestling.
Hey, I can't just feel the heat from Saudi Arabia. I can feel the heat from the fire down
Tell
there.
you what, lads, can't wait for that stupendous WrestleMania coming up.
But get cricket on telly and stick it. Put our Ridge on. I forgot about this bit.
My son prefers Ring of Honor. I've told him stop that nonsense.
You should disown him. Drew McIntyre encourages the fans to tweet him ideas of what to do to Madcap Moss in their Falls Count Anywhere match. Moss and Happy Corbin interrupt. Moss asks what Drew's neck and a popular breakfast cereal have in common. They both go snap, crackle, and pop.
Yes.
That aged well, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Drew says that Elimination Chamber, the laughter will die. It
Yeah, it
nearly
did.
did.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Let's move quickly on.
But it's funny that Drew got arrested, though. He's just like us, isn't he? We'll get arrested. I got arrested that time, didn't I?
Yes, you did, Ricochet. Sami Zayn wins the Intercontinental Championship after ruthlessly targeting Nakamura's knee. That's
Yeah.
right. Nakamura's second defense since he won it.
Aye.
5 or 4, what was it, October?
Quite a while ago.
Yeah, quite a while ago. And this was a pretty great match.
It was weird. I wasn't used to this sort of match.
Hard hitting, so it was.
Yeah.
They were trying. Do you think I think there was one or two reminiscent moments of their big takeover match.
Yeah.
But
Just stuff outside the ring.
Sammy's tights as well. He was wearing the black tights again for the first time in a while. And he went for his diving DDT through the ropes for the first time in years, it must be. Years. It must be years.
I liked it. The ending was weird because you're just not used to that being a finish.
Yeah.
But it made sense because he was targeting
worked
his
on the leg.
Yeah.
Made him tap out. That's what they do in the games.
Or did he pin him off it? I think he pinned him off
He
it.
pinned him off, yeah.
I think he booted him in the leg. And then
I know what I meant to
fell
say
into-
there. Sorry, yeah, he worked on his knee and
But I'm not surprised after the Michinoku driver. I thought he killed him. I thought he Riddick Mossed him. which is not a nice thing to say, but it's topical and what he has been. I'm
And he's
sorry.
okay.
He's okay. That's what I was saying as well at the weekend. It's all right to laugh now.
Yeah.
You know he's all right.
That's why I'll wait. You know.
Yeah, gotta wait things out.
Backstage, Alia congratulates Ricochet on his win over Sheamus, but Zayn shows up to brag about becoming champion again.
Everyone just wants to impress Alia. Like.
I thought this was fantastic from Alia because she's like, "Wow, I've never seen anything like that before." From Ricochet, does it all the time.
No,
He's
win.
done it.
No, he doesn't. I've never seen you win. Bloody hell. Reigns and Heyman arrive. Heyman says that standing so close to greatness is spiritually orgasmic.
I love the way he said that.
Yeah. Goldberg arrives and Roman gives him one last chance to acknowledge him. Goldberg doesn't. He says, "You're not next. I'm next."
yeah.
Because the true promos he does. Either I'm next or you're next.
Yeah.
Or someone is
I'm
next.
first.
There was a
Who's on second?
there was a who's left. I think Jade Cargill did a who's left. Well, I like that. She's beating everyone. Who's left? Fair enough.
Didn't she actually say who's next?
Oh, I think she said it's not just who's next. It's who's
Ah,
Yeah, there we go.
there we are.
left. But there was a lot of that this week. Also, a lot of horniness in the shows.
Can you say it like that again, please?
Horniness in the shows.
Thank you, Jack.
Because there was just loads of we'll get to it. There's loads of kissing angles and stuff. Kissing.
Oh, I know what my
Yeah.
move of the week is now. Just come to think of it there.
Go on.
It's from NXT 2.0, so I'll speak when we get there.
Good.
But,
Anyway,
I'll just get there.
AEW Rampage. Adam Cole beats Preston Vance /10 for Dark Order. Of course he does. Powerhouse Hobbs beats Dante Martin to qualify for the Face of the Revolution ladder match. And that's good because him and Dante Martin have had matches before in the past, and Dante's won some. Hobbs won some. But yeah, there we go.
Interested to see what the big boys do in the big ladder match. Because there's him.
Yeah, those big golden
Keith.
ladders Big Show used to have.
Yeah, Keith's in it. Hobbs. There's another
Wardlow.
big-
Starks and
Wardlow
Wardlow, yeah.
and Starks, yeah.
And Starks, who's
Starks.
almost as big as them. But
Starks is going to... It's like me in that village pub. I don't know what to do.
he's going to be like a tin of beans next to Hank the Tank, that lad.
I don't like the tense chances, though, in that match because he was shooting for a different feud in this match, I thought, against Cole. And he kept going 10, 10, 10. It's the feud everyone wants. Match everyone wants to see. Anyone against Sean Spears. Anyone.
Good luck on that. Serena Deeb takes on Angelina Risk, the 5-minute challenge, and wins.
I think it might be
Angelica, sorry.
But Angelica Risk, what a name.
That is a good name.
Her
Like.
trousers are almost Hall of Fame worthy, I would say. They look very comfortable.
Oh, the black jeans.
Yeah, not the hybrid ones, though. Although someone did tweet me this week saying they got the pair off the back of my podcast. Spiel the other week.
It's a cheeky 10 pence for you.
I know, it's nothing. I wish it was. Imagine being sponsored by H&M's hybrid jeans.
Ooh.
Whoa. Yeah.
That's a wear a Craig's hoodie that I paid for myself. Jay White beats Trent Brown in the main event. Has a stare down with Orange Cassidy to end the show. So this is my first time watching Jay
We're
White.
flying through this show.
They're like,
No. Don't... You've
No, I was
got,
gonna
why
say,
have you
like-
got it in for Jay White?
No, I'm not having it in, but like all I've seen, sorry, I didn't say this very well last time. All I've seen is online is people and Dick Tubman saying how great a heel he is this, is that,
Great heel.
he's everything. But I haven't seen New Japan the last few years. I'm just not interested in watching even more wrestling per week. Got to watch a lot of it already. So I was like, oh, Jay White's here, and he's got this debut promo where he comes in and goes, "I'm here," and it's like, all right, great. So like, this is the first time I've seen him in years, and it was probably not the best way of like making an impact. It's just a something match with Trent Beretta. But I was like, all right, cool. Maybe we'll wait and see what happens. But what did you, seasoned Puro expert, think?
I think that Jay White is best suited to the long, drawn-out matches of New Japan as a
Right,
format.
okay.
Because then he can really heal it up and really be a dick. Maybe on Rampage isn't the best place for him. I don't think it was bad, but it wasn't.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't bad.
his
But I'm like,
best. It wasn't.
this is the Jay White.
But it wasn't like his.
Yeah.
It's like when Kenny Omega has like a match. Actually, no, because his matches are full of. He packs loads in, doesn't he?
Yeah,
When it's
he
like
does.
10 minutes. But I'm still alright with Jay White being there. What did you think?
This was my first match when I'd sat there and written down words about Jay White wrestling. Because I've obviously seen stuff at Wrestle Kingdoms and that before, but never, pay full attention to you. You sit there and enjoy it. But I enjoyed all the little poo house things he did. I thought they tied the match together nice, and he kept doing them all the way through. Scattergun approach to all the poo house things, like with the chair on the outside of the ring, just little things like raking and stuff. I quite enjoyed that, but I agree, I wasn't blown away. But maybe that's just because it was, as you say, not the best way to debut him in a Rampage match against Trent, which 400 and something thousand people watched. Oh, they're in the bin. Ratings, remember that demographic chat and everything?
Oh yeah, God, that was so.
Fun.
I loved hearing that every Wednesday. Oh.
Fun. FUN.
Oh, demos. Anyway, Elimination Chamber. Pre-show. In his match with Rey Mysterio, The Miz fakes an attack from Dominic to get him thrown out. Rey wins anyway. Miz tries to attack after the bell, but both Mysterios beat him down and hit a pair of frog splashes in tribute to Dominic's real dad, Eddie Guerrero.
Mm-hmm. The mullet's getting longer as well. So the tribute's getting more on the nose.
Every week. Hey!
Yeah. Viva la Raza.
Why am I still hanging out with you? I'm in my 20s. Later, Miz complains backstage about losing and says that he's going to find a global superstar tag partner to even the odds. So I was at a mate's birthday at this point because it's a Saturday. I'm not going to... Was it Saturday?
Yeah, it
was
was Saturday, yeah.
I'm not going to lose that out for bloody Elimination Chamber. So I was at my mate's, so I haven't seen in years and
Well,
stuff.
we were working.
And I thought I was just... I'll nonchalant.
Made me feel very sad there.
I know. Hey, I'm one
I'm
day
not
a
going to
week.
be a
Maffew,
loser
man,
and
to-
watch wrestling on a Saturday.
Yeah, but there's like checking Twitter just to make sure, just to see. And this, Miz is going to bring in a global partner. And all of Twitter was like, Cody Rhodes isn't flying to Saudi Arabia, is he? And so I did go, wait, I'm listening to your friend I haven't seen in years. Is Cody Rhodes actually there? I did just check every like 20 minutes or so. Is he going to be there?
They wouldn't.
He was
call him
not
that.
there.
Yeah, they wouldn't call Cody a global superstar, would they? Have to go into the enemy.
I don't know what they call. Well, no, a few things they call him, but as a nice way of debuting him.
I can't work out who Cody's match is going to be, assuming he does join.
I think it'd be after WrestleMania, me. Once all
After?
that's away, yeah.
People upstairs seem to think yesterday a lot of them were saying Rollins. They were like, it's the natural one. I was like, is it?
I
don't
think-
understand.
God,
No, I don't mind. I like Rollins, but
a babyface who sounds like a heel promo to the death, that one.
After Raw, I think there will be Rollins, Owens versus Austin and someone in a tag match, me. I think that's where they're going with that. I don't know who that someone will be.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. I don't
just
know.
doesn't give Austin anything. It's all about him. It doesn't matter if it's Texas and it's Austin.
Steve Austin's entrance is like 2 minutes. Cody's like 5.
It's going to be so weird seeing subdued fireworks from a Cody Rhodes entrance after 2 or 3 years of every firework that's ever existed happening every single entrance.
Standing in the ring to my left, already in the ring, Cody Rhodes.
Do you remember that Kevin Nash entrance?
Yeah.
He is a citizen of the world. So good.
I thought this match was good though at the kickoff show.
Oh,
it was a throwback, wasn't it? Throwback. It was
really was.
nice.
Yeah.
No tote big, whatever malarkeys and 450s and all that malarkeys. You know what I mean? All them malarkeys.
No malarkey. I love the word malarkey. by the way.
Malarkeys.
I like
No
it when you say it.
flips. Just fist.
Just Mysterio's being
And
heels
6
again.
women.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
They're rudos.
This time the Miz caused it, but he was provoked from the actions last week.
I go back to that thing I said years ago that they're like Sid's toys in the garden are the Mysterios when they get together.
Yeah.
And anyone who's facing them is Sid.
Sid was the bad guy.
Yeah, he was. He deserved it.
He did.
So it doesn't really work that, does it?
No,
Shut
but we'll
up,
carry on
boss.
before anyone can realise the flaw there. Roman Reigns chokes out Goldberg with the guillotine to retain the Universal Championship, and Goldberg turned face by speculating that might be his last match.
He got screwed, so he did. Big Bill.
Did he?
He had hold of it. He literally held the rope like that for a few seconds. Oh, I'm out of breath. I don't know what he was doing. But the referee didn't even bother going to start a count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's been something fishy going on there. I'm not complaining, by the way, because Reigns should have beat him.
Well, Saudi Arabia people don't usually see any examples of people getting guillotines on.
Here we go.
Oh no. Oh, he's
I've
not
avoided
done it.
doing
He's
that
not
all
done
week,
it.
and he's gone there.
He's gone for it straight away.
A little bit of xenophobia.
Critical of the government of Saudi Arabia.
Bianca Belair win the women's.
We need to speak about. We're flying through this week in wrestling. Can we
sorry.
slow down,
No,
kid?
I've had a coffee. Go on.
Let it breathe. Do the superplex. and let it
Carney's in the
breathe.
guillotine. That's how you win.
I thought the match, if it wasn't going to be a complete squash for Reigns, I thought that was the perfect match to put on. Where Reigns was always in control, but Goldberg had those few bombs that sort of had Reigns rattled a bit. I thought that was nice.
Yeah. The spear doesn't look brilliant anymore, though.
No. Especially against Reigns, who does a better spear now.
Yeah.
Goldberg's is still the best of all time, I'd say.
Yeah, because he was going full force every single time. Jesus. When we folded Christian in half.
Yeah.
Oof.
Lovely.
Good memories. Thanks, Christian.
I think I was watching this match. So there's like 4 of us watching in the room we were in. So it was me, Fraser, Sam, and Luke. And Sam, around Maffew, you cheeky boy.
Damn it. I've been trying to deliberately not do that. Anyway.
Sam watching Goldberg matches is hard work to watch matches with.
Why?
Because he always wants Goldberg to win.
Oh, of course he does.
He loves Goldberg, and that's we all love Goldberg.
I do.
No, we don't.
Don't want to win these days, though.
98 Goldberg.
that
Oh,
sounded
God, what are you doing?
That sounded. I'm not going to do that anymore.
Sorry, if you couldn't hear it, it was a very ominous sounding noise that Jack
It
was
might
making.
just be my knees after the war. It wasn't my knees. It was the chair.
No. It was,
but-
it was Goldberg's legs. What are you doing?
I don't know what that other noise was.
You stop hitting stuff.
There might be a poltergeist in here. But I've Goldberg's the reason I was a wrestling fan, but I want to lose every single time he wrestles these days. Had enough of Goldberg. Time to just go home and enjoy your money, pal.
Yeah.
Your legacy's fine. You'll still be a superhero to all the kids around the world. And your son, Gage Goldberg, the heathen. But it's time to go home.
Yeah.
I think this was when I started to realise, these entrances are quite long. And a lot was made after the show about the fact that there wasn't a lot of wrestling on this show. Even though there was 2 chamber matches, they flew through them.
Which I'm all right with because the previous ones these guys would put on would be like 4 hours long.
But
And
this
now
is still
this one was
long.
brisk.
It's just there's loads of extra stuff.
You know
Which
why?
you must have skipped watching back because you could skip through it because you didn't watch it live. But live, it was a bit of a struggle.
Still got the network
Yeah.
for a while. But yeah, that's what I mean. It's, I think they did this, the entire show was really brisk. So it's like, well, it's WrestleMania soon. Like, don't break anything.
I much prefer it, me. 3 hours. I think it was 2 hours 50 for the main card, all in.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice length for something.
Absolutely.
It's still a big deal. Like, the pay-per-view between the Rumble and the WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Still a big thing.
Big
but,
deal for WWE's bank account.
I saw that. Between $50 and $55 million per show, apparently they get.
Yep.
They couldn't they just give us $1 million each just for a laugh? And then we'd all be millionaires. This is how economic unfairness works, isn't it? This is how I've just realised.
What, they could give us all?
They could just go.
Who's all?
Look at us 4.
Oh, I see.
They'd still have 51 million from one show, and we'd all change all of our lives.
That's right, yeah.
I wonder how much they get paid. Like, because obviously the Usos and the Vikings, we'll get on that in a bit, obviously.
Yeah.
Went over there and did what they did. But what did they get paid for that? I know Jericho said when he did the Rumble appearance a couple of 2018, wasn't it now? Bloody Nora. 4 years ago, that nearly. We're nearly dead. He said he got paid, was it the single biggest payday or something he said he ever had in his career?
Wow.
Or something like along those lines.
I'm interested to see if anyone's going to say how much they actually made off these shows. 'cause
One of
it's like,
these release people, let one know.
Yeah.
Sin Cara, let one know.
Yes.
Stole the show in that first Rumble series.
Hiroki
Absolutely.
Sumi, let us know.
Oh, God, yes. Andre the Giant, let us know. Bianca Belair wins the Women's Elimination Chamber match, last eliminating Alexa Bliss to become the Raw #1 contender for WrestleMania.
Alexa Bliss is not cured. That's the first point.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that therapist is clean.
A
That's
con
a good
artist.
job.
Well, no.
Terrible man.
But hark, now.
Hark!
I've been on one walk. Hark,
Hark to other. All right.
over yonder. Bliss, as long as she's got Lily with her, she's dipped back to her old self. But she didn't have Lily with her, so she was spooky again.
Right.
I'm not saying it's good.
But he gave
there
her,
is some logic.
He gave her a new Lily with the stuffing of the old Lily inside of
Yes.
it. Therefore, the spirit of Lily is still alive
But
within Alexa Bliss or something.
But somehow, it works the opposite way around to what you think. So if Lily's near her, she's not spooky.
She's not spooky.
But if Lily's not with her, then she's spooky again.
So she forgot to pack her for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
for
just
this
try to
trip.
get through customs, like you can't bring this in. Oh. Wouldn't it be great if they did this and she got the stuffing of Lily instead of putting it into a doll? Accidentally puts it and it's like, oh, where was it? It was just here. And Goldberg's like, thank you for the sandwich. It's like, no. And then suddenly Goldberg's like the Lily hangs around as
Fiend
all spiritual.
Goldberg would be the worst.
That's what everybody
Yeah.
wants.
Fiend Goldberg.
Yeah, Goldberg not wrestling but appearing on shows.
Goldberg, but a magician.
I'm okay unless my friend's around. Oh, who's your friend? Goldberg.
Oh, Goldberg takes the place
stockings.
of Lily.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant Goldberg gets the powers.
No, he's just the setter offer. If I'm understanding this correctly, I don't think I am. I'm not really bothered that.
I thought you looked. I'm trying to get it back on track. I thought you looked
sorry.
good in the ring. Thought you looked.
What, Lily?
No, Bliss.
Oh, sorry, Bliss. Go on.
Yeah.
No wonder she did, because she had an unfair advantage, right? In that pod. She had a swing.
Oh yeah.
Take the weight off her feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, everyone else is stood up.
Get a sweat going.
That's right. Can't just
Cardio,
go on your feet like that.
Terrible.
Body shuts
Unfair.
down.
I thought this match early on was all about Liv Morgan how she survived with her leg not falling off, I thought was miraculous.
God, yeah,
that
was
thing
horrible.
on the turnbuckle. Then it was all about Rhea and Bianca.
Dewdrop's attire warrants a mention
Pourquoi?
because it was rubbish, and I felt bad for her because it just had a jaunty angle, like they'd gone on Word Art and gone like that, and a dewdrop in like a crap font on the. Do you remember it? I
They all
believe
had
this
crap
hasn't-
gear on the show,
No.
apart from Liv dressed as Britney.
No, they. Do you remember?
I
do
made
you remember
this.
it?
Yeah, can you
Dewdrops.
Google it? I honestly, I'm not sound weird, but I'm used to Dewdrop wearing crap gear anyway. Even though she dressed more like Viper last past few
She
weeks.
is more
but
now.
Before then, she was just like, hey, it's
Do you remember when they made
Yes.
her wear that like pink frilly skirt thing like she was Big Bertha from back in the day?
Yeah, that was bad.
Terrible. Dewdrop.
Oh, there's a bit of tartan though. Bit of tartan.
yeah. Wait, that's not even that bad.
Look at the font. Am I the only one who thought it was crap?
That's not that
Oh,
bad.
let's have a look at the font,
nice,
Richard.
nice side of the head there. All right, and hey, I guess who it is.
Oh, it's like a mirage.
Bit of a drop shadow on it.
Oh God.
That's not that bad.
Oh, fair enough
I don't
then.
think.
Fair enough.
She's weighed. That's probably the best thing she's worn in the last year and a bit. Yeah.
I think she
to
looks
do.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Sorry, marvelous.
Marvelous. Whatever
I
you
felt,
say. Yeah.
marvelous.
I felt bad for her, but maybe it was good.
I feel bad for all of them if it's going to be that hot and you have to wear,
Right.
a full body outfit.
I don't know how they've put on more clothes, all of them, and most of them look more like
Oh.
saucy.
Yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
they had the big T-shirts before.
Aye,
Now they've got it's because it's like spandex, isn't it?
dominatrixes.
Yeah, they all look like dominatrixes. That's
And
what we
Britney
said.
Spears is.
Yeah. But this was it was a very quick match, I said before. And yeah, very brisk, which you least expected an Elimination Chamber match to go long. This was like, right, the plane's leaving.
Yeah.
We got our money's worth
Everyone
with Rhea and Bianca again, though. I
Yeah.
thought their back and forth was good.
I was like, could this just be the Mania match? Like,
Yeah.
wouldn't mind that at all.
A lovely KOD sell from Rhea. The way she flew through the air was delightful.
Yeah.
And then the second place in my move of the week this week was Bianca's reversal of the DDT from Alexa Bliss. She did like a handspring out of a DDT in one
Yeah.
in one
Yeah,
motion.
she did, didn't she?
Incroyable.
Bianca does some crazy things. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is canny good, her. She's
She's
canny
mint.
good.
She's
Part
mint.
of why I like
That's our
her.
hard-hitting opinions. Yeah, she's mint.
Part of why I like her is because she freely admits, like, I didn't know anything about. I wasn't a wrestling fan growing up, and it just turns out she's accidentally class at this
Yeah.
thing. I've just spat.
I
did
saw
see that,
fly.
yeah.
I'll get the
Will
wipes
that
out.
be caught on video? I hope.
I'll get the wipes out afterwards.
I just.
He's just got.
Have that gift.
I'm worried this land on your laptop. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it went on my laptop.
I'm so sorry.
I'll get the disinfectant
England
wipes
number
out.
one. America hacked
No, sorry about that, Ross.
Worst things have been on that keyboard.
Oh no.
Look at Pop Noodle or something.
Ah,
Ronda Rousey and Naomi beat Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville despite Ronda's arm allegedly being tied behind her back.
What do you mean allegedly?
What do you mean allegedly?
It was.
It's like this.
it was
like-
tied.
She could only do her things one-handed.
She did.
Yeah, but it
only-
was flapping around. Like,
Ah, she couldn't grab someone, could you?
It was
yeah,
tied by her
it
side.
honestly looked like she's like, all right, I'm ready. His arms, no, it's tied.
She didn't use it.
I thought this was rubbish.
Oh, Matthew.
You
didn't-
like this match?
I didn't care for the match. No, I thought Sonya was made to look like a right cook. I've gone for that word there.
Oh, there we go. I'm bringing that back.
The way she
Paul
was,
Heyman's writing.
the way the way Ronda held her there for that armbar at the end, it must have been close to 5 minutes.
Yeah, you forget Sonya's an MMA
Yeah.
lady as well.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was the low point with the finish, but I guess it sort of furthered Charlotte and Ronda. If they want to do that, I'm still not invested in that because I want to see Ronda and Becky above all else.
I wasn't invested in it before, and I definitely wasn't after this.
The judo gear was cool.
Yeah, nice.
It was a
harking
nice touch.
back.
Yeah. But I'm not that high. Why didn't they just do Ronda and Becky? That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Was it because they were saving it for next year?
Next year in the big what's it called stadium?
SoFi?
I'm
I'm not sure. The one in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Yeah.
Inglewood.
Drew McIntyre wins the Falls Count Anywhere match against Madcap Moss, despite constant interference from Happy Corbin. He points his sword at Corbin as he makes the pinfall. Okay, the only
Right,
thing people are
okay.
talking about is the fact that Madcap Moss... I mean, it's amazing Drew McIntyre can hit that bloody move on anybody. Never mind a guy the size of Madcap Moss, who's like half a car. So he hits that, and obviously Madcap Moss doesn't get that move done to him very often because he's enormous, and he tucks his chin.
Must be
tucks
muscle
his chin,
memory,
tucks his
yeah.
head. Yeah, muscle memory from the instinct, which is seen beforehand, and he comes careening down. Doesn't carry on, gets rolled outside, and he's like, no, I'm all right, and carries on.
Aye, within 10
is-
seconds or something, he's running around the
Right.
outside the ring and getting.
Which is like, all right. And then he gets checked. Everything's okay. He's cleared. He wasn't hurt too badly from it, which is a minor miracle, but he is also hench. So I guess when you're next up here anyway, it's all right.
Well, don't they say that Lesnar got a bit saved on his big shooting star press because he's so massive? Yeah.
Right. And apparently afterwards apologized to Drew because of no, it was my mistake, and then apologized to Vince McMahon himself, saying, no, I'm sorry about that. Sorry for ruining the
Wrestling
match.
is stupid, isn't it?
They showed 2 replays of it, and it was bad.
One in slow motion as
Yeah,
well.
Well, of
look
course.
at the neck.
Let's see. Enzo Amore thrown at the rope from this angle, from that angle. God, yeah.
I bet there was people laughing backstage with that one though.
You think?
With Enzo.
Oh, with Enzo.
Oh yeah. Still watch it this day, but yeah. So it was all right. He was all right, but apart from that, it was just okay, Drew doing his thing.
Well, he did a Claymore with a Claymore.
I wish you would get rid of that sword.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
The highlight of the match obviously was when he nearly decapitated Corbin, and then one of the commentators was like, "Well, technically, it wouldn't have been illegal."
Well, then bring a gun.
Yeah, just have all your matches be that and just stab folk.
Yeah.
So just leaving that comment there.
Yeah,
Why did he? I was fuming at the start of this match because Drew
because
looked
it was a false count anyway, no DQ thing.
That's right.
Drew looked like Drew looked like an idiot because he went, "It's the start of the match now. I'm going to put my sword away by the ring post," and then he turned around and both of them battered him because they were like, "There's no rules. We can just do that."
I'm sure he brought about this match himself, didn't he? As well on that episode, the little segment on SmackDown
With a
where-
sword.
He was telling people to tweet him ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had loads of people go and kill him.
In fact, I think we might have missed that on the SmackDown. It
No,
doesn't
we
matter
saw
now,
it, but I didn't. Did you see any of the responses?
No, I mean, I think we forgot to read that out before.
No, I read it.
Did it? Oh,
Just wasn't very exciting.
We
boring,
flew through
alright,
the
yeah.
first segment of This Week in Wrestling.
We had lots to talk about.
Couldn't keep up.
I'm sorry, pal.
But
I'll slow down.
no, yeah, it just wasn't the. I guess it's going to set up Drew and Corbin
Oh, yippee.
because he's pointing
Yeah,
at
of
Corbin.
course it is.
But do you think that'll be Mania, or do you think that'll be sorted before Mania?
Nah, WrestleMania.
Nah, of
June.
course. The road to WrestleMania.
Down the
Points
road.
his sword at the sign. And
Remember what was next door to our hotel, Jack, in Dallas?
Yes, it was your castle.
But what was it actually?
I don't remember.
A
Medieval Village or something.
Medieval Times restaurant.
Yeah.
We'll be going
Oh,
there.
like in a cable guy.
We'll be going there for WrestleMania 38 to see Corbin versus Drew in a duel on horseback, swords and all, and I can't wait. That's my
He
pitch.
should become like Sir Corbin.
Yeah.
I can't believe I remember that. Because all that, most of my memory of that, because our hotel was a bit on the outskirts. So many roads in America, roads and car parks.
Well, wrestling has more than one roads.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's true. He was at that one in that ladder match, the excellent ladder match when Zack Ryder won.
Spotty ladder.
Oh,
Yeah, the spotty ladder.
That's right. They paid a ladder.
That was a nice moment.
It was.
I think was it less than a year since his dad passed away? Was it 2015 when his dad passed away?
Around, yeah.
I mean, so that was 2016. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of course, sorry.
God, it was a long time ago now.
Now I look like a dick for
Oh,
laughing.
man.
So, move on. Becky Lynch defeats Lita to retain the Raw Women's title. Lita gets a big ovation afterwards, you betcha. Yeah.
Looked like she was saying goodbye.
Yeah.
I can't
again.
remember the words.
Huh?
What'd you say?
It looked like she was saying goodbye to the wrestlers. But I thought it was a nice match. I like how Becky was sort of confident at the start, and then Lita sort of fought back. Becky going for a moonsault because she was like, I'll do what you do.
Oh my God. I can see why Becky doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Becky's fantastic, but she's not a high flyer.
It must be weird when you never do it
Oh,
on
yeah.
the regs though. Just
You can tell when someone's not comfortable with him because proper high flyers arch their back and it's glorious and stuff. And she just sort of, it was like someone had clicked and rotated her because her body was in the same position all the way through.
Unless
Yeah.
it was like Terry Funk tribute to Terry Funk. It was like his moonsaults, wasn't it?
Nah, he's at the next Saudi Arabia
How
show.
did Kurt Angle's is baffling? Because it
Well,
was
the first time he hit
amazing.
that, he broke Alcoholic's arm, so
Okay, but
I
it's an
mean-
amazing moonsault.
yeah.
It's glorious, and he's not a high flyer. He's just a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, Kurt Angle, a freak. Absolutely.
Breaking news.
Yeah. But this was...
She's freak.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lita
she was
wasn't...
coming back at Sacrifice, by the way.
Say again?
Shelley is coming back at Sacrifice
Ooh.
to wrestle Jay White, your boy.
Hey. He's not my boy yet. I just haven't seen what he can do.
Fair enough.
Not yet, my boy. But yeah, this was Lita. Again, we all love the idea of Lita and the themes and having the cool looking punk look. Before Machine Gun Kelly invented punk, obviously. She was never an amazing wrestler by any means. So it was nice to have the two generations getting together and having a pretty alright match.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moment where Becky did that moonsault and then Lita did the twist of fate in her own
Yeah.
moonsault had me going. I thought that was it. They're going to do it, but no.
I've never been more like impressed by Leah's moonsault, probably because it came after Becky's. But I was like, oh, Leah's isn't actually as. You know what? She's still got it.
Yeah.
I thought there was bits where it was a bit sloppy, but like they told her like a coherent story,
Right.
And I thought that was really good. So
Yeah, I'll
it was
take a
nice.
good story over like stuff.
like a perfect match. Yeah,
Exactly. The Usos attacked the Viking Raiders during the entrance and beat them down, sort of. They walk off laughing as officials check on the Raiders, and the match never takes place. Apparently that wasn't due to the going over any allotted time. This was the plan all along. According to reports.
I hope they got paid handsomely. I don't know what else you say about that. It was just a... do you reckon they tell them the plans before they fly?
Maybe
No, they don't do that, do they?
No. When the plane's in the air, and they tell them. Before they sit down and watch Shrek 3 on the little video screen.
And not only that, but the beatdown wasn't much of a beatdown. They hit them with like 2 moves, and then the refs were like, well, these lads can't wrestle now.
That's how many moves it took to beat.
Aye.
I've either won.
Yeah, true.
Was it
Yeah.
Eric?
Eric, it was Eric.
Sorry. Yeah, whatever.
Jimmy beat Eric, and then Jay DQ'd whatever it was.
And then the refs were like, oh, the match is off now.
Oh, crazy
Off you
that.
go.
And you're like, wow, a guy took 2 moves and he's out of a match. That's weird. In the main event, in the Elimination Chamber match, Seth Rollins powerbombs Austin Theory into Bobby Lashley's pod, injuring the champion and forcing him to abandon the match.
You know what that means, guys? We're guaranteed to have a new WWE
Guaranteed.
champion by the end of this match.
That's right. And everyone went, bloody hell, is he okay then? And then he said, well, it's all right, we're going to fly him home. And people go, yeah, that's usually a good idea to do with someone who's suffered a concussion. But then that seems to be the storyline, that he had a concussion from that move. The other thing seems to be now that he injured his shoulder a few weeks ago.
I reckon
Maybe
it was
long-
during that match with Brock.
That would make sense, because those were some gnarly Germans,
Kept
weren't they?
landing them like on that one side, didn't he? Going backwards. Which, it's heartbreaking for the guy, because I think it's going to rule him out of WrestleMania. I think someone was
It
saying,
says
wasn't it?
up to... It
4
looks like
months?
4 months, but
Yeah.
to be hoping that's not the case. I'm sure Lashley's paycheck is like, no, come on, can I just do one match? Maybe he's... I'll let Austin stun me, just whatever.
I tell you what, though, if I was in charge of the World Wrestling Entertainment today, and I saw what happened to Madcap Moss, and how he just got up and continued after having his spine shoved down into his tits, I would have seen that planned spot for Bobby Lashley and changed it. Because now in my mind, Madcap Moss is harder than Bobby Lashley.
I was going to say, yeah.
I'm both Viking
And
Raiders,
both
yeah.
Viking Raiders, all put together.
It would be nice if they, now that obviously they're okay, Madcap Moss brings it up and goes, wait, I dropped my head and I carried on.
I'll have a world title match
Yeah.
against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
There we go.
Could
That'll
you
be who he
imagine?
defends his title against before that little thing. But so that happened, and I get why they're doing it. I think this got a very, very negative reaction. So we're back to everyone hating the Saudi shows for the in-ring stuff after the last time we were there. It's a really good show.
Loud urination going on, sorry.
I know, I can hear as well. But everyone hated this online. But I can kind of get where they're coming from. All right, Lashley's injured. He can't be at WrestleMania by the looks of things. We need to take the title off him. All right, it's not a great decision, but they have to go around what they can do.
Yeah.
But then it is like, okay, so we're getting Brock versus Roman. And Brock beat everybody.
I loved Brock's
Just-
appearance in this match.
It was
quality.
great watching Brock destroy everybody, the F5s, make it clear, like, no, Riddle, stop mentioning me in promos. We're not going to wrestle each other. Bush, there we go.
No one can do it like him.
Yeah, the F5 to Austin Theory, and then the pinfall and the selfie. Couldn't have to a nicer soy boy.
He's just having a great time.
After that, because I've been a thing about on WTF this week, obviously, and people are like, well, he landed on his feet. It wasn't even that impressive.
No,
Like,
he
who said that?
More than one person.
my
I'm like,
God.
how high are those pods? 10
Yeah.
feet must be? 12 feet? I don't know how high they
Yeah.
are, but bloody hell, he's spinning through the air. It's a miracle he landed on his feet.
Yeah,
Crack on your chest, rookie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cheers, pal. But that's all well and good. Brock doing his thing is entertaining. It's a bit less entertaining when you realize, okay, you've put all your eggs in one basket for Brock. Who was supposed to be taking him on other than the guy who's already had 7 or so pay-per-view matches against Roman Reigns?
Yeah,
There's
so-
literally no one anywhere near the level of him.
I don't have an issue with Roman versus Brock. I know that a lot of people are like, this is going to be like the third main event of WrestleMania, which is the same match. But I think it's a different dynamic because Brock's a face now and everything. But I just think it doesn't need to be title versus title at all. I don't know why it needs to be that.
I think the Raw house show is going to play a part because they're going to have someone replace. They said Bobby will be there, but they also said Bobby,
the MSG one.
Yeah, Bobby might not be there on March the 5th. So I think that'll play into it. I don't know who could possibly beat Brock Lesnar.
Who's a Paul Heyman guy?
Cesaro.
Sorry, yeah.
I know, man. God.
But someone like Rollins maybe could sneak a win and take the title off him and defend against someone. I don't know, but because I don't see the sense in making it title for title. I think it puts all the eggs in that basket.
I think they're going to do it now.
Yeah,
They've got the graphic and everything.
I think they've just panicked and gone, well, Lashley's out. We need something for WrestleMania. Title versus title, great.
Yeah, because there was reports coming out that they'd changed their minds and it wasn't going to be. And then there was more reports saying, actually, they've gone back and now it is. I think you're right. I reckon that's when they realised Lashley was going to miss it. They were like, oh, well.
Yeah, get this set in stone because it is only a month and a bit away.
They
It's not
could've-
that much. But let's go, oh, well, Brock's hot. That's fine. It's just after Mania.
But with
What are you going to do with him?
Cody Rhodes
yeah.
takes the
Good
belt.
God.
Oh, we've already asked that. You thought it was going to be after Mania.
Oh yeah, Brock's first. No, well, Roman will win, won't he? Surely
I think so.
they won't give it to Brock again, will they? He's had the streak. He's
Oh,
had more
no,
than
I
enough.
absolutely 100% think Brock's winning. If
Oh,
he's got the
really?
title, yeah.
But Roman's got to face The Rock next year.
It's not happening.
It is.
He's going to
on.
be president of the country, dealing with bloody whatever's happening in the West right now. He's gonna be, oh yeah, I'll take some time off from wrestle.
No, he
somewhere.
won't because Putin will see this week's Hall of Fame segment and he'll change his mind. Okay, world peace for the win.
Yeah.
Do you think Lesnar will
think
win?
Roman will win.
I think Roman. Surely Roman
They've
will
given
win.
him not just a rocket up the arse, but several smaller rockets in case the other rockets fail. He's like the end of Toy Story. There's no one else to pushing as hard as this man.
If Brock wins, I feel like Roman will be the champion again by the time of the next WrestleMania. I think the Rock match is going to happen.
I think they'll piss away all the good sentiment towards Brock as well if he wins.
Do you think?
Aye, I don't.
Roman's hated.
On purpose, though.
Yeah.
Brock's
That's what
organically
they call a heel. Yes.
Yeah, but Brock's organically getting cheated at the minute. But I
Yeah.
think once if he beats him, I think the sentiment will change there with Brock Lesnar.
It sounds like an audience of wrestling fans. Yeah, you're right. Doesn't mean they're not going to do it.
It's intriguing, guys.
It is intriguing.
I'm enjoying the
It intrigues me.
discussion.
Could go either way. We need to mention Lesnar in his pod as well. Apparently, it was a PW insider, I think, saying he went off the script because he wasn't supposed to come out when the Lashley pod was lit up, but Lashley wasn't there. But I think he battered a hole in the pod earlier on, and then thought, "Oh my God, there's a hole there. Let's make a few noises and then get out the pod because it looks stupid if I'm just stood there with this hole in my pod." You know what I'm talking about, do you?
No, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, he just looked very confused
Oh, sorry.
because a lot of people are saying, "No, he
Very
didn't."
Danhausen of
He didn't go off the script. He didn't go off the script because there was a hole in his pod, a lovely circular hole. And I reckon he just made that with a big bosh earlier on and then.
I don't believe that he went off script. I think the source is working us.
That seems silly. I think a lot of news comes out when a big incident happens, and some of it is like,
No, I think they would have played Brock Lesnar to be in the pod for the extra 2 minutes and then come out when he was supposed to.
Do you think the other
I think it
wrestlers were
worked
annoyed?
fine. Because what else? What would else have happened?
Do you think the other wrestlers were annoyed because they didn't get their stuff in for those 2 minutes and Brock just had to come out and...
Potentially.
And Rollins is like, oh, God, here we go.
Yeah, bump, bump,
Yeah.
bump.
But I thought if he did go off I like to believe he did. And just like, because he went off the script in like the most Brock way possible that you didn't notice.
The funniest bit was when Austin Theory tried to lock himself in a pod and just with no pause at all, he just booted the glass in. It was so good.
He loves doing that, doesn't he? Just destroying things. Do you reckon he's got a room on the farm, just in the barn, at the back of the barn, just where he just smashes things for the crack?
Well,
Like
he was
Kaylee
on.
Ray.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
That's the inspiration for Brock Lesnar. As for Kaylee Ray's gimmick, it's Brock.
He was on a Big Pat McAfee show, and he broke the table. In
Please don't break
seconds.
the table, Brock. Bosh.
He went, no.
And then, do you see at the end?
No, I didn't make
Lovely
that far.
pair of headphones he's got on. I don't know if Richard will tell me if they're expensive headphones. Have you seen the episode there, Richard?
I assume not.
Let's assume they're expensive because Pat gets $50-odd million, didn't he, for that podcast or something? Signed a new deal, didn't he, with someone? I can't remember what it was. He
Saudi
just
Arabia.
got them. He just hulked them as high. That's a jolly word. He chucked them. That's another jolly word. He threw them
we
as
go.
high as he could up into the rafters, and they all got tangled up in the rafters just as he walked off. As he made the wall shake as he closed the door.
Is Brock Lesnar playing the role of Brock Lesnar? Yeah, they'll go crazy and smash everything. All right.
That advert when the Great Khali keeps breaking things by accident. Cause
Yeah.
that's what Brock really is like. That's
Because his
real life.
feet's too big. Monday Night Raw, 2 days afterwards, beg your pardon.
Yes.
Brock opens the show, but is interrupted by Paul Heyman. Heyman tells Lesnar that he might not even make it to WrestleMania. Because he has to defend that title against Bobby Lashley at Madison Square Garden. Heyman points out, though, Lashley might not be cleared to compete by then. But Heyman says he'll make sure he has a big replacement lined up.
Oh.
So he's smoking mirrors.
Cody.
Lesnar says he's coming to SmackDown on Friday, and Heyman looks scared. Brock Lesnar working.
You read that really well.
Oh, sorry.
No, it was good. Looks scared.
So that's Lesnar on 3 shows in 1 week.
Wow.
He's the working day everyman. He paid his $1 million fine.
He's the people's
princess. The princess incarnate.
That's right. Heyman, I'll sniff you out like a candle in the wind. Backstage, Seth Rollins and Kevin
So I
Owens.
thought it was interesting that
beg
Heyman
your
said he
pardon,
was
sorry.
going to be could walk up with the only real heavyweight champion, which told me if you watched wrestling before, unification. Could that be a thing? I'll put it on the table for a lovely discussion.
I think they'll do the Seth Rollins thing where he has 2 titles and has to lose them twice.
That was a great run from Rollins, that. It
was.
Loved that. Until Jon Stewart ruined it.
Jon Stewart ruined it.
Actually, I don't know if he ruined it. He helped him win it, didn't he? He
Yeah, he
beat
beat
Cena.
John
No,
Cena.
but he ruined it.
Yeah, Jon Stewart.
Because he didn't get a clean win over Cena, did he?
No.
I needed the help of a TV presenter, comedian, Gadgy.
Yeah.
It was fine. He's a heel.
But the justification was that
Stupid.
Jon Stewart's a massive smark and didn't want Cena to beat Flair's record, which I thought was funny. But yeah.
Ugh. Backstage, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens are talking about winning tonight so they can be added to the Raw Tag Team title match. Owens is excited at the prospect, but still doesn't want to go to Texas for WrestleMania.
A
Ew,
hellhole
gross.
known as Texas.
That's right.
A hellhole.
Oh, a
Terrible,
hole of
eh?
hell. Afterwards, the champions Alpha Academy beat the Street Profits in their usual good match that these two
Yes.
teams have.
Yeah.
That was good on Twitter this week. Or was it Instagram? The Rock. Bigging up Big Terry Ford. Big Tez. Aye.
I said he had the best splash he's ever seen since Jimmy's Superfly Snooker. And everyone went,
Ooh.
yes, that's what we're all thinking about when we see that splash. But yeah,
The Rock didn't watch Dark Side of the Ring. He's not paying attention to wrestling.
Rock Stipe has no
Only
reflection.
my dad's pal, old Jimmy there.
Yeah, he's like, Rock's like, what's he up to nowadays?
Uncle Jim.
It was nice of The Rock, though.
Yeah, it was nice.
And it's good that The Rock recognises what we all see as well, which is that Ford's really good. Yeah.
I want to see Tez and Chad have a feud. I thought those two rolling around that ring on Raw was very, very good to see. And I've written down here, didn't think Tez could do that. What is that in reference to? Oh, pick up Otis. He picked up
did,
Otis, didn't he? Just for a couple of seconds there and then dropped him, obviously. I like the finish as well with the heels cheating. I like the Alpha Academy. They're on fire at the
they're
minute.
great. The Raw tag team division's on fire.
Yeah.
For the first time in a long time.
Tez and Bianca have a baby. That'll be the best wrestler ever.
That's what I can't
Have
wait.
you said this before?
No. But I said to you upstairs a few weeks ago, I can't wait. If they do, and I feel weird saying this, but if Adam Scher, Strowman, and Raquel eventually end up having a baby.
Camille.
No, Raquel Gonzalez.
Oh, he's not with Camille. He's with Raquel.
Raquel Gonzalez
Sorry.
and Adam Scher
Sorry.
are in a relationship and have a nice little,
Oh, are they?
nice little dog. Imagine if they have a baby child, the size of it.
It's going to be Hank the Tank. That's a technical term.
Feels weird saying that out loud, but there you go. It's out there now.
Yeah.
If we're still,
Can't wait for those two people to have a baby.
I know, it's like, yeah, they should breed.
that's the thing. Like, if in 25 years we're still talking about that, something's gone wrong in our lives. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, it's the Corey Graves influence.
Yeah.
These two people should have a TV show about sexing.
Saxon.
Sexing. The verb. Tommaso Ciampa has found a tag team partner to take on those dirty dogs. It's Finn Balor. But never mind that. Those dirty dogs get an entrance
Yes.
on Raw.
I know.
They do most of the time.
No, they don't.
The Dirty Dogs.
I feel like they mostly interfere.
I remember when the Royal Rumble happened, I went, wait, whose music's that? Oh, it's Dolph Ziggler's.
I'd hate
Because it
that.
hadn't been heard on TV in forever.
Yeah. It has a piano sound because Bobby, right, he's a dirty dog.
That's right.
And it says here to show the world because Dolph, he's a dirty dog. And it's just some generic bollocks like all the rest of the things are these days. But I
The
thought this
Rumble
was
really made people realise, didn't it? Because everyone,
Yeah.
Sorry, Ross.
bloody Death Row Records. What do they call Richard? Can you please look that up because it's doing me head in?
It's like Dead Rebels.
Death Rebel, that's the one. Thank you.
Death.
Death.
DEAF.
I wish there
That's
were.
not a good thing for a music company to be called.
Dirty music by Death
Volume 5.
Rebel. Death
Keep going.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Rebel.
So yeah, Ciampa gets the win for roll up on Rude. This is just a match to get everyone excited for the NXT 2.0 match the next night, which we'll talk about there.
Nobody would have got excited for a Dolph Ziggler versus Tommaso Ciampa match in that after watching that Raw one because Ciampa looked like any other wrestler in the world ever.
It's true.
And it was more about Finn Balor's return. Which
It was.
Why wouldn't he pick someone who was like on TV constantly and have more of the shine put on him rather than going, oh my God, it's really popular Finn Balor back for the first time in weeks.
Yep.
I thought it was a strange choice.
Yeah. I think it's like the Young Bucks when they make a new company, just go, can I just hang out with the sexiest guy on the roster, please? And he's only human. So it's time for Miz TV. And Miz says his future tag partner is someone from a fighting family.
True.
And very dashing. Oh, the Mysterios interrupt.
DEF. Rebel.
The timing.
Oh, it is Def. Oh, okay,
And
great.
the timing on Richard.
Yeah.
Matthew's building up.
And the tag team
Who is it?
partner is Def Rebel. Oh, don't worry. No one is.
Wonder what their entrance music is. It got some horns in it and some beats. Do, 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 do. Which one is that again? Is that Bianca?
That's Sasha Banks, isn't it?
Oh God, of course it is. One of the few non. Never mind.
Yes, yo.
We
Snoop
the best,
Dogg, yo.
Sasha Banks and Snoop Dogg.
We're
We're
the best, yo.
That's it.
Did you see the Super Bowl halftime show?
No.
I
I saw
him
people
have
talking
his-
about it. Like,
His big old toque before taking to the stage, though.
I can't believe it.
I saw someone's got some fan footage. He's wearing the same shirt he's wearing in the halftime show.
Snoop Dogg.
Which is as ironclad evidence as you can get. It couldn't have been taken.
I
some
still
other
don't
time he
believe
wore
it.
that shirt.
still, you can do anything on Photoshop nowadays, mate.
Snoop Dogg smoked weed.
That's
We
just
definitely
ridiculous.
won't-
Allegedly. Sorry, I
Yes.
can't get sued saying stuff like that.
We definitely walked past his limousine.
Oh my
in
God, I'm
Dallas,
convinced,
Texas.
Ross.
Yeah.
In
Literally,
Dallas?
like smoke bellowing out the top of this.
Oh my God, was there a fire?
During the Hall of Fame,
Our Hall of Fame.
we went like out.
Oh, the WrestleMania one.
We
right?
went out to get like something from the shop. Or something. We were outside for a brief amount of time. Walked past a limousine, which
Near where the Hall of Fame is taking place.
Stank of weed, like stank of it. Got back to the hotel. Michael Hayes is still singing, and he has been for like
Oh, that one.
40
Yeah,
minutes.
there we go. Now I remember.
And I'm convinced they did that because Snoop Dogg was late and they needed to delay until he arrived.
Yeah, they said they ribbed
I do
him.
think we walked past the
I think
limo
it
as
was.
well.
I think they said they ribbed. Say it was a rib, saying, "Oh, go on, Michael, sing the whole song." And he's like,
He was tired by the end of that.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't Def Leppard or whatever you said. It wasn't Cody Rhodes. His tag partner is Logan Paul again. The match is on for WrestleMania, and the Mysterios get beaten down by Miz and Logan in a very unconvincing way. Because what else is Logan Paul going to do?
Logan Paul delivered a shoot. I repeat, a shoot skull crushing finale on Dom, I think it was. Because he didn't unhook the arms. He just twatted him down on his face.
Like
Didn't
the-
unhook the arms.
like the old pedigree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a shoot Hurricane Rana.
It was the shoot skull crushing finale. And he had him in the right place looking at the hard cam and then
Yeah.
turned away from the hard cam. Which, I mean, he's not a wrestler, so it's fair enough.
Yeah,
but, like,
I can't believe they got an untrained guy in and he hit a shoot move with the wrong camera. Wow, who saw that coming?
I thought the promo was a
Shane
bit...
McMahon sheds a tear. He's so proud.
That should have been me doing a horrible move.
He punches people full in the face, Shane. Once you notice it.
Yeah.
It's like,
And they look rubbish.
It's either
He's really hitting them and it looks cack.
It's either a hit or a miss. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
There's no in between. There's no
No.
work punches. But I thought the
Oh, he's not working right now.
The promo, he might be. Might be with TK. I hope not. Why is that even a story? That's besides the point. I think the promo setting this up was weird. How Miz was like, Ray never flew around the world and has a jet and has a nice wife and nice
Very
kids.
forced, right?
And then he's like, Rey Mysterio's like all of you. He's the least he's a cartoon man. He's a cartoon character come to life. He's Rey Mysterio. I can't do a Booyaka 619.
he might be relatable to the kids. Because that's why the kids love him, even though they're all like 40 now, the ones who first saw Rey Mysterio. But the new kids still love Rey.
Yeah. He's colourful, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colourful man.
Spans all generations.
Yeah.
It's like a vampire.
Oh, man, but when Logan Paul says to him, I got pool toys bigger than you, bucko, I almost died. What a line that is for your first promo in WWE.
It's like CM Punk.
We're a t-shirt tomorrow.
I'm glad he's
It's not his first promo, though. He's already did a few, didn't he? I can't tell because last time he was here, all I could hear was boo.
I'm glad he's a heel now and they just fully made him a heel.
I love they went, Logan Paul. All the kids love him. Be like, oh, no. These adults like myself going, there's a no escape.
Do you reckon there is a subsection of wrestling fans who like that sort of YouTuber?
Younger ones.
Do you reckon? I don't
Well,
think
yeah,
they're
as I
too
say,
mixed.
they're the young people who
Yeah.
watch these people. Yeah, but I don't know how many of them stay after he's left.
Yeah, right.
We're going to get KSI in and see if he's able to.
But he likes wrestling.
He does like wrestling.
He likes botchamania. Yeah.
So I forced that in. I forced that in like Miz forced in that storyline with Mysterio. That's right. You're all like Ray. Aye, that's right.
Have you ever related to Rey Mysterio?
I think I'm related to Dom. So my and dad's my real dad. Know what to do in those cold winter nights in Bish, Jack, as you well know. Only so many times you can watch Eric Bistow do a, blind darter.
Eric Bistow. The gravy man.
The gravy man, they call him.
What's his real name again?
Bristow.
Yeah.
Bristow, close enough. Veer is still coming, it says here.
Yeah.
It's well timed.
Well in.
Rhea Ripley faces Nikki Ash again and just wins. Nikki Ash, that little push. I thought, again, silly that this was going to get to WrestleMania, the feud, because they've been tagging for so long. They're like, no, Nikki, no. We've seen this for what it is.
The way you said again there, I got the hint that you might have thought this was like their 100th singles match on Raw.
No, it's a second consecutive time
I
that
love,
she just absolutely sparked her out.
It's only the second one.
Is
ever.
it?
Yeah.
It feels like
They've only
so
had
much
two.
more.
No, but that's what I mean. It's
Really?
two. They've obviously teamed up for ages and they've had two matches
Wow.
on Raw.
But it
and she's
feels
been
like
there
they've had
twice. Like
It feels like there's been a
quickly.
lot.
Yeah, it feels
'Cause
like
not
they've
even
been so many
competitively.
segments. Yeah.
I don't know what you say about this match. It was a
Yeah,
thing. It was a
we'll
thing.
can't wait until next week when Nikki
Rhea's-
Ash gets a win back, and then it looks like a feud.
Rhea's in a weird position because she was like the dominant one in the gauntlet match and then
Yep.
lost right at the end, and then she looked strong in the chamber but then lost at the end. And it's like she's in this weird, like they're not pushing her but they are.
She's one of those. We're keeping you in the back pocket in case something happens to the other champs.
Yeah.
Where you can realistically.
What do you call it? She's the understudy for the if one, when there's a play and someone
Yeah,
like
yeah.
learns
That's
all
right.
the lines in case that person gets ill.
I'd just say that it's like the Kane. Because there was a time when
Oh,
Kane
no.
was like I know it doesn't really have the same effect as it used to. But it's like, all right, if something happens, we can always put Kane in because he's always over.
Even in 2018. Imagine that.
I can't believe that match happened.
Oh,
Was that the triple threat?
yeah.
When Lesnar punched Strowman.
Yes, that's right. Calm down. Punch.
And that he murdered him before the show by pulling a thing down with a hook.
Do you remember when?
Not the hook.
God, do you remember when Miz led a cohort of heels to murder Braun Strowman in a bin wagon?
bin wagon,
and then
yeah.
a different bin wagon turned up on Raw.
He lived in the bin wagon for over 7 days.
I still remember people getting upset. It's a different bin wagon. Are you trying to tell me it would be more realistic to have the exact same one and
Yes.
speculate
Yes.
he lived in it for
Yes, it
7
would.
days? I missed that
But
time.
he's too thick to be crushed with the rest of the trash.
That's right.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, they just drove around for 7 days
God,
in the
Miz
back
tried to kill him, man.
to fight Kurt Angle's Shield.
That was class. It was,
What a nuts show that was.
Was that the Balor AJ one as
It
well?
was,
when the
yeah.
people were ill.
We
Yeah.
weren't working then. We missed that pay-per-view.
Was it in the gap?
That was
in
in the gap.
between?
Yeah.
It was in the in between.
That was in the gap. That was in part
That's the one we missed?
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks for saying we.
sorry.
No,
you,
no.
you missed?
No. Thanks. I was being genuine.
I consider myself a part of the show I've been doing for years.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. I was being
Is that
genuine.
selfish of me?
No, I was being legit. Sorry, I didn't mean.
It's
to
okay. I love you.
Love you too, man.
I'll have to go. So, where else did you grow up? I'll have to go there for a trek.
Jarrow.
Oh, never mind. Damian Priest successfully defends the US title against Shelton Benjamin. He gets on the mic and says he's running out of opponents, but then sexy Finn Balor arrives. He says if Priest wants a world champion level opponent, he'll see him next week. Priest is back to being good again.
Yeah.
He stopped doing the silly bollocks where I'm like, the Damian and the Priest gets DQ'd. Last week, he had the great match of AJ Styles, where he just looked like a proper wrestler. Now he beat Shelton Benjamin, who was obviously a great wrestler, and he was just normal again.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He's about to lose the title to Finn Balor.
Do you think?
But
you reckon?
He'll look great doing so.
Nah, Balor will get his arse handed to him.
They're not interested in pushing Balor, apparently. That was a report.
And I think it's some nerve of Finn Balor to call himself a world title level serious fighter here in 2022. That's all I'm saying. The nerve and the gall of the man.
He's technically true.
Is NXT?
For a day.
Is NXT a world
Oh, yeah,
title?
NXT don't exist anymore.
Well, it's 2.0.
2.0
That's
now.
all Priest needs to say. Yeah, that doesn't exist, mate.
Why wouldn't you say if you're open challenge for WrestleMania? That's what I want to know. If you're Damian Priest. No one says you have to fight on TV. When's a US champion ever fought on TV that much?
Nakamura got away with it with the IC belt.
He ran away
Yeah.
for months on end.
Yeah,
Just hid behind boogs.
yeah. And Big Pat doing the dancing.
Yeah.
We're distracted by that. We've been robbed of 15 Apollo Crews
Oh,
title
man.
defenses. Anyway,
What's
Red.
next? Like?
There you go. Oh man, what's next? I've just seen.
All the good work we did
Yeah, I
last
know,
week
right?
and it's been undone.
God.
Can't believe it.
Reggie invites Dana Brooke to the ring and apologizes for taking the 24/7 title off her last week. He offers to lay down and let her pin him, but keeps kicking out at 2. Finally, she kisses him to keep him down for 3. The chasing pack arrive, and Tozawa gets knocked off the apron into Mina's arms. He goes for a kiss as well, but Tamina just drops him. Reggie helps Dana escape. Ross, your thoughts?
Hey, now come on. Reggie did the good thing last week. He's been led along for a few weeks there, and he got the title, and he made her pay the bill. Now she's come back. I thought she was dressed like Charlotte Flair, and it was 2016 all over again. And then it's just all been undone. And then Reggie defends her from the chasing pack after being, I don't want to say the word screwed, but you know what I mean. Because of sex and
Hoodwinked.
Hoodwinked, yeah.
Flim-flammed.
Flim-flam. Yeah. Just, we've undone it. And Reggie looks a bit silly for me now.
Yep.
Love's complicated, guys. And I think these seemingly mixed motives and poor writing are actually a great, accurate representation.
You know what? That's actually a very beautiful point.
Of real dating. Reggie, Dana wasn't interested in Reggie. Now he's rejected her. She's kissed him. It's like, who wants what? And it's crap. It's really bad.
Yeah, but then again, so can love.
Yeah, love can be as well.
Be.
Just a second-hand emotion.
It's just your brain tricking you. Bianca Belair cuts a promo hyping her Elimination Chamber win. Becky Lynch arrives and points out that they're the only 2 women to have won in the main event of WrestleMania.
But I did it better.
Of course.
I love that line.
Becky says she used to be the man of the people, but the fans turned on her when she beat Belair, so now she despises her. Becky sits at ringside and watches Belair absolutely wipe the floor with Doudrop. Mein Gott, as the Germans say. Hello to the next sub, see you in 2 weeks' time. Because a running powerbomb the Doudrop, followed by hitting... Wow, what's the name of the move?
What? The KOD?
KOD.
KOD, there you go, sorry. I was so amazed with the
Kiss of
display.
Destiny.
Kiss of Destiny, silly me.
Which we saw in the last segment as well.
Is that
Yes.
what it's called, the KOD?
Kiss of Death?
Death?
Don't know, actually.
That makes more sense.
I'll have none of
Richard,
us know it.
we've forgotten what the move's called.
I always think that
Leopard.
in my head, I always think that Sammy's is the KOD, Guevara, and that hers is the
Yeah, because
GTA.
there's other
but
that's right. I don't want to say that.
But
and
his is-
look like a silly person.
His is a knee, and hers is like a
Yeah.
slam. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
She's
wow, she
very,
looked
she's
good.
very strong.
Becky's been, I think I've said this every week now, she's been
Kiss
so...
of Death.
That makes sense.
And she's got lipstick motifs on her, all her attire and stuff, so it makes sense.
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, Becky on the mic, she's been whatever. I don't want to feel like booing you. But this felt like the first proper thing she's done since returning. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I've been at WrestleMania. You've been at WrestleMania main event, but I'm better than you. Let's do this thing. Good.
And she was-
finally can stick my fork in something and actually bring something back up.
There wasn't a single plot hole to be found in what Bianca was saying, which was nice as
The
well.
Hall of Fame pothole.
She was just she was just spitting all the facts, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Soul Survivor, Elimination Chamber,
Yep.
this, that, and the other. Going to get a win back from SummerSlam. It was good.
Yep.
And I've written down here, horrible suplex that even made Bianca turn into Gary Neville.
What?
Gary Neville makes that,
Oh, the ooh one.
But I don't know what suplex. There must have been some suplex that went awry somewhere.
Wait, made who? Made Becky turn into Gary Neville?
I must have meant Becky, surely.
Becky was on commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I need to be more awake when I write these notes.
Nah, it's all right.
Yeah.
We got you, Bob.
I did enjoy Becky's role at ringside, though, because
Yep.
she is actively crapping her pants over the prospect of facing Bianca Belair.
Sometimes wrestling's great when 2 people go, I think I'm the best. Everyone goes, no, I think I'm the best and is to prove it. We should settle this. And you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Not my gimmick is I'm a donkey.
But don't make every storyline that, or you get
Well, no.
you get like NXT when
Yeah.
it was a bit boring. Yeah.
Time. Edge cuts a promo recapping his WrestleMania history before issuing an open challenge for this year's show. He says if someone faces him, he'll make them live forever. Immortality.
You are gonna live forever.
Great. I like them saying that he bought tickets to watch.
Oh, he listened to 3 or something.
Listen to
Three on the
3.
radio, yeah.
Crazy that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then he was at
He was at 6.
He was at 6, yeah, because that was the Canadian one. Bugger, I thought I'd remember it, but I haven't.
14 was the first he was at as a talent.
Right, so
Yeah.
it must have been the one before that he paid for.
But they said it took him
That's
2 years to get a match at Mania from
Right,
when he was,
right.
yeah. Something
They
like
brought him along as talent at 14, and then it was 16 when he made it.
Oh, he didn't. Was he not in the tag team battle royal? No.
that might have been pre-show, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be like them to rewrite history.
I was going to say yes. Cough. Anyway, the point was, it was nice to him going through all this and goes, yeah, well, it's now he's like the Undertaker level, goes, step of the ring, kid, I'll make you famous. And I was like, I'll
Jeff
make you live
Hardy
forever.
versus Edge at WrestleMania.
Forever.
Well, no, not anymore.
Could be, you never know.
AEW. That one lad.
The live forever is obviously Damian Priest. He said phenomenal somewhere in there, which is AJ Styles. Fight the inner demon, you Finn Balor. Was there any more references to any other people?
Oh.
Ooh.
He went.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Oh.
I think he went, I'm going to bring in the whole train at one point. I thought my Godfather was the first person I thought
And then he
of.
finished it by saying, "You've got no train."
He went, I've got everything I ever wanted, and I'll never get that back.
Oh, yes. Imagine.
Baldo.
Edge versus all
Yes.
three of X Factor.
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
Just incredible.
That's right. Not just the coolest, not just the best, but just in need of work. So
I hope it's AJ.
Yes. Or Cody Rhodes.
I think that was the one segment of the show where no reference to Cody was made on any platform.
What is Cody going to do?
anything he wants, apparently.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, Jim Cornette's thing propped up in my recommended about Cody, so I put it on just to see what he was
Go
saying.
on.
And he was like, they're going to make him wear a turtleneck all the time. I never thought about this. What's Vince McMahon's reaction going to be to the tattoo?
Does Vince not like Tony?
I think the thumbnail for the video is just Cody and someone, I think it might be Jim himself, wearing just turtlenecks. That'd be funny, that. Just like Shield 2.0 fronted up by Cody in a turtleneck.
I love it. It's like, oh, Cody, they'll cheer him and they'll get ready to cheer, see him wear a turtleneck. Boo. Shows you crap tattoo. Seth and Kev beat RK. I like the name Seth and Kev.
Seth and Kev, I just
Like
decided.
they're a couple that your mum knows.
Yeah.
Seth and Kev beat RK Bro in the main event to earn a spot in the upcoming tag team title match. And that was just a all right match.
Riddle,
I can't think of anything interesting to say.
Riddle reversing a clothesline into a T-bone suplex is something I've never seen done before, but it was done very, very well.
Yeah.
And I like this. I like that tag. That's what made me think there's going to be a tag team match with Rollins and KO at WrestleMania against maybe Austin and somebody, because the finishes, they aligned nicely.
Yeah.
The stunner into the stomp.
Yeah. Oh my God, who could it be?
The SS.
Go on.
I was trying to think of a name for the finisher, and I was just about to say, everybody, the SS, the stunner and the stomp.
Oh, no. But you didn't,
why
so
I
it's
should-
all right. You didn't say it.
Who
You didn't
could-
say the SS. It's okay.
Who would Austin's partner be?
Vince
I'm trying to
McMahon.
think.
So it was from Texas. Undertaker,
Shawn.
Shawn,
Yeah, Shawn might want a better last match.
the Texas Tornado. Bring
Yeah.
him back.
The Von Erichs.
Lance Archer.
Brucey P.
Yeah.
Is he from Texas? I think he lives in Texas, doesn't he? He grew up in Texas.
amount of something to wrestle with. You think I'd know whereabouts he is, but they go into really specific
He
areas.
started
don't
in
they?
Texas, didn't he? Taking the photographs and whatnot
Yeah.
with your fella. Is it Garnia? I get lost when they speak about that sort of stuff from back in the
The
day.
territories.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else.
From Texas.
Yeah.
Was
Was it Keith Lee from Texas?
Mark Cuban. There's one. Barney the dinosaur.
Famous
He's
people.
what?
from
Barney was
Texas.
shot in Dallas. Not
Someone
no,
shot-
No,
Oh,
no,
the
no. Why was it
bastards.
Dallas as well? I
can't believe it.
Of all the cities that I could have said that about as well.
Shot in Dallas.
Why Dallas?
J.R.
man?
Ewing shot Barney the dinosaur.
That's not J.R. Ewing. I
What
was
is
thinking of
happening
being
here?
shot
Go
in
away.
Dallas.
Right.
What is happening with your feet?
I don't, go away.
Sorry, off
I
camera, Ross's laptop is attacking
I
him.
just want to look. Why is it trying to make sure it's me? Right.
What is that?
Famous people from Texas. Mary Kay Ash in brackets there. Hot Wells.
What?
Gene Autry. Tioga. George W. Bush.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Michael Dell. Farrah Fawcett. Sounds like she's from London, huh? Farrah Fawcett.
No, she's in.
Jamie Foxx. Beyonce Knowles Carter.
Yeah, Beyonce. there we
sorted.
go.
What
Austin
a man.
and Beyonce.
Austin and Beyonce, finally.
There's a
She
seven
sings
go.
into the ring. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
Yeah, that famous Beyonce song.
Yeah.
Is that not Beyonce?
Isn't that song old?
I don't know.
Old as-
Ancient.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She might have done a. She
she
might
do
well
a
have done a.
cover?
She
I
might well
don't
have done a
know.
cover of it.
Oh yeah, she does a cover. You save, but
I can
that's like
picture Beyonce Knowles singing that at Glastonbury or some sort of festival. You know, it's on BBC like in the middle of the night in the summer.
It's by Salt and Pepper.
yeah.
Beyonce's secondary band after Destiny's Child.
Oh no,
Oh, thank God for that.
Are you saved? Are you saved?
no, it was covered by Salt and Pepper, but it was originally recorded
Oh,
by
Destiny's Child.
Linda Lindell, whose recording reached number 50 in 1968.
Because they sung that song, The Ring, for
But
Bret
then-
Hart at
so-
WrestleMania 11.
But then Salt and Pepper made it big.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But has Beyonce ever sung it?
Well, to be fair, she's had songs called "He's My Man," "If I Were a Boy."
She sings Austin to the ring with "If I Were a Boy." I think I could understand.
She's got a song called "My Man." Oh no, that's "He's My Man," but with a different type. Yeah, I've just made a mess there, lads. Very
all
sorry.
right.
Very sorry.
It's okay, that was awesome, thank
We
you.
live and learn.
Is it because me and Jack both did the... It's at the same time, that's what made
Kelly
it.
Rowland, right? Remember her song "Stole"? Life was stole. Whoa, now they'll never know. The video of that is like a tragic tale of two school kids like dying. One gets shot, and I think one takes his own life. And I think that I thought there's a bit where the kid is in the lunch, like the cafeteria, and he bites into his sandwich, and all the cool kids point and laugh at him because he's like a nerd. And then the next thing is he's found dead. And I thought that the cool kids had poisoned his sandwich when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because it seems like that. And it turns out, no,
They might have done.
They might have done.
You never know.
they didn't. They didn't do that.
It's causation, not realization.
Can anybody who was familiar with the video for Stole please let me know what it's really about in the comments? Thank you. Right,
Did he
sorry.
steal that sandwich?
Did they poison? I think they poisoned his sandwich.
Oh. I like your theory about that.
Yeah. And then Kelly's like, she's not part of it. She's like an omniscient like narrator. Yeah.
Makes it sound really scary. Speaking of scary, NXT 2.0.
Come on.
Bron Breakker opens the show and wonders who his next challenger will be for Stand and Deliver. And yes, he sounds like Rick or Scott Steiner the entire time, which I do like to hear from
Yes.
Bron. Dolph Ziggler enters and says that Bron has the night off, which annoys the champion who wants to fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Ziggler wants Breaker. Ciampa wants Ziggler. Ziggler versus Breaker will happen at Stand and Deliver because of what happened at the end of this show, I assume.
I assume so, yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the bit where he's like criticizing his Canadian tuxedo, the old the double denim.
The double denim.
And he's like, they don't pay me to dress up, they pay me to kick people's ass, pal. How are you, man? Bron Breaker.
Is that your move of the week?
Fantastic.
Good lad, man.
No.
Okay.
It's coming up soon, though.
Grayson Waller beats LA Knight. Boo.
Who?
Thanks to a The Rock. Thanks to a distraction from Sanga and a handful of tights. Knight attacks afterwards and lays them both out. And he says, hey, I am the last man standing. Yeah. Wow. What a good film with Bruce Willis that is.
How hard is LA Knight? He's battered,
great?
but he beats up everyone all of the time. How does he do that?
He's the most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment.
Yeah.
My move of the week,
Right.
I'm not stepping on any toes here, was
You
when
do
he
it every week, so go for it.
Oh, Rose! He stomped on a mud hole in Grayson Waller, and the crowd was going, yeah, after every flip.
They really do pack the plants in for LA Knight's matches. Like.
It's only a matter of time.
The plans for everything else, those people are shooting.
WrestleMania 39 main eventer, The Rock versus The Rock.
Yeah.
Forget about Roman Reigns. LA Knight versus The Rock Dwayne. At WrestleMania. Gotta happen. It was nice. It was sort of like Miz and Ray this, and how much of a throwback it was, I thought. A throwback affair.
Yeah, it was good, but I'm getting a little bit sick of the feud now. I feel like we already peaked with the restraining order and all that. But the last man, I guess it'll lead to a last man standing match anyway.
Oh, yeah, because he said, oh,
He did say those words.
Christ. Hey,
Yeah.
working these things out. Hey, how clever.
It's NXT though. They have to have a match where they bang bins in Singapore canes on each other first before it's officially over. So that's out of the way. But I think LA Knight's at the point now where it's like Brock goes, there's no one else who can beat me. And then LA Knight's music plays and then he comes down and kicks his ass.
He did do that, didn't he?
Yeah. He got a good old voice break for the record, for the lads on Raw. Dakota Kai finds Wendy Chu asleep backstage and tells her she's unsure about becoming tag partners.
I've had to shuffle some of these segments around.
Don't
because
worry about it. She says she doesn't have a great track record, but she remains optimistic and walks off. Dakota muses it over with her imaginary friend.
So Wendy, a bit that I've left out there,
Yeah.
Wendy goes, I saw you talking about this with your imaginary friend. And Dakota denies the existence of it. It's all very deep, complex stuff. No, I agree.
No, sorry.
No, I agree. I'm
Wendy
bored.
Chu, it's...
True.
yeah. Last week, she said, can I be your tap partner? She went, no. And then this week, well, I'm unsure about
no,
it.
she didn't say no last week. She said, get back to me, and left her. And Dakota was like,
That's a soft no.
nah.
Well, the no got a lot softer because obviously she's like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
why not?
Well,
But then she needed to speak to her imaginary friend.
Do you think they're going to win the Dusty Cup?
No.
No, I've got a team that I want to win, but they're not here yet. We'll get to them very soon. I think you know who it is.
Can't wait. Go on,
I
Ross.
feel a bit bad for Dakota Kai. When she went away, right? And then
Yep.
she dug her own grave.
Yeah.
And then there was all those segments with this mysterious voice going, ooh, what was the catchphrase they kept using for the return, whatever it was.
You're only smoking mirrors.
But then she's come back to be the reverse Oompa Loompa with an imaginary friend. I'm going back there again. Ooh, tag team partners might break up. Ooh.
Oh, with the, yeah.
I don't like the look of it.
But now she's imaginary friend
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
What
right.
is that?
I remember those segments because she was right next to Elias burning his gear and going, I don't think this is a good idea, Dakota, by the way.
is
I haven't been
Elias?
seen in months.
Where is he, man?
Well, they revealed that he's had an appearance on the WWE 2K game.
As
where it's
Macho
got
Man.
his different gear.
Yeah.
Well, it was like supposed to be Macho Man gear, but it's just him in like small
So they
tights.
scrapped that new gimmick he was going to have.
Yeah.
And then they've just
Forgotten about
forgotten about
Yeah.
him. But
in the
haven't,
video game, people are like, what does he look like? We need him for the game.
but haven't
And we're like,
released him, though.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
No, they wait till Mania before doing that.
Yeah.
For the other
Well,
annual
The next
releases.
quarterly report's coming in, that's when we'll...
That's it.
Yeah.
Do you think people have the wrestlers have their calendars now with a big red X? Like, don't buy anything expensive around this period.
We're laughing, but it's sad, isn't it?
It is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's laugh or cry at this point.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Cora Jade takes Raquel Gonzalez to a treetop adventure park to overcome her fear of heights.
Come on.
Look at you getting excited in the background, shaking your
these
fist.
two women. I want them to win the Dusty Cup. I wasn't convinced with the infamous gym segment where Cora Jade flipped the switch so quickly. But this was just heartwarming, wasn't it, friends?
If I could ban one thing from NXT 2.0, it's these
Cora
two,
Jade.
it's these
Sorry.
two friends who aren't really friends doing physical activity things together because they're cringy no matter who's involved. We had Von Wagner and Kyle doing their things in the
Oh, in
woods.
the woods, yes.
They were in the woods.
Those crazy cats. That was cringe as bollocks. This was cringe as bollocks as well. I'm sure there's been more since the Kyle and Von days, those halcyon days. I did enjoy one part where Raquel's in some sort of tube high above the ground. She shouts, I am not a hamster. That's good, that. But yeah, that.
Did you not enjoy when the last big obstacle was the zip line? The zip line.
The massive
And-
one scared of heights.
Yes, and that was the joke.
Juxtaposition.
But she goes, "Come on, Raquel, you've got this." And she's like, "I don't know if I can do it." And they set off, and it cuts, and Raquel's filming herself, and way she's instantly having a great time. Like she was scared, and then straight away was like, "This is actually meant. I'm going to film it." Class.
Yeah.
I think they're
So
purposefully a
again-
bit wank, aren't they?
I don't know at this point.
I
I
don't
can't.
know.
I'm so past beyond, like, is this supposed to be this bad?
I
But
think this is because I think this is an exercise to improve Cora's acting, and this is developmental. So
yeah, I'll give you that.
because why else would they do this?
Why else would they do this?
Good question, Joe.
Why
Yeah.
would they do this?
And
That's trying. Why would they? Like, why would this be written down on a bit of paper and then put into a TV show?
I bet they had a fun day for that.
Yeah, the writers all went, I need to get some cardio.
Have you ever been
Jim's
to,
busy.
Have you been to Go Ape?
I want to.
It's fun.
Is it?
Let me tell you now.
Oh, is it like that?
And I don't even really like heights, but I found it fun.
I'm all right with
I felt
heights.
safe. I had carabiners going all over the place and that.
What's a carabiner?
The clippy thing. So
You've not helped.
you know at the gym when you want to do your tricep pull down, but you might want
Oh, that's that's a name of that?
to. Well, the little attachment is
Yeah.
with the lock. Like it's like a bike clip. It's like a
yeah,
bike lock.
I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
that's a carabiner.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a rock climbing tool. Yeah.
I'm going to use that and look really cool.
Yeah. I hope I've got that right.
People look at me, what?
Richard, you're active and cool. Carabiner, yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Rich, I haven't got an idea.
She's like, leave me
Just
alone.
nodded along and let me go back to sleep.
Def Leppard.
Hey, he's been Googling all sorts this week.
Yes, guys. Needs his rest. So, yeah, these segments would be all right. They do 19 of them,
Yes.
per episode. Even more so when it's the Dusty Classic. They go, oh God, we actually need tag teams for this.
Women's tag teams.
We're bollocked here.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that I've seen better acting on a watch most of the time.
Come on now.
They're rubbish.
They are rubbish. I wish they would go full hog, like Thrill Seekers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what's the song Part in the USA? It's Miley
Rock
Cyrus.
America. We're
Rock
gonna
America.
Rock
That's
right?
Beyonce,
We're
right?
gonna rock America.
Sorry.
I wish they would go full hog and have like Raquel and Cora ride horseback and
Yeah.
Oh, you do all of them in one
just
month.
do all of it, go the dodgems
The
and have
shot of Jericho patting the horse is one of the funniest things.
then have Cora take someone back to a hotel room and then Raquel comes and goes, well, you can't be taking him back there. That's how it ends, isn't it? With Lance and Chris taking some older women
there?
back to the hotel.
I don't remember this bit.
Sure, it ends like that.
I remember Jericho hitting on an alien.
Obviously, Richard, we can't play this in the podcast, but please, I need you to verify that this happened. And it's not just some sort of weird
This might have
fever.
been a different vignette.
Just towards the end. It could be a different vignette.
It's really awkward when in a podcast and you think, remember when Chris Jericho shouted up that alien? Oh, that was a dream. Sorry.
He chats up the alien at one point, and then Lance tries to talk to him. He's like, "Go away."
There we are, straight away.
And there's the bit where they're throwing bread. Can we
Towards-
just watch the whole thing?
Towards the end, Richard, you'll see them go.
We're gonna rock
The
America.
Thrill Seekers will rock America! Exclamation.
It's so good.
What was that
it-
there? They're inside.
Was this meant to have been legit? Was this meant to have been really big?
Legit?
Was it actually being? As in, like, were they being ironic, or was this genuinely?
No.
That's even
They were
better.
there to seek thrills.
So good. Because it's so cheesy, it's brilliant.
Unless it was on a different Thrill Seekers vignette. 'Cause I
Wait,
definitely
I saw
remember
it.
them going to a hotel room.
I don't remember that bit, and I've watched this a lot of times.
Helicopter rides. They did everything.
Oh my god, it's so
We
good.
need cheesy American, like cheesy 80s music, on top of Cora Jade and Raquel Gonzalez doing something silly.
Out on the
That's what'll
back
save
street.
this.
We're gonna hold on to what we've got.
There's a bit where they're throwing bread into the bear pit, into the bear enclosure at the zoo, and
They
then
prefer pizzas.
and then Jericho's down there catching the bread in his mouth. Oh man,
It's like Father Ted and Dougal doing My Lovely Horse music video.
yeah, it really is.
Just
Yeah.
ping pong.
Do you not like the Thrill Seekers Rock America?
I
No,
love it, mate.
I love that.
love
It's
it.
crap.
I wish they would go full hog NXT with
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
with how
Yeah, they're
silly-
doing that in NXT, but they're not doing it like,
But they try and make it good.
yeah. Come
on.
on, guys, let's go do this thing. I'm like, I'm the wrong audience for this.
They're nice people. They're just like you and I.
Cora's a scared
And at least
girl.
if they're going to do a bit with
Raquel's-
Raquel Gonzalez being scared of heights, they didn't do one bit of a look, I'm scared of heights. Look, and she looks down and goes, ah.
No, that would be
That would have
'Cause she's
saved it.
tall,
'Cause at least
yeah.
they know, but it's just like, no.
I'm going to look while you continue chatting.
No problem.
I need to confirm this isn't some sort of weird dream I've had.
Io Shirai and Katie Ray, another wacky tag team, beat Amari Miller and Lash Legend.
She
another
is
wacky tag-
massive.
Yeah.
Lash Legend. No wonder the woman can get a cult. She is huge. What a dominating presence she has inside that squared circle.
Absolutely. In the first round of the Dusty Classic with Toxic Attraction watching on from their private lounge.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say. Like their sexy environment.
I never know what to say these segments, mate. Anything? Are you still on Jericho?
No, I've given
Still on
up.
Jericho.
I've just had my weirdo who dreams about
Oh,
Chris
don't
Jericho.
worry though. Sorry to interrupt you though, Ross, because don't worry, no time for that. Josh Briggs gets Brooks Jensen to record a video for a dating app, but he ends up talking about Caden Carter. What's he like, the silly old goofball? Later, Fallon Henley.
Who's Fallon Henry?
Is this the bar woman?
Oh,
Oh, bar woman. All right.
Was it?
Oh, I don't know, but that
might
would
have
make
been.
sense though. Yeah, that makes
Bar
sense.
lady walks by and tells Jensen he can just take a picture instead. She helps him set up his wacky dating profile.
Richard, have you seen NXT this week?
If bad.
Right, let's pretend you're at the bar and you're on your own, right? And I've come in there with some Kavorka pulsating through my veins. And I've walked up to you, Richard, and I've said, if you're a Transformer, you're Optimus Fine.
You also said Optimus by accident.
Did he?
I think he mispronounced
You're
Optimus.
octopus fine.
Would you take me home, Richard?
Oh, definitely.
You definitely would take me home. What a line that was that you butchered.
Yeah. There was the bit where he forgot his name and he said, I'm Josh Briggs. And I didn't realise because I can't
I didn't know them as JB and BJ. I don't know which way is which.
Josh Briggs is not Bull Buchanan's son. Bull
Yeah.
Buchanan's son is the one doing the dating video.
They're both rubbish, but Josh Briggs is the even more rubbish one.
No, Brooks Jensen. I don't know. This isn't helping either.
We're debating which one's the more
It's
rubbish.
Otis and Tucker, but worse, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not as good
Take
as
all
Otis
the
and
stuff
Tucker,
that
yeah.
worked for Otis and Tucker and throw it in the bin. Oh, sorry, no, you've signed a
was that bit
contract.
where-
Come on, 2.0.
The bit where he's like, I love women, I love men, but not like that, though.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
nothing
though.
wrong with
Oh my
that.
God, who wrote this? Bruce Pritchard wrote it.
2001, yeah.
Yep.
Good. It was good. That really good.
That was so good.
Oh my God. Just seeing who's coming up next.
Oh. Dante Chen, I know he's good, breaks his one rule and attacks Duke. Sorry, beg your pardon. So sorry. Dull Hudson.
Johnny Chen is a charlatan. He
had
said
one rule.
He said,
One rule, he
I'm
broke
honourable. I always let you know when I'm going to attack you. I'm going to attack you. This time he didn't. Bastard.
I can't believe the rest of the
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Even when you're Dante Chen.
Disgusting. Dull wins, both the victory and morally, and later kisses Perosia Perota backstage.
Now then, Richard, it is now time for my move of the
Wait,
week.
no.
Oh, baby.
The way Dull Hudson grabs Persia Perota and then goes, "Ugh," and then,
Oh,
"Whoa."
it was steamy.
It was like a porn from the 70s or something. It was so robotic, it couldn't have been real.
I'm sorry.
The way he grabbed her.
No.
And then sort of
The
cocked his body
the
and then
passion.
went,
It was like the Tin Man.
That's it.
I can walk again.
No, it was steamy. Right? It was hot. I was getting excited watching it.
the way he can do. By the way, they seem to have dropped the whole poker thing's gone. Like,
Yeah,
there's no
he's
reference
just
to
hot
poker.
now.
It's
He
just
wanted to poke her.
No, he's not.
They
dear.
did go away with each other, though, didn't they? Or did Persia
No,
ran away?
no
Persia
way.
ran away.
When
Yeah, Indy arrives and Persia runs off. Duke
God.
tries to flirt with Indy, who rejects him, but Dexter Loomis overhears and gets the wrong end of the stick. He leaves all sad, and Indy chases after him. It says, "This is pure EastEnders. How dare you bring?"
What did Indy say
EastEnders
to
this?"
say to Dull? Like
Like,
any other
no.
human being would?
Well, no, he said, I want to kiss you. And he went, no. And he went, but we used to. That was a long time ago. And it was like,
And
of course,
then-
that he's been there the entire time, like a little pervert.
And
just
then-
watching.
She ran away before she ran away, she said,
Dexter!
I despise you.
I've got to say
Who wrote that?
that next to Duke Hudson and Persia Perota, Indy Hartwell was like an Oscar-nominated actor.
Oh, God.
She's better than them at acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Apart from that one line at the end.
Yeah.
I just
Duke Hudson, I despise you.
Now I feel
She's like
bad.
Judi Dench in this scene.
I feel bad because I'm really bad at acting. Like, it's not something I'm good at. But I think when they did the embrace, some of that was Persia's fault as well, surely. Because she's not the best either.
Just take two to tango.
Yeah.
I guess it does, yeah. But he's the leading man. I've watched an episode of Strictly Come Dancing, and you've got the one who leads and the one who follows. Persia was a follower in that situation. Dull. The Tin
All right,
Man is the best comparison.
Brucey P's
Why are we
doing.
like-
All right, in this scene, you need to emote. What? No, you need to emote. You need to pretend you love her. I don't understand. No, come on, some emotion.
To be fair, after he saw off Dante Chen with his big boot and his razor's edge, he looked down the camera and went.
Yeah, because Dante Chen hit him the balls
He's
accidentally.
got that emotion going from whatever that emotion is.
Hello, Persia.
Desperation.
Confusion.
You are a hot lady. Let me kiss you now.
Oh, man.
Cameron Grimes arrives with Trick Williams.
Sorry, Carmelo Hayes, I should have said, arrives with
That's
Trick
not true.
Williams.
Yeah, of course that's not true.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we're a tag team now. Wait, what? And talks about how he stole the show at Vengeance Day. Pete Dunne interrupts.
What are you on about?
It's like an episode of Grange Hill.
Pete, you what mate Dunne interrupts and wants a shot at the North American title. Trick is hesitant, but Hayes wants to accept. Ooh. Cameron Grimes attacks Hayes from behind and has a match with Trick, which he wins.
Yes. It was interesting to see Trick Williams have a singles match. We've not seen much of Trick, apart from getting involved a little bit. So it was good.
Yeah.
These are the four work horses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Don't know what to say.
workhorses, it's just reminded me. So, there's this NXT Level Up now. So
The show formerly known as 205 Live, yeah?
Yeah, Kushida lost in the main event to Idris Inoue. Kushida is just... That's Kushida.
Is Idris the scandalous man?
Idris is the bad boy of the
bad
two.
boy,
yeah, he's the bad boy. He's not the one who got a boner.
What's his name?
Soft lad.
Malik Blade.
Malik Blade.
Soft Malik Blade.
His blade is dull, you
no,
might
wait,
say.
he's got a hard blade. Yeah, he's...
Oh, no, he's the one with the hard on, right?
Yeah, Blade.
We know your wrestlers.
There's a WrestleMania feud down the line. Blade versus Claymore.
Yeah.
Brucey P years from now. If only he'd followed that gimmick and embraced the boner, he would have gone further in his career. Andre Chase gives up.
Yes.
No,
He's
no,
back.
no.
Andre Chase is back.
I thought we were past the vignettes and now Andre Chase could just be himself in matches, which was better.
Yeah.
But now we're back to the vignette.
Oh, no. This is peak NXT 2.0, this.
Andre Chase gives a lecture on intentional fortitude, but keeps getting asked questions about come Tuesday. Oh, as was known this week, come Tuesday.
Come to Tuesday.
A lot of come. Chase throws a student out while being cheered on by Bodie Haywood.
Nice one, Mr. Chase.
There's something about, Andre Chase being nice and then turning into an arsehole when someone asks him a question, which I like. I think it's a fantastic, layered gimmick that is up at the top of NXT 2.0's gimmicks for me.
I feel as if there's not enough of a contrast between him normal and him angry. It doesn't go from 1 to 100, which would make it funny. It goes from 30 to 40.
I know, he's like, this is intestinal fortitude. And he's like, what's intestinal fortitude, sir? It's this, you dumbass. It's like the difference is, it is very small.
It's not big enough.
And it's great to ask him questions to learn, and he's a teacher, and he hates being asked.
Yeah.
He's doing his job.
It's a
We can all
fantastic
relate.
character.
Yeah.
He hates, well, not children, adolescents. He hates them all.
Apart from Bodie.
Apart from Bodie, who was on his side,
Of course.
in his corner.
Yeah.
Bodie.
Bodie moving.
Body moving.
Don't F with
Body
cats
moving.
now.
I didn't watch that, actually.
You not seen it?
No.
That was the craze of
know.
pre-pandemic. Was it pre-pandemic or
A while
during?
ago now. Before Tiger King, so I think it was pre-pandemic, because Tiger King
I
was
thought it was after
pandemic.
Tiger King.
I thought it was before.
Who knows?
Oh. Probably Captain Google, but he's too busy.
I also need to watch the
Tinder Swindler.
Tinder Swindler. Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but the Cats one, I'll warn you, because it gets...
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's-
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing, but it's like...
The Tinder Swindler's
bit way more grim than Tiger
Oh,
King.
yeah.
He's a hoot from start to finish, the Tinder Swindler. What a clever guy.
So, I know the name, and I'm vaguely aware of it. What was
So
it?
let's pretend you live in London.
I live in London.
Jack lives in Amsterdam.
Okay.
All right.
I am the Tinder Swindler.
Okay.
I'm in London, right?
Okay.
And I've said to you, hello, I'm on Tinder now. We've both swiped right.
Oh, great.
We've connected. And I'm like, Maffew,
nice.
I'm getting out of the country tomorrow. I want to meet you in person. Let's have a coffee in this hotel lobby that I'm staying at. Here is the hotel. Come down here now. Then
All right.
you go, yes, Ross, I'll come down with you. Let's have a cup of coffee.
That's what
and
I
then,
mean.
and then I go, Maffew, do you want to go on holiday with me?
Matthew's quite a demure southern lady. Isn't he?
I was like, Maffew, do you want to go on holiday with me? I've got this private jet. I'll take you down to Heathrow now and we'll just get on this private jet and fly to Amsterdam.
But that's where I am.
Yeah.
You don't know
And
that,
I'm
Maffew.
blazed
Oh,
off
I don't
my
know.
tits.
Amsterdam private jet, yay!
Yes, so you hop on the private jet. I wine and dine you. Maybe 69 you. Who knows what's going on? We land in Amsterdam, and then I'm like, oh, I've got some important business to go on. Could you just look at this flat for me that I'm interested in buying?
What?
You say, yes, yes,
For
yes.
you, anything.
This bit,
Yeah.
hang on, this bit. Should I come back and recap
Yeah.
that bit once you've. Yeah, sorry.
So then, once you've gone and looked at this flat, which I'm interested in buying, I've now gone off to a different hotel where I've messaged Jack
Right.
saying, I'm in this hotel in Amsterdam, come and meet me, blah, 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 blah. And then it gets deeper and deeper and deeper with these people, but he's playing them off each other in different countries. So you're paying for my flights to see him.
What?
And he's paying for my flights to see someone else somewhere else. So he's got this rotation.
So
of-
he's paid. You've paid for the first private jet, I guess.
I don't know. Wait, yeah, maybe, yeah. But
Yeah.
then after that one, he's using everybody. So he keeps asking for I've got these enemies against me and all this stuff. Can you get a loan of this money?
Right.
Could I get this credit card out in your name? Because if I get it in my name, my enemies will find me and this, that, and the
Oh
other.
my God.
And it's like he just swindles these
How-
lasses for hundreds
Jesus.
of thousands of dollars.
How does.
Hundreds of thousands?
I think it says 10 million in the documentary. He eventually gets out of this circulation of women he's got.
But
going.
what's the end goal, or is it just doing that?
That's his job. Job. That's his livelihood. That's how
his
he
job.
Wow.
makes money.
How does. So.
But then at the end, one of them obviously finds out about it, and then she starts she knows that he obviously has this big collection of clothes. And she just takes them all and then starts selling them all to get some of her money back, which is already obviously lost through the loans and that.
How
Sheesh.
do they all fall for it? And how?
Because he baits them with the lifestyle by showing them like, oh, look at this private jet I've got, and let's go to this place I said we're going to go to. It's all like legit. But then there's like, if it turns out he has a child with this lass who's on the plane with the woman he picks up in London. But
My God.
But the woman obviously never reveals who she is. It's clever, but it's horrible.
Yeah.
But it is clever, but it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's more horrible than clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is clever, but it is horrible.
Yeah, because I saw online people like, oh, Tinder Swindler is now in negotiation with like a film about was like, people like, this is the guy who's getting rewarded for his behavior?
Somehow he's not in jail. He should be in jail, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a swindler.
He's a swindler. But he's on Instagram still. Living his life.
2022, Wow. Well, thank you for following.
I hope I've got that right, because if I haven't, I've made a right tit to myself.
I think you got the core idea of it being a swindling person on Tinder.
Yeah. How do we speak about him?
I don't know, actually.
Richard, any ideas?
I don't know, but I'm glad we talked about it. I feel nourished.
Andre Chase to the Tinder Swindler.
That was it, yeah. Sure, why not? Nikita Lyons makes her NXT debut, defeating Kayla Inley. Twitter explodes in a Hook or Jamie Hayter fashion.
Yeah.
Did they ever?
There were some horny boys and
That's
girls
a whole
on
lot
Twitter.
of women.
There was some horniness going on. Yeah.
They admired the in-ring prowess. I agree, Jack.
That's right.
She has an incredible spinning heel kick.
I was so scared of whatever was going to come next.
No, the finish. And then she does the pin.
And does a split.
I'm really relieved that she looks pretty good because the vignettes built her up for a fall. Because the vignettes were all, she's the best at everything.
She
and
can
a
wrestle.
manager
She can
groupie.
sing.
So, and now, thankfully, she looks all right. So it's good.
Yeah.
I would say out of all of the ladies on the NXT 2.0 roster, Nikita Lyons has the most Kavorka.
I mean, 100%.
No
Gotta-
higher
gotta
praise
agree
can be-
with that.
No, that's
thrown
the
at you.
highest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Cora Jade's up. No, I'm joking.
Malcolm Bivens and it's good. Malcolm Bivens and the Creed brothers in the ring with the Dusty Classic trophy, which they won. Imperium Interrupt and Gunther
Gunner, as Malcolm Bivens calls him.
says that the Creeds never take the tag belts from Fabian and Marcel. Malcolm Bivens says something. We're not going to lose to you sauerkrauts, etc., etc. The two teams brawl on the outside. Well, Gunther prepares to attack Bivens, but Solo Sikoa arrives to let Gunther out with a super kick. Bivens gives him a shaky
so
thumbs up. Malcolm Bivens, NXT Person of the Year, and it's only February.
It's taken them a long time to utilize Malcolm Bivens
Yeah.
in a funny way, even though, like, everyone who watched, was it Evolve? I think he was probably in the most.
Yeah,
As
I'd say
Stokely
so.
Hathaway. Like, it was well known, and I didn't watch much Evolve, that he was really funny and really good. And then you follow him on Twitter and realize, oh, yeah, he's really good.
Yeah,
And it's taken him a while to get here, but he's here now.
yeah. Never give up. Nah, you should. Just
but
magnificent.
he didn't do it for... Sorry, Solo Sikoa didn't do it for Malcolm. Remember that. He did it for himself.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
crucial
it. It's
thing.
because there's 6-person tag
Well,
matches. Get ready for that.
Death threat, but death warrant on himself, hasn't he? What's the phrase I'm looking for? He just
Death
wants
warrant.
to. He wants
That
to
works.
phrase Gunter, doesn't he?
He does.
It's not a good
Why
thing.
does he want to do that?
Yeah, why would you want to do that?
Silly.
He's a thrill
You
seeker.
could
is what he
barely
is.
beat
for the
Boa,
lols.
Solo. You could barely beat
Yeah.
Boa. Now what?
Hey, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, true.
To be fair, Boa does have the spirit of a 1,000-year-old
Sleepy lady inside
living
of it.
inside.
Oh yeah.
What would?
Yeah, Wendy
I
Chu
forgot
was-
about that.
Yeah, she was
Like-
Mei Ying.
Yeah.
That's why he paints his face still, because Mia. What was he called? Tian Shah. That was the
Mei Ying.
group.
Oh,
Mei
yeah,
Ying.
Tian
no?
Shao, yeah. Mei Ying was Wendy Chu.
Yeah, he's got the spirit of her living inside of him still. That's how he can breathe fire.
Jai Li
That's right. Yeah.
is now Electricity Woman on SmackDown. They've gone on to do equally great
This
things.
is like 8-year-old me reading the instruction manual to Mortal Kombat, reading all the characters' stories on a poo. Joe Gacy and Haaland are interviewed and shown security footage of them approaching Draco Anthony in the gym.
He loves that late,
2:30
he
a.m.
loves the late night gym
Always be
sessions.
working, man.
Potter.
The footage shows Draco arguing and shoving them away. Gacy explains that Draco is an athletic piece of clay that he can mold. But first, Draco and Haaland are going to settle their differences in the ring next week.
He needs to lay off the coffee, Draco.
Yeah.
Because that's the consistency of the character so far. And he was coffee man
Yeah.
in the coffee shops, but now he's at the gym at 2:30 a.m.
You're right.
Put the caffeine down, Draco.
Yeah. Those red eyes.
I don't know if it's just because it was surrounded by. This wasn't the best. They've had a couple of all right weeks NXT 2.0, and this one crashed back down. And I think that I don't know whether it was just it was better than a lot of the stuff around it, but I found this quite effective because I thought, oh, that is creepy. He's in the gym on his own, big dark building, and then these two blokes come and try and talk to him. I was like, I'm quite invested.
Can you spot us, pal? Hi. Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter advanced to the next round of the Dusty Classic, beating Ivy Nile and Diamond Mine newcomer Tatum Paxley. Nile chokes out Paxley.
Josh Briggs and
Where do they find these names? What did you say there? Tatum.
Tatum. T-A-T-U-M.
Like Dedrick Tatum.
Yeah, Dedrick
Yeah,
Tatum from The Simpsons.
yeah.
Nile chokes out Paxley afterwards until Roderick Strong makes her stop.
Yeah, Niall's not a good teammate. We've learned this.
I think it was a hint of jealousy there.
Oh.
Because
think
she
so?
is the lady of the diamond mine, and now this pretender is on the scene. If Malcolm Bivens was impressed by her, maybe she could have been in the diamond mine with her.
So there's
I agree, Ross. It's not Diamond Mine, it's Diamond Hours. She's not getting the memo.
Ah.
So there's Tatum Paxley, and there's Fallon. What was the bar woman? We think it's the bar woman. The woman in the Josh Briggs storyline, Brooks Jensen.
Oh, yeah, let me
Fallon.
read that.
I don't remember these
Fallon.
names. Tatum
Fallon,
Paxley.
for the oldest joke in the book. Where is it?
God, this is exciting.
Sorry,
Can't find it. Oh, Henley.
Fallon Henley.
Fallon Henley.
Like Don Henley. She's American Pie. She's rooting to an
Mm-hmm.
American girl. She's with Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. That's how I'm going to remember that. Fallon Henley. Tatum Paxley. From
Tatum.
Yeah.
It's a first, no offense if there's any
Tatum.
Tatums out there. This is a new name for me. I've never heard of
Is
one
it?
called Tatum.
Ah.
That's a first name, yeah. God.
Tatum.
Tatum.
Tatum. I'm just going around. Tatties. Me grandma.
Titties.
Do you want some tatties? No,
Tatum.
Grant. Put them down. Nice reversals by the Cowie Takers. Nice hard stuff from the Hard Lasses. The finisher was a bit crap, but then they're not a proper tag team, are they? So
None of them are,
I thought I was
Ross,
fine. No, but Casey and Caden, they nailed their
sorry,
finisher.
yeah.
But the Hard Lasses didn't nail their finisher, which
Yeah.
I thought was okay because they're not a proper tag team yet.
Yeah.
Well, they could be if Malcolm Bivens likes him a bit of Tatum.
Yeah.
We need to mention come Tuesday's promo, by the way.
Oh,
No,
but
go
don't
on.
worry,
What are you
don't
doing?
worry.
Oh, it's coming up.
Oh, no, wait, I think...
No, you haven't
Oh,
written
no,
it down.
I didn't.
Just,
No, I
just
didn't. I forgot, sorry.
give us a blow
Sorry.
by blow.
A blow by blow.
I couldn't even be bothered to say it. Go on, Dross.
So Robert Stone says some things,
He does.
and I wasn't listening because I was waiting for the moment where Vaughn was going to come in with the full stop at the end of the long convoluted sentence that Robert Stone's out of his mouth, and this was it. This is what he said, everybody. And you're just living in it. By the way, Richard, can you show the screensaver you've got on this computer? Look at this. Oh, you're not going to connect it. Oh. He's got this picture. Oh, man, we'll have to show you after the podcast is over. Oh, yeah, show Maffew. I'll take a picture for the podcast listeners at home and I'll put it on Twitter as well.
I forgot it was that. I'm so glad I finished that copy. I would have gone everywhere.
Yeah, I only have the browser connection.
Check my Instagram at Ross on Wrestling and you'll see that picture that we're all laughing at right now.
Oh, God.
Come Tuesday, the gift that has been taken away from us each and every week by Robert Stone.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, and then the main event. Dolph Ziggler faces Tommaso Ciampa. Ziggler wins after a cameraman attacks Ciampa, but it's revealed to be none other than the dirty dog, Robbie Roode. They beat down Ciampa afterwards, but Braun Breaker runs in for the save. He challenges them to a tag match next week, and then both teams brawl to end the show.
I was surprised the Dirty Dogs didn't run away. They wanted the brawl.
Yeah.
They were up for it. Because it looked like they were going to, and then they went, No.
Every bad guy must run away.
but they didn't.
I don't know.
And the Dirty Dogs aren't a brave heel team. They all run away, whereas...
I
but they
couldn't
were-
believe it, me. When the cameraman hit him. I couldn't believe Bobby went to NXT. I'm going to sneeze. Elephant.
Why not?
I went back.
I can't believe...
Jesus.
Why did you turn this way?
I got the...
You had an empty corner over there.
I got the... Because I felt more comfortable dabbing in this.
Oh, right, yeah.
Hit the mark on that one.
amazing.
This is because I spat on your lap.
No, it's just, I feel more comfortable
Fair enough, fair
catching me
enough.
snot in me left arm than me
I'm
right.
more of a right arm dabber, actually, it turns out, yeah.
Richard, left or right?
Probably right.
Oh, he's right.
All right.
And I'm a left one.
If I'm sneezing, I do that.
Yeah, I was shocked. Oh, God, the emotions that were going through my being when the cameraman hit him. I was like, who the hell could that be? The last person I expected was Robert Roode. Legitimately.
NXT World Champion.
Yeah, there was a couple of interesting points. Wade on commentary saying that Ziggler is up there with Orton and Kingston as the best to ever do it.
Do what?
Wrestle.
Oh.
Orton and Kingston.
And Kingston. Kofi, not Eddie.
Yeah, but Kofi's good.
The best to ever do it.
Is he just talking about longevity with the company? Because,
I think he said best to ever do it.
Yeah. Is anyone who's still... Or Kane, I guess. Go on.
But, I mean, I like Orton and Kofi, and I know that a lot of people do consider Orton one of the greatest. Those who know, the workers, he's a worker's worker. But Kofi I've never really heard talked about like that. That's strange.
I think he's mint.
He's class, but I don't think he's one of the greatest ever.
Controversial.
Sorry.
Controversial.
Sorry, guys.
Dare you.
And then I was...
Wade Barrett's going to be shocked by these opinions.
I was thinking it was a proper, old-fashioned main event. We're going back in time again within this match.
It went on for a long time.
Up until they did the air raid crash on the apron, the mad bastards. I was thinking those kids will be sat backstage going, look, you can go slow and steady. That wins the race sometimes in this wrestling match, malarkey. Then they did an air raid crash on the apron.
That'd be great if Dolph Ziggler went, hey, you guys, don't take every bump, you'll hurt yourself. And went, you're Dolph Ziggler? I was, oh, yeah, right, hi.
Yeah.
God, I think we'd spent longer talking about NXT than every other show combined. And
I love talking about NXT.
God.
It's my favourite show of the week.
Yeah.
Just to talk about.
Yeah.
I hate watching it by myself. I love talking about it with you guys, but watching myself,
Yeah,
I'm
I hate
going,
watching.
It's hard. It's hard when there's good wrestling for us to sit here and say things about the good wrestling.
True.
Because it's it's good. What can we add to the goodness? But when it's weird and crap in certain places, but also good as well, it's just a lot better for discussions, isn't it?
Before we get to AEW, this episode of Dynamite was like a Shakespearean play. Like there was so many promos and long ones. Yeah. So I've tried. There's quite a lot of dialogue recaps in this. But yeah.
Thank you. The show opens with a number one contender tag team battle royale. Kyle O'Reilly wins, last meeting Matt Jackson. Ooh,
I love
they're
the
kind
finish.
of they're kind of together, but not. The two teams confront each other after the bell, but Hangman Page arrives and attacks them both. Adam Cole tries to save the day, but has to be rescued by Red Dragon. John Silver takes them both out with a senton and throws O'Reilly in the ring with a buckshot lariat. It's time for story time with Adam Page, who says that Adam Cole thinks he's getting closer to the AEW title, but is actually getting closer to his grave. Right next to Elias.
Dakota
Kai.
I laughed at the finish to this tag team thing at the start because the Bucks cannot be upset that Kyle played them like a fiddle. He pretended he was injured and he just went, no, I'm not. Whoop, see you later, goodbye. That was fantastic, I thought. I liked the bit where Private I've got written down as PPs. Private Party's failings are going to push Matt Hardy over the edge to bring in Brother Nero on the Broken Universe, it would appear. And the Butcher.
He's back.
Butcher. Yeah, he's back. And he's very different and it's good to see. I like how different he is, just battering folk. He did a jackhammer at one point as well, I swear.
I like at one point, before that, he Irish whipped someone in the corner, even though there was already somebody there, and he's like, I don't care. Wait, you can both be in the corner.
Oh, and I've just thought there, because Private Party, remember in the early days of AEW when they were being compared to the Hardys? And they beat the Young Bucks in that shocking upset.
Which one's which?
In what?
I'd say Isaiah's more Jeff.
Mark
Mark more Jeff.
Mark Quinn is Matt.
They haven't had really a chance to get
he's
their
a bit-
overall singles.
Or maybe Mark's
Like
more
personalities.
Jeff because of his hair.
But Mark's more out there. They're both quite out there, the Hardys, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I don't know which one's which.
A hard question.
Yeah, but we know that they'll both be losing if they face the Hardys if they come in. An emotional MJF comes out the ring from a promo. He talks about growing up with learning difficulties and being bullied by his football teammates for being Jewish. He says that at one point in his life, the only reason he got out of bed in the morning was because of pro wrestling. And he talks about how much the day he met CM Punk meant to him. He says that January 2014, Punk left him and left all of us. MJF promises never to be like that and never to abandon us because he's better than that. Punk comes out without a mic and asks if all that was true. MJF says it is and leaves.
What?
Now, initially,
Very
What's
interesting.
going on?
Initially, I was confused about this segment because that was a babyface promo from MJF. I don't care what anyone says. I know some people are saying he's crying wolf, the boy who cried wolf, and all that malarkey.
Yeah.
But I think it was true what he
No,
was
this is
saying.
more of a crocodile tears situation, I'd say.
But I think that what we're supposed to take away from this is that CM Punk is a wholesome man with morals, and that when he's confronted even by an arsehole like this, he's saying, if that was true, I'm going to empathise with you and be a nice man about it all. That's what I took away from the segment.
Do you think MJF's going to go back on it all and be like, "Rah."
I don't know, because
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting, like, the next week. or
that
whatever.
Wrestling Classic,
The Instagram.
yeah, they put it was on Reddit earlier, wasn't it, today?
Because he
On
shouted them
Thursday.
out in the promo.
Yeah, it was actually a real message he put on there in 2015, I think the day it was, saying about his football team and how he's going to leave and pursue his dream of being a WWE superstar.
I think. Oh, did he say that?
But yeah, AEW wasn't a thing in 2015,
Well,
was it?
yeah. No, I just mean it's just fun. It's just funny to think.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like he's because it is true. There's a lot of true stuff in it, but he's got to go back on it because otherwise, why do they want us to cheer MJF?
Do you reckon he'll debut a football team to take down CM Punk?
No,
The Denver Broncos, no!
who's like Chicago's big rival? The Packers, the Green Bay Packers. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Packing heat.
Yeah,
I can see him going like, wow, I've opened up my heart just like CM Punk did in all those podcasts, so he must love me, right? Yeah, whatever. I think him going, yeah, it's all true, but I still hate you. It was a weird bit, but like, I guess you can't just come out every week and go, that's right, it's me, the bad guy.
it was good. He's
Yeah,
really good
very
at it.
surprising.
Obviously, yeah.
What was like a Genesis movie? Is that what they're called? A prequel to MJF's.
Oh right,
current-
yeah.
yeah.
Like an origin story.
Yeah, origin story. That's what I meant. What did I say?
Genesis.
Genesis.
It's
Can
sort
see.
of- yeah,
Potato,
it's-
potato.
It's the first book, the big book.
But I think this is what they wanted us to react like, the fans. I think we're like,
Ooh.
what's this about then?
What better way to be like a complete dick to the crowd? Yeah, boo, boo. I was really bad growing up and people hated me because I'm Jewish. Boo.
Yeah.
I can't even boo him. Oh, no.
It was an interesting
strange.
segment.
Strange.
Also interesting segments. Penta, change his name to now Penta Oscuro.
Yes.
I think a name that AAA have not been able to copyright or trademark.
But
Well
it's
done.
basically, he's Pentagon Dark.
Yes.
Again.
And he teams up with Pac to take on Malachi Black and Brody King. All right, Penta's on a fresh lick of paint. He's going to look great. Everything's going to be awesome.
I'm laughing, right?
Is it the finish?
No.
Oh.
Alex Abrahandes.
Oh.
Oh, go on.
You can't have. I'm sorry. He gave it his all, and he was committed to the role of a fan of Ghost, with his paint on and his cape on and all that malarkey. But if this Pentagon Dark character is something we're supposed to treat as a threat, him having little Alex next to him, dressed like it's Halloween,
Yeah.
it just made me laugh.
Yeah.
It made me laugh. And I know Alex gave it his all, and he's very animated when he's out there with him, but the costume was too much for me.
Where's Marvez, guys?
Looking for a story.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen him for a long while, and I miss him.
He's in Kenny Omega's garden,
Yeah. Just wait.
just waiting for the huge scoop on Kenny Omega.
He doesn't know that Omega ever lost the belt. He's like those, like, you hear the stories of like old war, like people on islands who think it's still the war.
Yeah.
Marvez thinks it's still Omega's title reign.
Marvez can teleport the ring without using a fade to black. Black goes to use the mist, but Penta covers his mouth and pins him with a roll-up. Yay, sneaky roll-up. That's a good thing for decisive victory. Then afterwards, Black and Brody beat down Death Triangle and are about to attack them with the shovel, the golden shovel.
To the neck.
But the lights go out to reveal Buddy Matthews. Hey! Buddy Murphy. But he attacks the good guys and Black gets him to stop Penta into a steel chair. Thanks to the revamp, Penta.
Yeah.
They're going to wait another week.
He won.
Yeah, with a roll-up. And immediately got battered afterwards.
Yeah, but then he no-sold it. He was up straight away. And Pac was the one who was down after the Buddy Murphy. The lights went down and Buddy was
So every
down.
time Pac's on
yeah.
TV, even if he's winning, he ends up like on his ass.
Yeah.
But
It was
anyway,
a weird way for Buddy to debut to stop the person he's aligned with from murdering Penta with a shovel.
to swerve.
Yeah, but he did something less severe.
Yeah, he didn't. The stomp wasn't as big as the shovel thing. Why didn't they have Penta and Pac? Maybe not Brody because he's huge, but could they not have isolated Malachi somehow and then Buddy
Right.
saves them?
Yeah.
And they've already done this sort of swerve with Adam Cole when he debuted as well. Like I'm a face, no, I'm not. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know, but I'm excited to see him and see what he does.
Yeah. Just could have been spread out or done this in two different segments, I think.
I don't- it's
Yeah,
just it's another stable for me now. It's just like, how many have we got?
Well, they need them
love the
because, wait,
stables.
is the Nightmare Family a thing now after Cody's left?
What
Yeah,
about,
So there's
how
the-
can you have the Nightmare Family without Cody and Brandy?
what about Mel?
Easily.
Remember Mel?
So they're out. The inner circle's fallen apart.
Yeah.
Pinnacle's obviously still together.
Yeah.
Team Taz.
Team Taz.
Team Taz.
Got a contendership for being the best group in all of AEW.
Be running the show.
They got rid of Brian Cage, so they've never been better.
Oh, dear.
And,
dearie
so, yeah,
me.
they need to have more stables. So we've got the Kings of the Black Throne or the Knights of the Black Throne, depending on...
House of Black.
The House of Black, there you go. Depending on what they call themselves.
Best Friends. Chaos. Division.
Yeah, best friends
Oh,
and chaos are kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you're
You
right.
got the Elite, or whatever they're called these days.
No, well, no, it's just Young Bucks, isn't it? And then
You got Young Bucks and Cole, then you got Red Dragon and Cole.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be more.
There's a lot of stuff
You
going
got Britt
on.
Baker and
Bucks
her
and-
pals.
Nakazawa and
You
Cutler.
got Ray and Penta and Pac when Ray's not hurt, obviously.
Yeah.
Butcher and the Blade and the Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not part of Van Friday's
The
thing.
AHFO. I
Yeah.
have to mention them.
Oh,
Oh,
the
that,
AHFO.
God, yeah. There's even more than there was
Everyone's
before.
aligned.
God.
It's like New Japan. Everyone has
Yeah.
to be in a stable.
Yeah, it's very New Japan based. Chris Jericho brings security to the ring for his confrontation with Eddie Kingston, who instantly mocks him for this and his impressions. Oh, yeah, like this.
Yeah.
And says he's a wrestler, not a sports entertainer. This is a great promo. I'm glad I did a little bit of summary here. Jericho says he didn't know who Eddie was when he turned up to AEW because he looks like a jobber.
Are
Then
you
he's-
reading those notes off?
You didn't print the last page, so.
No.
But then he saw
Sorry,
his...
Matthew.
It's not wrong.
And I was,
Don't- don't hit.
and I was a dick there as well.
These are
Like,
two
what are you
different things.
doing?
It's fine.
Oh, man.
He saw his match against what's his name? I knew he'd be a star. Jericho says he's done it all by Eddie's age. Eddie says that's because he does things in his own terms. He also says, I did all this. I headlined WrestleMania, did all this. And he goes, yeah, because I wasn't there. So that was nice. Eddie says that's because he does things on his own terms. Jericho accuses Eddie of being a failure, like the other men in this family, which Eddie goes, hey, whoa, wait, hey, don't say it. But if he could beat Jericho, he'll have overcome his fear of success, and Jericho says he'll respect him. Eddie agrees to the match, but he doesn't want the mimosa Jericho. He wants the old Chris Jericho.
He referenced loads of things here as well.
Oh, he said, I want the guy who bled in Tennessee, Jericho.
Yeah,
the guy who
Tenryu.
respected Tenryu and WWE War, like one of my heroes. I was like, yeah, I know who that is. I know what he's talking about. I want the one that annoyed your mate, Levesque. And he says Eddie will get the old Jericho, but he won't be able to win.
You know what I hope it's not? The Painmaker.
Oh, no. I was just about... Oh, you're a dick. I was just about to say this is going to be so good. The hype's so exciting. Eddie might, my God, win a match against Jericho and you've ruined it. He's going to come out that bloody stupid face.
Because
Is that the old
He's going to take
Jericho?
3 photos within 10 yards of each other outside the venue.
Jericho holds the Painmaker up on this pedestal that nobody else in the world does ever.
Because once he's got... Is that like his demon balor?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
it's just dude love.
Once he's put those little crosses under his eyes, it's
It
on.
all changes.
Yeah.
It's
The rest is the same sort of match.
Yeah, has the exact same match whether it's in Japan.
He's definitely a heel now, though, after that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there was a fair amount. I mean, I hate him because he's taking on my man Eddie, but the crowd was like 50%. We still like you, Jericho.
Oh, I thought he came off as a proper heel in this
he
segment.
brought out
No,
security
there were people
because he
cheering
was
him.
scared.
People love Eddie.
but
This is great because love him like just goes across the country, but there were people cheering for Jericho, which is good
It's
because he's
Jericho,
not
though,
being
isn't
that
it?
much of a dick. He's been a little bit of a dick, but just saying, yeah, you do lose a lot, and he has.
Everything he said was true. Like,
That's what I mean. Like it wasn't saying like you stink and your hair is poo poo. He was going, no, you have lost every big match you've had. You do lose. You have that failure of success.
that's why I thought he was more of a heel, because he didn't go like, oh, you've got a silly bald head.
By the way, you're going great.
So we're saying
you're
that-
going great and you look great with it, Eddie.
So we're saying that heel Jericho is more likable than babyface Jericho.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Right.
But, Jericho has lost weight.
He has, yeah.
looks
he's
very
right.
good, doesn't he?
Yeah.
DPY.
Yeah, I did like Kingston going, hey, yo, why are we even doing this? Hey, Tony Khan, bring out Chris Allen and, let's have some women on the show. It's like,
Yeah.
that's a genuine complaint.
I was
about
like,
AEW.
bloody hell,
Like,
careful.
hey, yo.
Because Tony's
Eddie's mint.
Tony sacks everyone now. Just get rid of him. Bye, Eddie Kingston.
I didn't even want Eddie Kingston in AEW. I don't think he's very good. I'm Tony Khan.
I love Cultaholic and their 5-pound opinions.
He's never like Cultaholic.
No.
He likes him enough, but doesn't respond to
We
our
are a
requests.
tiny speck on his radar.
Yeah. Ricky Starks beats Preston Vance to qualify for the Face Revolution ladder match. Later, Team Taz confronts Keith Lee backstage, who has a stare down with power. So, what a big, I was going to say a meaty ladder match it looks
So
like.
much meat going on.
Yeah.
We've had to reinforce the ring, Gorilla.
I thought it was a shock to see 10 lose after what happened after the Cole match last week. I thought it was like the start of 10 like shedding the dark orderness away from himself.
10 lost a lot this week.
Yeah. He's good at that.
Because he flattened everybody after that Cole match, didn't he?
He was throwing security in it, yeah.
And then this match, he just lost in 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It didn't quite add up.
Oh, well.
But maybe it's the continuation of a downward spiral before he hits rock bottom and then loses
God,
everything.
we didn't mention we're doing the stables then, the Dark Order.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
They have been...
No, they've just been
Cast
High Man
alongside,
Page's
haven't they?
lads. They're not now, so just lose.
They are still friends with him.
Yeah.
John Silver helped him out before.
Oh, John Silver's he's like the Rock in Nation of Domination in 98. Just waiting to break out.
Yeah. Poor Reynolds.
Well, Jade Cargill successfully defends the TBS title against the Bunny and asks, who's left?
Yes.
So, good old Goldberg rocking up. No, much better match than last week, because obviously the Bunny's been doing it for a lot longer than AQA. So, fine,
AQA.
good. Back to Jade just smashing
They
people in
both
6
tried
minutes.
to cheat as well. So the Bunny got the knuckles, but then Jade, I think, blocked it with the belt.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cool.
She's smart. Tay Conti confronts her, so Jade just kisses her on the forehead. Aww.
And then thunder bastards her. I've tried to use that as a verb there.
Yeah,
she thunder bastard her right in the face with a pump kick. It was fantastic.
Absolutely does.
Yeah.
Conti attacks, but the Bunny gets involved and Conti beats her down, as you just said. Anna Jay runs out to check on her while Jade leaves with the belt. Ooh. And then earlier the night, Bryan Danielson said that he sees a lot of himself and Daniel Garcia, but he has a pair of foolish mentors in 2.0. They face each other in the main event, which Danielson wins after a strong effort from Garcia, and it was a nice match. After the match, 2.0 attack Bryan from behind, but John Moxley makes a save. Garcia goes to hit him with a chair, but Bryan stops him, and Moxley hits the paradigm shift. Moxley and Danielson stare each other down, and Danielson accepts the match at Revolution and says, all right, Moxley, you'll be the one to bleed.
Oh. You sounded like Lee Kyle there. Didn't see that one coming, did you? It's just one for the two
Wow,
minutes.
that's a very local reference.
Yeah.
Eat that Chris
like Lee.
Benoit. He wasn't very nice.
That's Lee Kyle.
I would put on a Lee Kyle the first time. I was like, God, this guy is the campest man I've ever met.
I've never
He's
met Lee Kyle.
I mean, either.
Have you not?
But
Oh, no, lovely guy.
It's just that he used to do the
He did used to do something.
voiceovers
He did,
for
yeah.
What Culture, but way before we were there.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
then
no,
we
I
go
was
back-
there at the
Oh,
time.
were you there?
Yeah, I was there at the
Oh,
time.
sorry.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, he's like
I wasn't on
day
the channel or
one
anything.
dude there.
Yeah, he was the first
He's the
ever.
Joey Janela of Redacted.
Because they did they did lists with no voiceover and then brought him in to be the first
see.
voiceover man. And then I think the list he did was the 10 most evil
10
wrestlers.
most evil wrestlers in the
Eat
world.
that Chris Benoit.
Well,
I can hear it in my
he did
head.
what he did, and you just can't be doing that, can you? It's class. Now, also, is that a fire alarm?
It is.
It's
Just
running,
like
it's running water.
Oh, it sounded like wee 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 wee.
No.
Oh.
Shh.
It is like some sort of alarm.
Well, any other thoughts on this?
It's interesting that Garcia lost again. I think that all these losses in these big matches could go with him aligning with Bryan. That would make sense for me to make this storyline mean something. He just
I
has all
agree.
these high-profile matches, but loses them all, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
He's just a setup guy for these main eventers, which is
Yeah.
absolutely fine at this point. It's surprising he gets a main event, but it's a proxy war for the bigger battle between Danielson and Bryan, so I'm happy with it.
The match was fine, but it was all about what happened after the bell.
Yes.
Certainly was. What a great week of wrestling.
Let's
Can
get
we
out of
leave-
here in
Can we
case
leave
the building's on fire.
Yeah, go Garcia Danielson. That's how I die.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
So for the update, we went outside. We didn't hear an alarm. We don't know where it is, but we're okay, obviously. It's
Richard-
okay to apologise for the weirdness of cutting that segment off. We thought we were going to, be on a fire. We do have a penguin joke, courtesy of Dick Tubman.
Forget about Garcia versus Bryan Danielson.
No, who cares about them?
Why are penguin shops so busy?
Why are penguin shops so busy?
I don't know.
Wait.
No, not penguin shops. Penguins shops.
Why are penguins shops so busy?
Because the fish fillet.
The fish fillet.
Because the fish fillet.
Penguin shops?
Penguins shops.
The shops
Shops the
that-
penguins own.
Like Iceland.
Because the fish fillet. That's bad.
Oh,
That's a bad one.
thank you for that. Anyway.
Enjoy the penguin.
Tobacon, hello, lads. And Jack.
Hey, I walked 30 miles. I'm a man now.
Hope you're all well. I'm writing in as something that Maffew said on last week's video podcast reminded me of an incident in my recent past. It was a few months ago. I was sitting in a restaurant with my partner, and a couple on a table nearby kept giving us strange looks. This went on for some time and put us off ordering anything. In the end, we packed up our laptops and left. Anyway, I want to know, what do you guys think are the best/worst examples in wrestling where stipulations were not followed through on?
I will do it.
I guess it could be closer to home, although Sam did eventually eat a hat.
Sort of.
It says hat, inverted commas. Thanks for all you do, and keep up the great work. All the best. Former Derby County defensive stalwart and now pastor, Taribo West.
Oh, he's back. Taribo's back.
Thank you, Taribo.
Pretty sure Taribo's messaged him before.
God bless you. Okay, so stipulations that were not adhered to. I think there was ever so slight bit of sarcasm there from good old
I don't think we
Taribo.
need to answer the question, do we? It was just a jibe, wasn't it?
No, I've got one, though. I've got one.
Have you?
For me, it's the lockbox.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Not really a stipulation, but a storyline tease. Because I didn't want to watch, Shane beat Undertaker at WrestleMania, but I did want to know what was in the lockbox. And I thought we'd find out anyway. And then Shane was fine the next night on Raw. I think he had maybe like a little bruise.
Well, he had to win the match, didn't he, to take over control of Raw?
Yes.
But he lost the match and he took over control of Raw.
Vince just went, go on then. Yeah.
Awful. I think the best example is when Eddie said, look, Ray, I'm really sick of losing to you because I think I'm better than you. So, you know what? I'm just going to be a dick. I'm going to tell everyone that secret. And if you don't give us another match, and if you beat me, I won't say anything, though. Okay. Beats him. He goes, I said I wouldn't do that secret. You did, Eddie. I lied. I just told everyone. Haha, Dominic's me son.
Yeah, so that's a good one. That's a good example. Not a bad one, yeah.
I'll go for the pie. Why not? I know Kevin Owens said on Twitter.
Oh.
Didn't he? That it was Sami Zayn? But in canon, in official storyline canon, it was never revealed.
Also, the anonymous Raw GM was revealed to be Hornswoggle, wasn't it? In the
It
end.
was.
And Hornswoggle was never actually Vince's son. He was Finley's son.
That's right. He's a liar.
Whoa.
That little bastard.
Yeah.
That was a stipulation that was sadly adhered to. Good afternoon, Maffew, Jack, and Ross.
Good afternoon.
I have recently discovered a colleague at my place of work has been passing off some of your wonderful stories as his own.
No.
What? For
No
example,
way.
Jack's strange restaurant couple, Ross's hybrid jeans discovery, and Adam's pooey grindy friend.
He's not.
He recalls his stories as his own in the staff room. And when I heard him doing so, I smiled and said, "Oh, you listen to the Cultaholic Podcast too?" He shot me the dirtiest look ever and denied ever having heard of it.
Oh.
I'm not sure if he's ashamed of being a wrestling fan. He never once admitted he does watch it. Or if he was just embarrassed, I caught him out. So my question is to you, is there anything you've ever been too ashamed of or embarrassed to admit to liking?
Wrestling.
Wrestling when we were younger was a clear one, but let's share some secrets together.
Oh, okay.
All the best, and many thanks for your endless entertainment. Yours, Ben, from Peterborough.
Right.
you, Ben.
If that's true, that guy is listening to this right now.
Yeah.
gonna be
Wait,
feeling-
he'll know you, Ben.
And now Ben's going to... Will he confront Ben at his work?
Imagine if he
Might
got
do.
out. Oh, yeah.
Do we have a name? No.
Do you reckon there's two Bens at this work?
Two Bens?
Just to
In Peterborough, working.
muddy the waters
Nah.
for this this lying assassin.
No, this is crazy because if he's listening now, he's going to be feeling really awkward. The other guy.
Yeah.
And I almost feel bad for him. But he did pass off our stories as his own.
The cat is firmly among the pigeons.
Yeah.
Or we're being worked.
Potentially, yeah. You never know what's real and what's not in the... I said Mac and real there.
real?
What's real and what's not in the mailbag.
We don't, as we found out, but that's why we like wrestling, really, isn't it?
I'm more intrigued by this than the question itself.
I've never really had like a secret thing,
Apart from wrestling.
apart from wrestling, yeah, but that's off the table in this discussion.
I think I've told the story before, but like we went to my mate's house party in Bishop Auckland, the top end of Bish. Obviously, Jack knows all about
Oh,
it.
no, the top end, yeah.
I got there stupidly early on a Friday, so we got there early and said, all right, sitting down, get some cans open, and put it on TV because there's nothing else to do, nothing to talk about. And Emmerdale was on, and I left it on. My mate next to us was like, "Oh, you're not leaving this, are you?" And then didn't like stop me from watching it. And then every single lad who came in, like slowly later on, it's like came in, "Hey, lads, Paddy, what? Why is Emmerdale on?" It's like, "Oh wait, what's Paddy doing?" And it turned out all of us had watched it. All of us were deep into Emmerdale lore, and we're just like, "Oh, okay, right." And we just watched it together before having a big sesh.
That's pretty good. mine isn't wrestling
Dirty
itself.
secret, Emmerdale. What's around millions?
Mine
Sorry.
isn't wrestling itself. But when I was like a nerdy little 12 or 13-year-old, but it was in the gap between when I got back into wrestling, but I still kept up to date with it a bit. And me and Tom Campbell found out that we would both read the Extreme Warfare Revenge forums where people would write their own fiction, like wrestling fan fiction diaries almost. So me and Tom realized that. I went, Tom, were you the guy who wrote this particular one? I was thinking it would be Tom, but it wasn't. It's a shame. But that's mine, I guess. It's wrestling related though, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not quite a proper answer.
But yeah, it's stuff that when you realise, I think wrestling doesn't help a lot of people when they're
I've
after.
got a non-wrestling one. Oh, you're
Go
right.
on. Sorry.
But no, it does. It can be like a little. I think the internet and the rise of social media, for all its bad things, has helped wrestling fans find each other more, and it's helped promotions like North a lot thrive and brings people together and stuff.
Oh.
So that is good.
100%, Jack. Even if you get a bit annoyed, if you go online and everyone's like, AEW sucks, WWE sucks, or whatever, and there's a civil war and everyone's just negative. The fact that we're able to talk to people from around the world on these devices, on your computer, on whatever that is, at any given time, rather than just be preoccupied with people around you in your little area that watch it, I think that's a beautiful thing that we don't appreciate enough.
I remember once flyering with Joe Hendry at Central Station for WCPW, and a group of lads were past, like normal, like good-looking lads, like just lads.
Frat boys!
They weren't quite frat boys.
And you put your earphones in and start listening to music.
They walked past us, and me and Henry were like, "Oh, wrestling? Anyone wrestling?" Henry was more successful at flying than I was because,
Yeah, of course, look at him.
but they all walked past and were like, "No, mate, no." And then the one at the back was like, "Go on then." And Henry was like, "There's always one." And I was like, "Yeah." But the non-wrestling one, at What Culture, a whole group of us wanted to go and see Busted at the arena because we thought, Busted, yeah, that'll be a laugh. And then one by one, everyone dropped out before we'd even bought the tickets, really. And it was like, well, it's probably not going to happen. And me and one lad, James, just went anyway. We were like, we'll go and see Busted. And we were like the only boys probably there who hadn't been dragged along and had a class time.
Oh,
Busted were great.
good.
Yes.
You shouldn't be ashamed of what you like.
No, go on, Busted.
Yeah.
Up the Busted.
Up the busted.
It's what I go to school for.
Aye. Hello to the two sexiest members of Cultaholic and the other one. And it
Did they
doesn't say which
specify?
one.
Oh, you evil
That's
person.
just not on that. After listening to last week's edition of the podcast, I can confirm Jack's CEX friend is 100% correct. Sex Fest is a
Sex
real
Fest.
thing. All right. I know this is was a marketing assistant for the Big Red a few years ago.
Big Red.
But they
The
were
Big
a
Red,
marketing assistant
yeah.
for the Big
Yeah,
Red.
so I know this as I was, sorry, I forgot how to read, and had to work one of the festivals. It's essentially a small-scale music festival in the big field outside of Mansfield with tribute acts and bands, compromise of staff, but with unlimited free food and drink.
That sounds class.
Naturally,
That sounds
it was
unbelievable.
carnage.
Yeah, it sounds unbelievable.
I'm sure it was good crack if you're a punter, but as I was on the clock, it was more 20-hour shifts with so little sleep, I ended up spooning my colleague, Dennis, behind the stage in an attempt to catch 40 winks and keep warm before my supervisor caught us.
It doesn't sound that good anymore.
Okay. Anywho, here are some interesting facts about CEX I learned while working there.
Yes.
You ready?
Number one, it is indeed pronounced sex, something done purely to seem edgy in the 90s. Fair enough.
Right.
Number two, Charlie Brooker, aka the Black Mirror guy, designed the CEX logo back in the mid-90s when he was their first weekend boy.
Really?
Nah, really? Have we been
Does that mean
misled here?
Mr. Connie Hook?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. The original head of human resources was a fella called Hugh Mann, as in Hughmann. I'm not joking. He was the chairman of the company when I left. Not sure if he still is, but his son is called Rich Man.
No.
I haven't been able to determine if either are aliens with a weak cover story. I'm not Clive Sinclair, and consequently not any good at making segues. Hey. So now I'll talk about the Muppets. A year or so ago, my silly pop culture website helped to get the puppets trending in the UK after a Twitter conversation with your own Tom Campbell about movies that could be improved by subbing out one actor for a Muppet.
Okay.
An article for our website, we suggested Schindler's List. Schindler's List is one of the defining... Oh, no. So he's actually done a synopsis of Schindler's List with the... Oh, okay. Well, I'll try and read this out. Maybe we'll get cut out.
I've read the synopsis of Schindler's List.
Yeah, but not like this. Schindler's List is one of the defining films of the 20th century. A Spielberg hit that launched Liam Neeson's career. Schindler's List is an undoubtedly an artistic masterpiece, equal parts tasteful and hard-hitting, never shying away from the horrors it seeks to represent. In our version, Neeson will reprise his role as Oscar Schindler, the factory owner who must reject the propaganda of the occupying Nazi government and join forces with Ishak Stern, Kermit the Frog, to protect Krakow's vulnerable Jewish population. His plans, of course, are threatened by the machinations of the SS Untersturmführer, Armin Goth, in brackets, Gonzo the Great.
Oh, no.
Who seeks to uphold the values of the 1,000-year Reich by any means
not the bad
necessary.
guy.
So anyways, if you were to start a Muppet Wrestling Federation, an MWO, as it were, God, who would you recruit to your roster? Specifically, you need a world champion, loved by the manager in the back,
Is
but
this the start? Are we
rejected
doing
by
this
the...
now?
This is the start.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing it now. Are we answering it now? Right, okay.
I guess we are, yes.
So a
I'll
world
start
champion.
again. You'll need a world champion, loved by the management in the back, but rejected by the Internet Muppet Wrestling community, or the IMWC for short. God help me.
That's Gonzo.
Well, out of your
No.
your main characters, this has got to be a main character.
Yeah, main character, but it's someone that the company loves, but they've all got fans, haven't they?
Kermit, maybe?
There's one called Walter. Who's Walter?
I don't know.
I don't know all the Muppets.
You've got
Click
your
on
main
them.
characters are Kermit, Piggy, Fozzie, Gonzo, Ralph.
Oh, Fozzie.
Dog.
He could be there.
Scooter,
No.
Animal, Pepe the King Prawn, Rizzo the Rat, and Walter. Who's
Oh,
Walter?
I'm putting Rizzo the Rat.
Who's Walter?
He got a good heel promo.
What, Rizzo?
Yeah. Hey.
That's Walter, apparently.
Oh, no, Walter's perfect. Yeah, he's the one from the Muppets movie.
He looks like John Cena.
The orange. Oh, God. He's got his growing hair
He's
as
got
well.
his middle-aged
Yeah.
man hair. There is John Cena.
Just grew back.
It looks so much like John Cena.
Oh. He'll just rotate the laptop.
There is John Cena in the Muppets.
Yes.
Right, it's him then. He's the champion. He's rejected by the fans.
A technical workhorse to hold the secondary belt. I'm putting Gonzo for that.
I'll go
Gonzo,
Animal
yeah.
because the drums.
No, Gonzo's a daredevil.
Yeah, he works hard.
No, he fires himself out of cannons and stuff.
Yeah, that's hard working.
I'll go Kermit for the technical one. Seen his limbs?
Oh, he can stretch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Animal's like the modern day Ginger Baker.
No one's doubting that. Okay, we'll go with Animal. A plucky fan favorite underdog / jobber.
That's Gonzo for me.
So, right, this could be the supporting characters bracket.
No, I think that's Gonzo.
'Cause I don't know the
Oh yeah,
names.
Gonzo's a nice one. Oh, in brackets, the great Gonzo.
Oh, a plucky fan favorite underdog. I'm picking Beaker.
Gonzo's...
Well, how about Ralph, the dog?
He's one of my favourites.
him.
Like Ralph.
I like all of them, man.
Ralph.
Realised the other day that I'm a...
I've got one though.
Go on.
Tag champions. Well,
Statler
Statler
and Wardlow.
there you
No,
go.
they're commentary.
Oh yeah, they got to be commentary.
Yeah, to go. Definitely.
What's Sweetums?
Who's
You know
Dr.
Sweetums, the huge monster, and then the little...
Oh, yeah,
And then
yeah.
baby Kermit or whoever's his mate. What's the little Kermit called?
Who's Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem?
That's
That's the band.
That's
that
the name
Animal
of the
plays
band.
drums for.
Yeah. Rolf's the
Oh
piano
no,
player.
I know who the Tag Champions are. Tiny Tim and Michael Caine.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Hang on, why have they got like Beaker? They've
Yeah.
got the Swedish Chef
Yeah. Oh yeah.
in the supporting characters category. Are they not main
They're the
eventers?
IC level.
Oh,
They're on
they're like
SmackDown.
second
The ones on
tier.
Raw.
Oh, I don't know the Muppets too
You've not
well.
been on the IMWC much, huh? With women's champion. Is there any apart from Miss Piggy? I can't remember.
Piggy,
Miss
isn't it?
Piggy.
Sam Eagle. Is that the old
no,
eagle?
that's the.
The bald eagle.
Yeah,
Beauregard?
that sounds female.
Constantine?
That's a male name.
What?
Link Hogthrob? Sounds like a good lady's name.
That's a good NXT 2.0 name.
Robin the Frog and Sweetums, they're my tag team champions.
Okay. Is Miss Piggy the only female? Like,
Maybe. Well,
Unless Beauregard is a lady.
we've learned that the Muppets,
Muppets backstage janitor and stagehand.
the Muppets need to revamp.
oh no, he's the one who sent they go back in the Muppets movie. And he's like, hey, like you've been here the whole time. He's like, yeah, where have you guys been?
They need to beef up their female division. Was what we've learned.
Who
from
on
Muppets.
earth is that?
Yeah, it's the janitor.
Never seen before in my life.
You not seen the Muppets movie?
No.
Oh, you
Clearly
should.
not.
It's good.
I've seen Muppets, the pirate one.
Oh, Muppet Treasure Island.
Muppet Treasure Island, yeah. And your Christmas one with Mark
Oh, yes, of course. I haven't seen that.
Kine.
And then the Dastardly Heel. Oh.
Animal. No, he's a good guy.
No, he's a good
more,
animal.
Animal's more of like a wild baby face, isn't he? He's more like
I'd put Piggy in that
yeah.
slot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah.
The Charlotte Flair of the Muppets.
I was just, yes.
I can see Beaker being a very sinister heel.
No, he's a fan
Or
favorite.
Sam Eagles miserable, isn't he?
He looks miserable.
Oh, he's your authority figure, yeah.
Oscar the Grouch if we're going Sesame Street in his bin.
Oh. Dastardly heel.
Cookie Monster. No, Cookie Monster's a babyface all day.
He's not if you're a cookie.
No, true. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that went places, didn't it? Thanks for everything you do. You're all the sexiest, really.
Oh, it was just a little trick.
Also, Jack, I've tricked at least half a dozen people with your Paul Daniels lasagna story already. I can't be stopped.
I can't be stopped.
Yeah. Stay gold, up the Fabes, and Howe, the people's princess. Tom from Kent.
Thank you,
age
Tom.
26 3/4. Bloody hell, Tom. That was an email and a half. Thank you very much, mate.
But he sprinkled the funny lines in all the bits. It didn't drag.
You're going places,
He
Tom.
got a good writing style, Tom from Kent.
And that place is Sex Fest cleaning up poo. Thank you very much, pal. And those were our mailbags for the week. Thank you very much for that. If you have any lovely thoughts, queries, opinions, or backstories of shopping brands that exist in the UK, please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
If you've ever worked at Greg's, please get in touch.
I'd rather not know. It's fine. Time for wrist piss. Hello, lads. I'm probably not the only one who has heard or read the term Codyverse 5,739 times since Cody Rhodes left AEW. Sorry to interrupt, I've not seen that once.
Oh, it means
the Codyverse, yeah.
his like little isolated storylines that didn't fit in with the rest of AEW.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that, yeah. Possibly, I am the only one who thought of the excellent movie Into the Spider-Verse every time, though. I was inspired by that film and by No Way Home to ask you about wrestlers teaming with, fighting, or otherwise having some sort of adventure or storyline with the different versions of themselves.
Okay.
Which different gimmicks, or just character errors, interacting with one another, do you think you would be most entertained by? Just imagine the wrestlers being in like a movie, or maybe like Jack's new series on the channel, a really weird episode of Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, or something where time travel and or dimensional wormholes exist, and they're teaming with their other selves, or wrestling their other selves, or cutting a promo on their other selves.
Just with them, who's more entertaining with themselves?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Who's going to play with themselves, yes. Or maybe just that meme with the three Spider-Mans pointing at one another, but with badly photoshopped heads of wrestlers on them. So yeah, this isn't about choosing who has had the best characters or gimmick, but about which mix of them would be the most entertaining to see in a cross-hour. The character/gimmicks I listed for each of the wrestlers are non-exhaustive, aka I use the word etc. a lot.
Okay.
Fair enough. As a bonus, feel free to say which version of your choice you think would be the main character, the Tom Holland, the Miles Morales, or that movie episode, or whatever. Thank you. I think we can manage that. I know you two don't watch like comic book films or anything like that.
Not
so
too
do you want me
many.
to explain what that meant?
No,
or-
I got it.
That's
quite
good.
thorough.
I know who Tom Hardy is.
That's good.
That'll do.
You
Yeah.
said Tom Holland, but do you know what? Tom Hardy's good enough.
Oh!
Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Tom
I know
Hardy
who
is
Tom
Bane.
Holland is as well.
Yeah, but at the
just a
very
little-
end of
little boy.
you know what though? You're accidentally right, because at the very end of the last Spider-Man one, Tom Hardy showed up.
Did he?
Which confused a lot of people. I mean, go, wait, I thought they couldn't mix those two characters, but apparently they thought, sod it, money fixes everything.
Tell you what, yesterday quite a few of Triple Jump went off to the movies after work,
What
and
did you see?
I was like, "There's not another superhero film already, is there?" Because I hate how often they come out
Yeah.
and how excited they all get for everyone. Right? Oh, there's a new Spider-Man. There's been like 10. There's been 10 Spider-Men. Anyway, it grinds my gears a lot. This must be how they feel when we talk about wrestling all the time. So they all went to the cinemas, and I was like, "What are you going to see? It's a new superhero film." And they were like, "No, Uncharted, the movie."
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, "There's a movie of Uncharted, the game." Couldn't believe it.
Starring Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man.
Goodness me. I
I hope the mic's
don't
picked that
call
up.
that up. I'm a very hungry boy, apparently. Wow.
Well, that was you.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the pipes.
No, it's me.
Sorry, that wasn't like a delayed reaction to Jack, like me responding to Jack there. It was
No,
Jack's
no, I was,
guts.
yeah, it was.
You all right?
Aye.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I doubt that. Let's do this before you pass out. Number one, Codyverse. Stardust, Dashing Cody, Bullet Club Cody, American, it says Neck Tattoo. Neck Tattoo is being wiped out, but I can still read it. American Neck Tattoo, Nightmare Cody, etc. Or Triple H verse. Connecticut Blue Blood Triple H, DX Triple H, Evolution Triple H, NXT Dad Triple H, etc.
I mean, it's Cody, isn't it? That's the one you're seeing interact with each other.
I'll go for Cody as well. I think if all the Codys were interacting with each other, it'd be like the pre-War Games promo where they're all dressed, all the faces are in army gear, and they're all trying to talk over each other and be the most over.
But they've all got that tattoo.
But they've all got that.
Yeah. So the army gear.
And of course, the leading man, your Tom Holland, is the American tattoo neck man. He's the savior of racism and everything.
That's right.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Cody's the answer.
Yeah. Well done. 2. The Jeff Hardy verse. Team Extreme, Hardy Boys Jeff, solo run / WWE champion, Brother Nero, etc. Or Matt Hardy verse. Team Extreme, Hardy Boys.
The answer is the
V1.
The answer is the Matt Hardy verse, Matt.
Yeah, I'll broke
straight
Matt.
away.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, I'm picking Jeff just for modest to the top.
Jeff's
Because at least they'd hate each other for a
Jeff's
bit.
had a few different characters, but apart from Willow, he's kind of been the same
apart from
in every one.
Heel champ TNA run.
Well, he
Jeff.
talked the same.
You
in
wouldn't
every
want
one.
No,
to see-
he talked way cooler because he smoked.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
That's a
okay.
crucial difference you're not missing out on.
Okay.
MVP era Matt Hardy, that Matt Hardy.
Oh, 07 Matt Hardy.
Interacting with Big Money Matt Hardy. Interacting with Broken Matt Hardy.
V1.
Yeah.
And V1 era Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
V1's my leading man, by the way, in this one.
Oh.
No, I'd say it's absolutely the best
Probably
version.
broken.
He can slap a tornado, you know.
He can drive a sea, yeah.
Yeah. I'm still picking Jeff.
Oh,
Flairverse.
Flair's never changed.
Wait, hang on. Yeah, what different versions of Flair? Oh,
Young scoundrel. Yeah.
Old,
Middle-aged scoundrel.
really
Yeah.
old, really. Anyway, NWA Nature Boy Ric Flair, Four Horsemen Rick, very similar. WCW Rick, okay.
That was a bit different.
Or Evolution Rick.
He's in the loony bin then.
Oh, right. Oh, that.
In WCW, yeah.
In WCW.
Forced to wear a t-shirt, era Rick. She was off the drugs and
Suit
looked a bit
Rick.
loopy. Yeah.
When he first arrived.
Bleeding in TNA, Rick.
Wheel Flair.
Yeah,
Impregnating Lacey Evans, Rick.
yeah,
Oh, God.
Remember that?
yeah.
No.
I'm probably
Anyway.
going to choose the other one, but go on.
Stingverse.
Yeah.
Yes, same.
Surfer Sting.
The man who's had actual different
Yeah,
characters.
right. Crow Sting. Joker Sting. Darby's dad Sting.
Okay.
I can't wait for all versions of Sting to get tricked by all the versions of Ric Flair at the same time. Takerverse. So that's Ministry Taker, Brothers of Destruction Taker, American Badass Taker. What else
Yeah,
could there
you've
be?
also got pre-ministry Taker.
That's it, pre-ministry Taker.
Like original Taker, yeah.
Yeah. Or Kaneverse. Debut Mask Kane.
Oh, he has changed. Yeah, what am I
Brothers
talking
of
about?
Destruction Kane. Unmasked Kane. Corporate Kane.
Bet the side down there.
It's a bit of that, yeah.
I still think Kane.
I think Kane as well.
Yeah.
Kane would batter Undertaker, specifically when he arrived, that era Kane, 97 to 01 sort of time.
It's not
And
a fight,
then-
though.
Universes clash and
Okay.
naturally.
Yeah,
things
because every
happen.
time Kane's come along and battered Undertaker at least once.
Yeah.
Original Kane did that.
And then 2003 came when he took his
2003,
mask.
yeah, put him in the even when he was on mask. Yeah, he wasn't masked.
Shane's-
When he put him in the Survivor Series, he dumped him in the coffin and
Shane's that era.
Shane's
Yeah.
knackers. That's right.
He randomly beat him in like a 2010 Hell in a Cell match.
Yes, he did.
That was weird.
I was in
Yeah.
Magaluf when that happened. And I watched it on the TV.
Oh, Magaluf.
Got back from a night out and watched that match.
Oh no.
I thought he went with all the lads in the bar. Go on.
All the
Lads, can be quiet, please. I'm
all
trying to watch
the,
Kane versus
all the
Undertaker.
lads in the hotel room. It was very. They didn't like. I didn't know they liked wrestling.
Did they get involved,
alright.
though?
Yeah.
Like Matthew's Emmerdale story.
This was from my period away from wrestling as well. I was like, oh, that's them
Oh,
too.
okay, all right.
I used to love Kane.
Yeah.
Not
And he
so much
bloody
Taker.
won.
Yeah.
Well,
Wasn't the same though, was it then?
No. Yeah, I'm picking Kane verse over Undertaker. The Rock verse. Do we go the entire time not mentioning Undertaker is going to be put in the Hall of Fame this week?
oh,
That kinda
Undertaker's
slipped
going to the
out.
Hall of Fame.
I
Yeah,
hope
good
he's-
for him. All
I hope
right.
he's the only one. I think they should make it all about him this year.
No.
Yeah.
No, loads of money. No, I agree. I don't want to see Taker talk for like a million hours.
There's no need. Just make it half an hour long. That's
Everyone
fine.
talk about
Yeah,
what a
that's
great.
true.
Everyone talk about how great a locker room leader he is, and how he shoved the French flag down the toilet and annoyed Rennie Dupree. He's like, nah, I'm all right. Get a bit of variety, gun. It's all fake. The Rock verse. Ooh, Nation of Domination, the Corporation era Rock, Post Corporation era Rock, Hollywood Rock.
Rocky
Okay.
Maivia getting bullied by all the other rocks.
That's right.
Yeah,
Hollywood
Fairy.
Rock.
yeah. The Scorpion
Jumanji.
King. Yeah.
Though. Yeah. Once in a lifetime, twice in a lifetime.
Super Bowl Rock. He was there.
That's right.
Yeah, it was weird because they released a video like called Mic'd Up where all the players, some of the players have mics on them, you hear what they're saying during the game. Yeah. And at the start, one of them they did warming up on the side, and one goes, "Is that The Rock?" They didn't know he was going to be there.
Yeah. Do you see that tweet where someone quote tweeted "Wow, the Premier League's got a lot to show for. We've got to be at this level," and there was just a quote tweet for that going, "No, we don't. No one wants it like this at thousands of likes." Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I don't mind not having halftime shows and that.
I'm all right with that now.
Unless at Newcastle, there was a period of time when I used to have my season ticket where they would have the two big, massive blow-up balls that you get inside.
Oh, yeah.
Like you run inside them and they roll down. They used to have races with those balls up and down the pitch.
Okay.
That was fun. That was a fun time.
That's a good halftime show.
That's a good halftime show. That was it. Like literally two people, one away fan, one home fan.
Yeah.
Run those balls and then that was it.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Score a goal with themselves at the end.
No.
Oh, right.
Just make it up one end and back the other way. Okay.
It's quite a run.
Yeah.
Especially in a ball.
Yeah.
God, I'd love to do one of them, being those big balls. You.
Down the hill as well.
Yeah.
Lovely. Like a safe jackass.
Yes.
A safe jackass.
I have to figure out what you're saying then, but I figured it out.
I do that sometimes. I just say words weird for no reason. It's annoying. I don't like it when I do it, but I can't stop.
My favourite word that Ross says weird is a plomb.
With a plomb.
No, that's... Oh.
Yeah. A plomb.
Maybe you can get away with it. It's with a B on the end.
Yeah. I could just say a plom like everyone else, but no. Yeah. I have to be different,
Well, you've made a career out of it. It's all right.
It's a Rossism. And then when someone else does it, he goes, haha, I'm spreading.
Aha.
You know why? It's because you say so much other good stuff. You have to balance yourself out so you're not too overpowered.
No. Guys. Luke got it right the other day. He edited a video of mine. He was like, watch Ross speak nonsense for 10 minutes. I edited it. I'm like, cheers, Luke.
Wow.
Oh. Which video was it?
It was 15 wrestlers whose real names are better than their worker names. Like Liv Morgan's real name is Jean Daddio.
Oh, that's right.
The real name is Daddio?
Was Steamboat in there?
Yeah, no, I just did Current Day.
Dick Blood wasn't in there.
I'm going to start making a series.
Current Day.
You didn't mention Dick Blood?
Current Day.
Current Day.
What about...
Current Day.
It's Current Day.
Dick Blood's
People
still around.
wrestling now.
Current Day.
Dick Blood hasn't wrestled for years.
Because he could come back to the ring if he wants to. Dick Blood. So yeah, there was the Rock verse there. Or the faces of Foley verse. Mankind, Cactus Jack,
know the faces
Dude
of
Love,
Foley.
Commissioner Foley.
Oh, Commissioner Foley. Take me by surprise then. The Rock. I think I've seen enough of the Foleys. Because he kept bringing them back.
Yeah.
I want to see Hollywood Rock again when he was a bit weird. Or
He would just bully Rocky Maivia, wouldn't he?
they would all be nasty to Rocky.
Yeah.
Maivia,
Hollywood Rock would just pick on the other rocks.
Yeah. But modern day Rock is a babyface. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, it's a pop culture sensation.
I'm going to go for the Foleys, mate. We only saw 3 of them interact. There's a couple more in there. Commissioner.
The badly dressed Raw GM.
Yeah. Who had to have his little notepad there for the lines.
TNA World Champion.
Commissioner Foley was class though. In his golf cart with the cactuses around.
Yeah.
So good.
And that is final.
Yeah. That was when Edge and Christian were trying to get out of matches and stuff, and he catch them in the toilet.
Oh, we've got a stomach problem. We can't first up the APA. All right, sees him in the toilet, stumping like cans of soup down the toilet. Aha!
Really,
You guys
it used to
wrestling
be
the APA.
fun. And when backstage looked like backstage.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Hogan verse. Oh no. Hulkamania, Mega Powers, Hollywood / NWO Hogan. He paid him up at film. I guess post lawsuit is in there as well. Or Michaels verse. Midnight Rockers, Heartbreak Kid, DX Michaels, Return from Time at Michaels, Hated Backstage Michaels.
Which one would be more messy? I just want the more carnage. I think
if you asked 4 Hogans what happened at an event that they were all involved with and get 4 different versions of it.
But you could with Michaels as well.
Michaels just go, I can't remember.
Isn't he notoriously forgetful in shoots and stuff? Yeah.
Well, it's just that he genuinely doesn't remember because of all the stuff he was on.
Oh, right, yeah. I'll go for Hogan. The Michaels might start like getting with each other, and I don't want that.
You are a sexy boy.
Yeah.
I'll go for the Michaels one because the drugs will make it worthwhile for the early few incarnations.
There you go. The drugs do work. They don't make it worse. I'm picking HBK as well. Moxieverse. Moxie 1.0. Shield Ambrose. The Lunatic Fringe. New Japan Death Rider. Or current day John Moxley. or Rollins verse. Tyler Black, Shield Rollins, Sellout Authority Rollins, Beast Slayer, I forgot about that. Monday Night Messiah versus, I know, Drip, whatever you call him nowadays.
I'm going for Rollins. I think he's had more variety, whereas Moxley.
Oh, God, sorry, of course.
No,
Reigns verse,
you've done the Moxley.
Shield
Wait a minute.
Roman, Big Dog
Hang
Roman,
on.
Tribal Chief Roman. It's a three-way.
Oh,
A red herring at the end here.
bloody hell.
Beg my pardon, that was my fault.
No, don't worry. I'll still go Rollins. I think he's just the most. Yeah, Rollins.
I'll go Ambrose / Moxley, so Moxley can slap that bitch ass Ambrose around and show him what's for.
Yeah.
A-Dub.
And then you've got Needle Moxley or Needle Ambrose with his injections.
Yeah,
Remember
thank you for clarifying that. Go on.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was.
I'm
good.
even getting, what was it? I'm even getting inoculated for raw rabies.
Rabies, yeah. You dirty people.
That's right, I'm getting a dog thing.
It's weird because that feels like a post-pandemic gimmick, but it was a pre-pandemic gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picking Reigns just to see, come on, guys, let's work together. And just like Bloodline went, nah.
Yeah.
Jericho verse.
Oh.
Lionheart. Y2J Jericho.
How many more is there?
List Jericho. It's like 2 more after this.
Oh.
Painmaker, Le Champion, a bit bubbly, etc. Or Edgeverse, the Brood era, Eddie Christian era of awesomeness, rated R, superstar. Promo Edge, I guess.
Jericho.
Jericho.
So early Jericho can tell late Jericho to stop.
Yes. Well done, yeah. Cenaverse, Doctor of Thugonomics, Super Cena, Hollywood Cena, etc. Or Ortonverse, Evolution era, Legend Killer Randy, Legacy era, Arcade Bro, etc.
Cena, but if Orton includes Night Vision Assassin Orton, then I'll go for that one. When he was Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell.
With his special healing powers as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And half Fiend, half Orton, Randy.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Burned down his house. That was
it.
the face.
Then he had that evil version of himself appear on that thing. Oh, Randy. Yeah, that Randy. Punkverse, the last one. Ring of Honor, Summer of Punk 1, ECW Punk.
I know who it's going to be.
Straight Edge Society.
And I'm choosing the other one.
Pipe Bomb, Summer of Punk 2, AW Punk, or Brian Verse.
Yes.
American Dragon Ring of Honor era, Yes Movement Brian, Planets Champion, American Dragon 2.0, etc.
Brian astounds me how seamlessly he can switch between good and
You
bad.
sound like David Attenborough.
Brian astounds me.
Astounds me.
Look at him change characters. I'm going to go for Brian Verse, yes.
I'll go for Brian as well. I'd love to see an NXT 2.0-esque vignette with American Dragon 2.0 taking, hairy Brian for a day out at the zoo or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be good.
How can the American Dragon 2.0 enjoy himself? Well, the little hairy fella is, so he can too. All fun.
Yeah, I reckon they'll get along really well.
American Dragon 2.0 can go down the monkey enclosure with hairy Brian and go, look, you're in the cage. Where you? It looks like you.
Yeah.
They'll all have fun.
That's good.
They're all fun, aren't they, these
That's
vignettes?
right.
Yeah.
All about fun and being vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember that promo when he stepped on the burger. That was so funny.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Hope everyone is doing well. Thanks as always for all the content you put out. To quote Maffew, what a great podcast. I've literally just quoted myself then, I guess. Mwah, mwah, keys, love you, bye.
Oh, it's an Andrew fan.
Beer from the Philippines. Thank you, Beer from the Philippines.
Beer?
Or B-E-A.
Or B?
Is it B or Beer?
That's probably B.
B.
Oh, that would be a Priestley, didn't I?
You used to call it Beer Priestley, yeah.
Beer Priestley. B from the Philippines. I beg your pardon. Thank you very much for the lovely wrist piss.
Yes.
And keep watching the Spider-Man films. They're good. And
Stop watching Andrew, though. It's terrible.
stop watching Andrew. He's terrible.
Keys is what Owen and Andrew say to each other, and they do the click thing, and they go keys.
Oh,
Because they
kiss each other.
they're the EWO,
Wow.
they're the Editors World Order.
That's right.
He is as well, isn't he?
Are you
Technically.
in it? Yeah, you will be in the Editors World Order.
guess so.
Yeah.
It's
it's not a
like Disco
secret-
Inferno.
it's like
He
Fight
carries the
Club.
bags.
I thought it was like Fight Club, but he doesn't want to mention it. He's like, oh, what? You don't know about that.
Lots of stables here at Cultaholic. And you could be in the Reese Piece mailbag stable if you like by going to your email client, typing in mailbag@cultaholic.com and putting Reese Piece in the header.
It's Cultaholics.
It's a big one.
What a great podcast.
You know, when like a pet stretches, ooh, big stretch. Ooh.
I like a big stretch. Before we get on to the big question, the big producers.
So big. There's a new one. Potter. Like Voldemort to me. That sound like me head.
There's a new producer.
There is.
There's a new one.
Mark Leslie, Reno 2200, Noah Anderson, Akash Yua, Adam Warrington, and Nick Rabi. Here comes a new challenger, a fantastic new producer on the producer quality level Patreon tier. A lot of words there to put together. I put them together a Lego set, got there in the end. Thank you very much for being producers.
Thank you.
We're now going to produce, the big question, which is, should The Undertaker be inducted by himself?
What? No, that's not the question, Matthew.
I was going to be worded, Maffew. You amateur.
Who else should be?
Who else should be in the Hall of Fame this year other than the big dog himself, The Undertaker?
The big dog, The Undertaker.
That's right, that's what they call him backstage.
Nobody.
Oh, he says with a Pat Patterson. Why is
Make
that,
it
Ross?
45 minutes long-ish. Have a video package of people saying how wonderful he is. Have Xavier Woods and some other current day ones going, well, I think his views on many things like video games are a bit outdated, to be honest with you, to provide a bit of balance to the piece. Have a lovely performance by Metallica, since he's associated with those so heavily now. His theme at the old graveyard thingy, that boneyard thing was Metallica in this new Hall of Fame package. It's a different Metallica. So have a different Metallica song at the Hall of Fame. Plenty of stuff to do in 45 minutes. No need to be any longer. No waffle, no bollocks. Cheers. All the best to you.
That's wonderfully put together as always, Ross. But
Thanks.
I still disagree. Like we said earlier, Undertaker's not bigger than the Hall of Fame. I mean, the Hall of Fame's all a big lie and everything else like that. But how dare this man, after taking people's spots for years, like he did with Mike Awesome, and put back Booker T and other people's careers back because he was a selfish get no one. Ooh. No, he's not doing the Hall of Fame this year, Sonny Jim. So
did he do that with Mike Awesome?
He said he was him and a lot of other WCW people came through. Undertaker said he can't work. I was like, oh no.
Mike Awesome was better than Undertaker?
Of course he was. In fact,
as a wrestler.
What better way of making up for him than all that stuff? Mike Awesome is inducted the same year.
And we
should
should
get the Extreme Hall of Fame Gannon. Yeah, I could see that.
We should get flown out there to sing his song on the stage with Metallica.
Should, yeah.
Metallica can play the theme.
Metallica's cover of the Mike Awesome theme, yes. Yeah, so there's someone.
Imagine us
Chris
on the
Canyon
stage.
would be a good one as well.
Canyon would be a good one.
I had the vision of us on the stage there, like clapping along, and then just everyone in the audience
Come on,
just sat there.
Go on, Michael Hayes, you know the words. Yeah.
Linda just stone-faced. What is going on?
Three. Yeah. All the cool kids. Awesome, here's his name.
Is Molly Holly in it yet?
I thought she was.
She is?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Damn.
I think so.
Damn. Damn.
I'll verify that for you right now.
Okay, thank you. Mickey James.
Is she not in the Hall of Fame yet?
No.
Oh, that's
No.
a perfect pick, that.
Yeah, Mickey James.
She is.
Molly Holly is.
Molly Holly is.
I'll go Mickey James.
Yeah.
Because what better year than when she's come back for the Rumble and that?
Yep.
Would they induct a current Impact wrestler? Well, they had her in the
If they
Rumble.
make money off it, of course they will.
Walter there from the Muppets, yeah.
I was going to say she is in a Hall of Fame, the Native American Music Awards in 2017.
Mickey James?
Yeah.
Oh, well, she doesn't need to be in this one then.
Yeah, okay. I had to check that she's not in there.
She already got that ring.
But Mickey James, it's hard to think of people who aren't now. Is Rob Van Dam?
No.
Rob Van Dam?
Rob Van Dam is. He was in last year's.
Oh,
Oh,
damn
God.
it.
Wow.
Oh.
You know what? Don't ask me about any Hall of Fame. I couldn't tell you.
Thunderdome. The Thunderdome.
Yeah, go on, wasn't he?
Rikishi's in now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, just as Rikishi.
Gangrel.
Oh,
Get Gangrel
yes.
in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
There we go. Get Edge and Christian to induct him.
Yeah. They could do
Together.
a stable. So the Four Horsemen one year.
Oh, they can get the
They
Brood
could put,
in.
yeah, because of how successful they all were.
We'll just put Gangrel in.
Yeah.
The other two-
Edge won all those titles and headline those
Christian's
pay-per-views.
not-
Christian main evented 3 different companies' pay-per-views last year, and Gangrel directs Porn.
Yes.
So they're all winners.
Christian's not in. And I think he might have blown his chance to get in. And
He'll
Big
be
Show.
back.
Is Big Show in? Big Show's not in.
Big Show's
Oh,
not.
Big Show's not in.
Big Show. He's
Yeah.
one.
Nah, they'll be back after AEW. They'll get a little run there.
They'll get in. all the time.
Absolutely.
Gangrel needs to go in because he likes Weatherspoon's food.
Yeah.
Which we discussed during the whole of the Straight to Hell, these show names, Straight to Hell I did with him, and he orders the special of the day with a pint of Stella.
Nice.
In Liverpool. Which
He lived there for a bit, didn't he?
Yeah, Birkenhead. I'm sure it was. But yeah, imagine that, walking in the spoons and seeing Gangrel fanging and banging with some sausage and mash and a pint of Stella.
He's got his shades on. He's listening to his own theme. Doing that like it's 2000. Yeah.
I've got one. Guys.
Go on.
Paul Heyman.
Oh, that's a good one.
Who would induct him, Brock or Roman? Or maybe both at the same time.
They'll have to pass custody over him, like
Yeah.
divorced parents on a Sunday.
Get CM Punk back as well for the induction.
To induct Paul Heyman.
I think you've got to get like someone ECW to induct Paul, surely.
No, because
The Big Show.
Paul probably own money.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, very good. Not him. He's in already, JBL. Paul's a good one. Proud of that.
Yeah,
Proud of
Heyman's a
that
good one.
Princess Diana, the Warrior Award.
No, let's give it to a pothole instead. The 2022 Warrior Award winner, this pothole celebrating its second birthday.
Oh my God.
Shame on all of you at home.
Have we done enough yet?
That's exhausting.
That might be enough, yeah. Go full circle. I'm not going to say Hank the Tank, because I've definitely hammered that joke in. If you don't think I have, you can, of course, go to patreon.com/cultaholic. Place your votes for the Hall of Fame there for next week to make this even more exciting and conclusive a victory next time. And also, you can send us your lovely thoughts and queries and everything else that's on your mind, basically, to mailbag@cultaholic.com. But until then, this has been the end of the podcast. Jack, what have you got for us on tap this week until next week's podcast?
I'm not sure when I don't know why I talked weird there. Oh,
We're all flagging. It's all right. It's all right. You got this.
I'm
I
not
believe
sure
in you.
when it's going out, but today Luke got me to re-record just one misspoken line in a video. It's the second of my weird series where,
Wonder where that went.
So that's going to be a Raw this time. I'll not say when from or anything, but it's going to be from a weird Monday Night Raw. And there's been a lot.
Ooh.
So you might not even guess which. We won't be able to guess which one. There's too many.
Wait, what was the re-recorded line? Or we're not allowed to ask?
Oh, I said that somebody had no shoes on, but I accidentally said in the first take that they had no socks on, but they did have socks on. They just had no shoes on. Yeah, it was Road Dogg. I've given away when it is. It's around a Road Dogg era. It could be, actually, that's quite a span. That could be.
Yeah,
fun.
that could be, yeah.
Road Dogg comes out at one point to save someone from a beatdown, and he's only got his socks on. And there's more wacky things like that all through the episode. So look out for that on the channel. Ross.
Chris Bay on Straight to Hell this Sunday on the channel. He's a lovely man. And then next week, by the time we're sat around this table once again, the Revolution content will be in full swing. Pictures will be on the channel. Predictions will be on the channel. And other Revolution-related things involving Adam's live stream, what happened at WTF, will be coming after next week's podcast. So why I'm saying it now, I don't know. What about you?
Nothing, just listen to your dulcet tones. And me and Tom return for the Cultaholic Classic SmackDown review. Be the next few days. I'll come up on all the usual podcast feeds. But until then, let's hear that. Fantastic. We can't hear any alarms. We're going to be all right. We'll definitely see you next week. Until then, though, stay safe. And we're going to end by pointing our fingers at this here sign, this one right here. And on the count of three, we're going to see the famous line that we're all trying to think of right now. The count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Up the People's Princess!
The People's Pothole.
She should be in the Hall of Fame.
Village pubs, yeah.
World peace.
Oh my God.